What's going on, guys? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me go ahead and fire up Total War here. I thought I had it open, but I guess not. So you guys just get the dreaded dark screen here. All right, let's fire it up. So today we're playing NURGLE round 2. You know, I had a lot of fun playing them yesterday. It's always fun playing underdog factions. So, you know, just had to do it, man. We're back with some NURGLE. Let's see if we can, you know, have some good games. Expectations, it's tricky, certainly in the current meta. I think with Khorne being very prevalent and factions like Empire, you know, we're seeing a little bit of them as well. We're going to have to do the big scheme-in. All right. Let the suffering begin. Round 2, baby. And let's seek some revenge. Oh my god, please don't give me 3 Khorne matches tonight. I would actually consider picking Epidemius maybe in 1 or 2 matchups. Maybe against, like, Vampire Counts. You could maybe see some play. You know? Yeah, could be an option. Could be an option. Turin, can you do Anticities? I don't know what that means, James. I have no idea. Yeah, I think we can beat Khorne with NURGLE. We were able to beat them yesterday once we honed in on the build, but I still think it's hard. It really depends on the map. You need a map that has a really, really good home objective. That's, I think, a big variable in beating Khorne. Because otherwise their mobility can really bully you as NURGLE, and you kind of get pulled apart a little bit. Yeah. Well, how you guys doing? Hopefully you're ready for another night of sweaty hot action. Got a lot of great players playing. It's not my tournament. Shout out to Bob That Builder for hosting tonight's tournament, which is great. Bob, a true Chad. And we're going to be just doing it. So I don't think it's launched yet. Nope, looks like it is still in the process. A lot of great players. I see the Kraken King, Anticity. He's already got 2 tournament wins this season. Bostos, Harrison, Oishi. Yeah, a lot of really, really power sweats in tonight's tournament. I mean, former major tournament event winner here, Hitman Hippo, Blood Penguin. Yeah, Orange Pest, is he checked in? Oh, he did, my Padawan did not check in. And of course, the best Total War player of all time, Professor Pone, he's playing tonight too. So, I mean, clearly we know who's going to be winning tonight's tournament. How well do Plague Drones do against Furies? It's not a cost-effective trade. If you use a little bit of magic support, maybe, but in my opinion, just use your Furies against their Furies and cast like Curse of the Leper or Miasma, and yours will win. So that's the jam. Pustules were seeping for some Papa NURGLE today. That's so disgusting. I love it. All right, so we haven't started yet. Looks like he's waiting. Let me see if there's any issues. And, cool. All right. Should be about go time, man. A lot of tournaments going down this season. I think there was one this morning, and then we have another one tomorrow, which is great. So very, very healthy amount of tournaments, which is good. Let the Nurglings feast. Yeah, I mean, if Pone's playing, we just know it's over. So, like, why are we even signed up? We should just let him have the tournament win. You know, it's just at this point. Okay, let me check with Bob. See if he needs any help. No, if any issues with tourney. I'm playing. He might be trying to add somebody late. I'm not sure. It's tricky to do that. Takes a little bit of shenanigans, but it could be the case. Okay, tournament chat. Let's see what's going on here. Everybody's waiting. I mean, I could start the tournament for him, but I don't want to do that. It's his event, so I just messaged him. All right, so he's responding. Let's see if we're going to get started here. Now I understand what it's like to be like hosting an event and everyone's like, you're late. You're like 2 minutes late. You're 3 minutes late. If I get wrecked, I mean, I'm down to throw an Epidemius game in, but if we have a chance of winning, I'm trying to sweat. All right, no. And because you declared and didn't sign up. Fired up. Okay, cool. So we're going to get our opponent here in just a second. Tomb Kings and Bretonia got the best back. Oh, you're talking about the backgrounds here. Yeah, this one's a little generic. I think this is one of my favorites. Like the Billowing Smoke is very good. Champions of Chaos is very good too. This one's very epic. It's got like this kind of ruined battlefield with all these like Chaos Helms. Twisted in the Twilight looks very nice too. I mean, there's a lot of really good ones. Hunter the Beast is fun. Vampire Coast definitely has some very powerful ambience to it as well. I mean, there's a lot of great backgrounds in this for sure. All right, let's refresh it. What's going on, Smotown? Welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, the bracket for this tournament will be up. Although it's a Swiss tournament, which means you're going to be... yeah, it won't be like a traditional bracket. It's going to be round by round basis, which I think are some of the better tournaments. All right, so we got Abdelzarak, I think is his name. All right, let's get it. So... turn game, and we have our first round opponent, so let's see what's cooking. I was working on some builds before the stream, so that is going to be Abdel. There he is. Yeah, this is a good player. Strong opponent here, so let's see what they're playing. I'm ready for anyone. Let's go, man. Give me the hard counters. Give me the hard counters. But yeah, the brackets should be up now. You can see who's playing who. I think there's a couple people streaming tonight. I know Anticity, he usually streams his tournament perspectives. I'll, of course, be streaming here and then casting the later rounds. Yeah, so it should be fun. I still have the Pirate Eye until Tuesday. Yeah, doctor's appointment's on Tuesday, so I have like double vision in one eye. NURGLE has blessed me with this, all right? So we just got to roll with it. Yo. All right. So just waiting, and then, oh, that's right, we have map bans, don't we? All right, so I'm player 1 here. So the maps for this round are going to be the Halls of Karak Doom, Itza, and the Twilight Forest. Holy shit, I don't know any of those maps. Okay. So I will ban one first. So Halls of Karak Doom I know, but I need to know what he's playing first. So once we know what he's playing, we can appropriately do the bans. What are you playing? I think that's one of my favorite parts. One of my favorite elements of domination mode is like how the maps... I really like the map pick and ban system because maps drastically change matchups, whereas it's probably not as much the case in land battle, I would imagine. Okay, so we have Dork Elves on the other side. Okay, so Dark Elves are going to be the pick here for Abdel. So Dark Elves, what does Twilight Forest even look like? Twilight Forest. Is that the one that has that weird... Okay, I think Twilight Forest has like the hills. So I will ban a map first. So how it works, I ban one, then you pick from remaining 2. All right, so I think we're gonna go ahead and ban... I don't know what this map looks like, the Twilight Forest. I have no freaking idea. Gonna ban. Now you pick from remaining 2. All right. Cool. So I banned the Halls of Karak Doom because that map's pretty good for Dark Elves. There's a safe home objective. I want to be able to stuff the Dark Elves back. So it's either going to be the Twilight Forest, which I have no idea what this map looks like. We're going to find out. We're raw dogging this. Twilight has objectives on humps. It's 3 in a row. That's good. So I have Itza and I have Twilight Forest. Both are maps that have 3 objectives lined up, which is what I want. Dark Elves will definitely get stuffed back. Yes. Oh, no. 4 capture point map is in the later rounds. Okay, so Twilight Forest. Okay, he bans Itza, which is fine. So we're going to be on the dreaded forest. Okay, so we got NURGLE versus Dark Elves here in the first round, which is a very fun one. A little bit rusty on it, but I think I have an idea. I think it's very similar to playing Greenskins in some way. You're dealing with Cav that have a lot of dominance over your Cav, so you got to kind of play it carefully there. Okay. Now, unfortunately for all of you guys, this is not a Tammy matchup. This is not a matchup that Tammy likes. I mean, although arguably you could go foot Tammy, but I don't think so. I think you do not do that. Okay, so let's do this. I mean, Buna and Death Magic are very good against Dark Elves, but so is Stream of Corruption. Stream of Corruption is just so good against Dark Elves. You can get a lot of value on those guys. So we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and cut that item, cut this, and cut this. Okay. So Dark Elves versus NURGLE, round 1. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to have some good times. Yeah, the Arwar Soul Grinders are good here. I think they're pretty strong in this matchup, so definitely not opposed to that. And let's get some of these in the mix. And are we going to have to deal with the Hydras and whatnot? I wonder. Maybe a little bit of funny business there. Okay, let's get 2 of you guys. Looking fine. And then in reserve, I think we pound these guys out. The Foot Cultist could be disruptive here, for sure. Maybe you could find a way to squeak one of those in. Oh, Tamarcon is my favorite Nurgle Lord. I really like Tamarcon. Yeah. The dreaded 5 capture point game? No, not this map. I think this map only has 3. I don't think it's anything crazy, so we will see. All right, so we need to get you guys, which is going to be excellent. And I'm not opposed to bringing in these guys. They're very expensive. The Rotting Riders are always fun, but man, oh man, do they cost an arm and a leg. 2,200 gold for a cav unit. I mean, God, they're so overpriced. I mean, okay, here's the thing. The Rotting Riders are not as good as the Royal Altdorf Griffites, which cost literally like 400 or 500 gold less. It's pretty bonkers. Definitely some units need some cost adjustments, but yeah, it's not too bad. It ain't too shabby. All right, so if we cut that, it's going to put me at, what, 640, so that's not going to be enough to get too much out of this. So Children of NURGLE we definitely want. Crown of Conquest we want as well. We can put you on Horse, which is going to open up the dreaded double cap here. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Rot Knights are good. Rot Flies, not so much. Rot Flies are a bit of a mediocre unit, in my opinion. Rot Knights, though, can do some serious work. They're pretty good, but they're just so expensive. I don't know if the demis need a nerf. I think they're very good, but, you know, I think that just maybe other similar units like Skull Crushers, and although they are an ROR, so that's partially what it is, but they're very, very good. Okay, so we got you guys here. Let's get one more of these. I think in reserve, we have a little bit of that action. Pestigors trade pretty well. Forsaken are also good in this matchup too. I'm a big Forsaken enjoyer. I think having a couple of those mixed in is always good. Pestigors are probably one of the best units on the roster. Probably. I played this matchup in a tournament recently. I'm trying to remember how that went and what my problems were. Yeah, what was the issue? The Medusas can be good here, but I'm not too worried about them. Their poke is threatening, but not like game breaking or anything. Who wins, a Dread Knight versus a Rot Knight? Probably a Rot Knight. Yeah, Rot Knights are anti-large specialists. Dread Knights are more generalist, so they probably wouldn't have as good of a trade there. Yeah, so I think we do this. God, the stat line on those guys is just so freaking good. All right, so we're going to get you, and then we got 625 left. I think we got 3 of those. And are we ready? Do we need the Angels of Decay in this matchup? I don't think so. I think Angels of Decay are a little bit unnecessary because the big monster. Oh, is he Skaven? Oh, he's switching to NURGLE. He's just looking through the NURGLE roster right now. Okay. He's scheming the big tactics here, trying to figure out what's going to be cooking. All right, so I think we can get you guys. Get one of these. Yes. And what else can we afford here? I think that's going to be it. It's just barely short of being able to afford the units I want. Let's get you back on this. And any buffs we want. Yeah. Okay. Not hating the build, not loving it. It's always a little bit tricky with NURGLE. NURGLE is very much a love-hate relationship, as you guys know. Okay, let's get these little gremlins, because they're pretty good, actually. And last but not least, anti-large. I think we have the tools to deal with the Golden Rider spam, maybe. Maybe. Golden Riders are decent, but they suck against infantry, so they have very low melee attack. They're dependent on their anti-large, of course. Okay, so that looks fine, and yeah, Medusa is a little bit tricky to deal with. I'm trying to think about the Medusa. I guess we just break the infantry lines and then go from there. Bile Trolls in this matchup, they do kind of struggle against the Coldland Knights. They're good against a couple other targets, but yeah, I don't know how much I enjoy that. Battletoads, you could theoretically throw one Battletoad in just to get some monsters kind of presence, but they again suffer against Coldland Knights, which I don't think is good. And yeah, the Forsaken, what are the Forsaken good? Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, that's kind of it, right? They're not really great against like a lot of other things. Yeah, I think this is a better build. I think this is a little bit better. Okay, so let's get you and then that. All right, I think I'm ready. That'll do, Pig, and we'll save the build if it works. We'll add it into our repertoire, our Pokemon binder here. Does this continue? No, this is a new stream. Yeah, we're just playing NURGLE again. I had so much fun playing them yesterday, and they're one of my favorite main factions I used to main in tournaments, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of playing them competitively. Uncle for Uncle is too risky here. Uncle for Uncle gets punched in the wiener by the Dark Rider, Repeater Crossbows. Do you ever think that you're going to play Dune Spice Wars again? I think at some point, yeah. I think there will come a time. It's not right now. You know, we have other games that I'd rather play. Like I'm really enjoying Company of Heroes and as well as the new Age of Mythology has been fun, and Age of Empires is calling to me as well. But there will come a time. Yeah, Forsaken are good. They're a very solid infantry piece. I think Pestigors are a little bit more cost effective here because they at least have great weapons, so they can trade into Corsairs better and a couple other things. But yeah, Pestigors are probably the best unit on the roster for NURGLE, I think. It's hard to say. If we're not including Lords and Heroes, I think Pesties, like if I had to evaluate the whole roster, I would say probably the Pestigor is like the most cost effective unit. But NURGLE doesn't have anything that's just busted. You know, they're a very fair and balanced faction. A lot of factions have like really oppressive units that kind of carry them, but NURGLE doesn't really have anything. They're pretty balanced. Double stream on Twitch soon. Yeah, probably early next week. Yeah. Maybe next week. Frunkle. Oh my god. You guys just have such a hard on for Frunkle. Dude, Toe Dragons. No, Toe Dragons are good. I like Toe Dragons, dude. They're one of the only ways you can beat Khorne. Toe Dragons wreck like all the Khornate infantry, including Khorngors. If they get like a nice charge and a couple breath attacks off, man, you can have a good time. So this is round 1 versus Dark Elves, and we're on the Twilight Forest, which is a cool map. It's by Waka Waka. He is the godfather of Total War map making. And yes, here it is. Marauder Shield. Yeah, Shielded Marauders are very good. You need to have missile mitigation. Yeah, so you can see it's kind of like it's a style map, right? We have 3 objectives, but there's little hills, little cairns, so you can kind of play those a little bit as well. Just finished my match. How did you finish your game already? Holy shit, I guess my opponent did take a minute to respond to me, but Anticity already done with this game. Jesus, are you streaming too? 735 kill Vlad, that's pretty bonkers. Yeah, we literally are just getting started, but it's also very much in flavor for NURGLE to be a little bit slower. So we got a Sorcerer, we have a Cultist, we're going to Vanguard some Gremlins up towards the points and try and grab those out of the gates, so we're going to try that. Got you guys up, some Horsemen to go help, and we have the ROR Soul Grinder to try and keep those things honest, and yeah, we can get you out there too. All right, so we're going to go do this. We're going to do a very wide kind of press with NURGLE, which makes sense. And yeah, he must have... Did you just get a fat Winds of Death? You're taking it easy today? I could have sworn you were streaming early, but... Yeah, you streamed 10 hours yesterday, right? Yeah. It's pretty hardcore, dude. Dude, 735. It must have been Winds of Death, right? It had to have been a Winds of Death. You probably just buttered his bread with Winds. So 14 units, probably pretty wide. Dark Shard, yeah, I would expect like Dark Shard, Bleak Sword line. Which, you know, we have a couple Furies to deal with it. Only 3. Well, I guess that's not only. That's a good amount. So hopefully we can do that with the Soul Grinder. Soul Grinder is very good against the Dark Elf range units. Taking it easy. He wiped my entire infantry line. Oh, it was against Pone. Oh, I just see Pone appear in chat like, it was me. It was me all along. I'm too weak. I'm sure I'll suffer the wrath as well. Oh, but you were playing Vampire Counts, Pone. So yeah, the Winds of Death would definitely feast on your chaff units. Yeah. I actually had some success in a tournament game. What was it? I wasn't streaming, but it was like a week or two, maybe 2 weeks ago, with Luther Harkin. I was using him on Vampire Coast to pretty good effect, so that was fun. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Then the rest of the battle line can advance up. Let's get you and you here. All right, so let's go see what's cooking here. Yeah, we have the Bloodrack Medusa, Lokir, Felhard on foot, and a Bolt Thrower. Okay, I think we're fine. The Medusas are good, but we can definitely just chase it with our Lord, probably, or tar pit it with like frickin' Furies or something. I think that's going to be fine. So we do manage to get this objective, and the Gremlins are going to be hopping up on it. And we want to get some Pesties probably to deal with the Corsairs. And we need to get this guy up and ready to go. So yeah, no missiles really to focus. So we can just take some pot shots at the Corsairs over here. And let's go for the freebies right there while the Nurglings grab this point and we start ripping our first shots. We're going to have to concede that point. That one's not going to go well. So we're going to come over here and just kind of play the 2-cap here. Hopefully farm these guys a little bit. And let's get that Soul Grinder to move up. And Nurglings are getting blasted a little bit. So the Medusa is anti-large, right? So yeah, we got to put some respect on its name. And we do get some chariots coming out from Abdel. Okay. So let's just shoot these Dread Spears a little bit, soften them up. And we get a little bit sloppy over here, but it's fine. We're going to be A-okay. And now let's get a Pestigor unit to come out, reinforce the middle. And next up, it's going to be Furies for sure. Do we have any good units? Not really. Okay, so it's mainly just junk units, which is fine. So Nurglings can hang on the point. Let's get the shielded boys in front. Call you guys over here. Let's go after this. And yeah, that's why you don't bring good quality infantry here, you know? You just bring the junky ones. Yeah, and then you're going to be fine. All right, so moving up. Let's get the Lord over there as well. And we can do a little Stream of Corruption Lovin' right there. Oh, I didn't notice the Corsairs on the other side. That would have been a better target. Oh, well, it is what it is. All right, so you guys advance here. come around, and you guys go right there, you guys go right there. Nurglings can creep around the outside, and we get you guys moving up on the formation. So the Soul Grinder's doing pretty good. It does friendly fire some of the boys, which hurts, but you know, it is what it is. So let's get you guys like so, and then we can do a Curse of the Leper on them, which is a spell I've really been enjoying with Nurgle. I've been having a blast with that shit. It's super fun. Cultists can go over to the middle. I think that's going to be a little bit more exciting here, and let's get my Lord to go there, and you to go here, and we can call in some Furies to start chasing that Medusa, and maybe even threaten the Bolt Throwers back here, which is going to be fine. So let's get the throwing weapons going here, get my Lord chasing here, and we do see Loke here. Felhart kind of lurking around, but not too worried about Loke here. He's not too scary in my book. All right, so yeah, Fury spam I think is going to be the way here, especially if we can just get these Bolt Throwers, and my Lord chases a little bit, which is fine. We can just kind of do a little bit of backfield diving here, and now we just kind of cackle and endure. Throwing weapons, let's get them chasing here, and the Soul Grinder needs to go and just, it can get behind these guys and try and bonk them. And let's get another Fury coming out. So we're going to do Furies and Furies. We're doing pretty good on the value trading. Let's get the Pestigores going into the secondary. You tar pit this, and Loke here we just kind of ignore, basically. Okay, so Crows of Cain do pop out, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can change that fight. I don't think we're going to be able to. That's fine. So we're just going to eat it. You know, we're just going to eat it nice and good like. All right, so Soul Grinder has gotten around the back of this unit, so we're going to bombard them now. Move you guys up to threaten this a little bit, and overall, we're in pretty good shape here. My opponent does have the high ground objective. There's no sense in really trying to contest that right now. We're going to pull these Harpies over here and actually, or these Furies, and have them rear charge into these units, which is going to be nice. And yeah, hopefully the Soul Grinder can butter that bread. Okay, so Pestigores keep chasing. Loke here, we just tar pit. We don't really care. We're totally chilling, and we're going to get some more Pesties. Move them over here, have them start threatening a little bit, and the Medusa, if we can keep his Medusa tied down, we just win. You know, it's just going to be easy money here. All right, Soul Grinder, let's get you in melee here, and you Furies need to attack into the back of these spear units. Just collapse that easy opportunity over there, and we just kind of keep cackling on the 2 points. So now we're going to get Dark Riders coming out, which is fine. Loke here is just kind of doing nothing, which is exactly what we want, and Pesties are on the way out, and yeah, I think we're in good shape. We're not down that much in value, which is a good sign for Nurgle, and here we do manage to get the break, which is good. Let's get the Furies doing this, and you guys can go and keep retreating, and we'll call out another little gremlin here. We just need to maintain the capture weight, you know. That's really the big jam. All right, so those units are going to be surging from the high ground, which is good. We can get the cultists to intercept them too and go help out a little bit. Throwing weapons still lurking nearby, and the Crows of Cain are hunting me down here, so we're just going to do this and run away. Get you Pestigores unsummoned. We need to be a little bit better about housekeeping. It's one of my, I would say, weaknesses as a player. I'm not super good at it. All right, so let's get you guys back. Let's get the Lord to engage here. Retreat with you guys, and yeah, I don't know how effective those Bolt Throwers are going to be. You know, did he actually catch me here? What the hell is this shit? All right, so let's land on the ground, and we can get all of you guys to come and attack into these guys in a moment. All right, so Nurglings come over here, you guys come over here, and in the middle objective, we're hanging in there. It's getting a little dodgy. You know, they're getting some units here, so we need to, yeah, swarm on the Crows of Cain now. So we're going to swarm on them, call some Pestigores out, and the Pesties, did they get overwhelmed in the high ground there? I don't know if they did. Yeah, we are falling behind in value a little bit, but the grind hopefully will go well for us. So let's do that. Catch them in a stream of corruption. And the cultists can drop a Plague Bear summon. Damn, he breaks right as I freaking do that. Okay. So Crows of Cain are getting wrecked. I think we're going to take a couple of you guys down to the middle because we need to reclaim this objective. And hopefully my cultists will come back. You know, that's going to be really bad if it doesn't. And what do I have laying around here? So I got you. Pestigores getting run over by the chariots a little bit. Could have sworn I had a freaking Rot Knight ROR in my build. I could have sworn I did, but I guess not. All right, so let's get the Soul Grinder. Move down here, get you to engage there. He's chasing that cultist down. He really wants it bad. The cultist, of course, does regenerate, so we can do a little something with that. And let's get some more throwing weapons coming out. Looks fine. So we do manage to create some separation for the cultist. And now we're going to bombard this. Furies looks like they're doing fine. Let's put Curse of the Leper on them just to help them win that fight. And Soul Grinder, let's shoot like point blank here and see what we can get cooking. Yeah, we're going to try it. And I think on the high ground, we can have the Nurglings clean you guys up. Cultist is back, which is a huge win for us. Let's get throwing weapons there, and we're going to get that Cultist rotating back to the middle now that we have the Pesties. And, ooh, big stream of corruption opportunity potentially. All right, that's a pretty good spot right there. That's going to hit quite a bit. All right, so we do get some cold ones out, but the cold ones aren't that big of an issue for us, I don't think. I think we can just tar pit them and call it a day. We do get a stream of corruption there, but was it enough is the question. The Dark Elf army here is really raggedy, so we're going to definitely need to just keep grinding and hoping that the value trading comes back to us soon. All right, so retreat back. Let's get you guys out of here. Call in the Plague Bears before this guy frickin' breaks. And get the Marauders moving back up as well. And the Soul Grinder can shoot into you guys, although we do see some elite Dark Elf infantry coming in as well. My opponent playing very well. It's a very good game from them. Yeah, very good stuff indeed. All right, so Soul Grinder retreats. And we need the Pestigores on these, so we're going to go ahead and slow them down. And then my Lord is going to need to cast Miasma to get the army-wide healing. And there we go. All right, so yeah, throwing axes, let's get them under here. Soul Grinder needs to shoot into the Sisters of Slaughter. They're going to be a bit of a problem to deal with. And we're up in value. We have a long time to value trade. So I'm feeling pretty okay about it, honestly. All right, so let's get you guys moving here. Nurgling's doing this, throwing weapons into these Cold One Knights. And yeah, we are having a good trade versus these Cold One boys. Okay, so we're going to need to deal with these Sisters, though, up on the high ground. I didn't bring any like really great anti-infantry. Oh, I do have the Rot Knights. Okay. Yeah, so the Rot Knights need to come out. For some reason, I was like, yeah, totally screwed that up. All right, so those are going to be the remnants of the Crows of Cain. Bolt throwers are coming. Yeah, we have a little bit of trundling up on the high ground. My Lord could go up there and cause some havoc. Soul Grinder is still shooting in and getting really, really good value here. So let's do this and this. And you guys come around. Let's go make sure we don't lose our high ground objective. 2 Nurglings are going to rotate there, although they can come to the middle, honestly. And now we do see the Sisters of Slaughter being called in. Cold Knights will lose that trade there, so they're going to have a bad time. So we can do this. Pestigore is coming up that way, and my Lord, I need to go get the Streams of Corruption there. That's got to be uber important. All right, so keep the value trading close. Bolt throwers are almost out of ammunition, so soon there's going to be a good time to call in the Rot boys, that's for sure. Let's get you to go chase off those chariots here, which is a really, really nice tech. And we do actually start to fold them in the middle a little bit, which is nice. Another Sister of Slaughter coming in, so let's pull back. And we just got to focus on that sweet, sweet value trading. All right, so you move up. And is there anything we want to do here? You know, we can actually send the Nurglings in here and do an overcasted Curse of the Leper. That's going to give us a lot of damage on those guys and should be pretty good. All right, so Pestigores have retreated from the Sisters, and we have the big Soul Grinder nuking into that unit. Cultist is still cackling. Soul Grinder is going to need to retreat a little bit. And yeah, is the Curse of the Leper working? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. Rot Knight, we almost have enough to save up for the Rot Knight. And hopefully that will be able to swing the momentum back in our favor. You know, we're down a little bit, but it's really an insignificant amount for sure. We are in the ballpark of being in this game. Okay, that Curse of the Leper actually did some work, and now we can do a Stream of Corruption as well to tickle those guys, and Pesties are grinding it out. All right, so we do see Lokir Chadhart back here. Soul Grinder could do a little bit of work. Now we can call in the Rot Knights, which are going to be very disruptive and should be able to, you know, crush a lot of these fights here. Let's go get you here, and it looks like we need to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Cultist can move up on the objective, and Soul Grinder needs to just continue its bombardments on those elite infantry there. Yeah, we're pulling the value back. This is like very much the NURGLE experience, just kind of like suffering a little bit and then, you know, grinding your way back into the game. All right, let's get you up, and the Rot Knights are coming. Horsemen need to be more active. Probably should unsummon some of them, and unsummon and unsummon. Great, so let's get you up. And the Cultist is going to keep waddling away. Soul Grinder's just getting nice incremental value for me, and the Sisters of Slaughter actually did get smashed up there, which is good. All right, so let's get more Marauders coming out. So we're going to need infantry before we're really able to push. And the Bolt Throwers are out of ammo now. So that's going to be a momentum shift for me. I'm only down by 1,300. And remember, I have army-wide healing. I think I'm going to be able to break them open in the middle here. I think I am. The high ground is just being held by one unit. We could go send this Beat Marauder to go deal with that. And you can fight here if we want to. Let's gather and just prepare. Soul Grinder really, really able to do a number on the Sisters of Slaughter there. And we could do a little Stream of Corruption like that. And I should have waited for the fight, but that should hit them pretty good. Yeah, we got a nice direct hit right there. All right, so another Marauder's coming up. So we got 3 infantry coming, and when they arrive, we can push. Until then, we have a points lead. The game's still close enough. Let's not stress it. Let's see if my opponent is going to make some unforced errors here. All right, so they don't. They pull back. That's fine. So let's retreat you guys back. Soul Grinder's just going to go bonk. We can send the Soul Grinder to go bonk on the high ground, actually. And now they are being focused. I do have some healing, though. So I have Fecundity, and the Bolt Thrower is, yeah, about to run out of ammunition. All right, so let's get you up there. You go here, and let's get the Soul Grinder to go up there a little bit as well. We can pull you around the outside, and soon the infantry push on the middle will commence. All right, let's get another Marauder. Just swarm it out with infantry, right? Make it real unfun for them. All right, so let's get the great weapons over there. Chariots are trundling. We can go run it over with this character here, and let's get the Pestigore, Marauder, and Marauder to engage on all fronts. And cool. So the Rot Knights, we just need to find some juicy targets here. We're going to go see what we can find over there. And you probably need to stay more towards the middle and just ignore that, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to collapse in here. Hopefully have some success. I need my character over there to support, and I'm hoping we can just straight up overwhelm this position, you know? Let's get you in there to fight this. Rot Knights to be supporting behind. I think a Fury to like just rip apart some squishy units would be very good. And there goes the good times. All right, so the Rot Knights are here. We're making a bit of a play for the high ground. My opponent passes me in points for the first time, but the NURGLE infantry are doing well, so let's do Miasma Pestilence just to get a triggered heal here. We're going to do this. Countercharge there, and then we're going to use the Fecundity on these guys too. All right, so the Fecundity is active. Let's go Tar Pit the Medusa with this. And we could do Curse of the Leper on the Rot Knights as well if we want to. We'll have to see. Yeah, we can even just bully these units, really. I think that's going to be fine. Let's get you over here, you around the back of that formation. And are we safe over here? I think we're safe over there. I think we're A-okay. So the Rot Knights are Giga Chad fighting right now. They're in good shape. So we're going to put this down, give them a nice little buff there, and we're going to pull you guys around the back of the spears. The Rot Knights killing as much as they should be? I don't know. It's actually kind of a dodgy fight. We do flip the middle, though, so that's good. The middle is probably going to flip. Let's get another Pestigore coming in. And the Rot Knights, how are my Rot Knights getting whooped on so hard? Man, oh man, that is a little bit nasty. So let's get them back. I don't know how that went down like that, but that's some weird shit. All right. So middle does get flipped. Rot Knights are going to retreat, and we need to just retreat everybody right now. We can leave the Furies to rip these guys up, but yeah, these guys need to get the hell back. That did not go well at all. All right, so Pestigores can charge. Rot Knights need to retreat, and thankfully the Soul Grinder was able to get there too. All right, so we'll do this. And do we have any Pesties coming out of Vanguard? Yeah, unfortunately I called them out of the wrong Vanguard. All right, so we do get the right point. Let's pull you guys back down this way, and now we can turn and fight here and see if we can maybe win this fight with the Rot Knights. I don't know how they got their butts kicked so freaking hard, but they certainly did. I mean, the spears were there and everything, but that was some next level shit. All right, so let's get you, Nurgling, to go reinforce this point, and we can do a little bit of a slow on them if we want to. I don't know if we need to, but we do start to win this fight, and we get the double cap. We're holding on to it for now. There's a lot of Nurgle infantry on the point, so let's make sure they're all actually on the point. This brick fight goes okay. We're going to see what happens here, and now we do have some sneaky on this point here, so we need to deal with that like ASAP. Nurgling should be able to arrive and deal with it. But the Rot Knights, yeah, they've just been disappointing me in today's stream at least. I think we're going to lose this game. It's looking really dodgy. It's looking real dodgy. All right, let's get these Marauders up, or these Pestigores, and we could drop a little bit of a slow here as well and see if we can slow them down. Soul Grinder maybe get some value for us, and let's get a little speedy Horseman. We have to at least hold one objective if we want a chance here. The middle does end up flipping though. Do we win this grind? I mean, the Rot Knights will come back. The Furies are here. Let's get them down there. We still have a little bit of time to work with. You know, a little something, and the Horsemen should get there in time. And are we going to win this brick fight? I mean, the Cold One Knights are getting folded. We have a lot of Marauder infantry, and the Rot Knights have returned. So they have returned here, which is great. Now we can pull you guys down towards the center. I guess we're going to have to try and wrestle the center out. It's not going to be easy, but somebody's got to do it. All right, so yeah, we need to get on the middle point, force this brick fight, Cold One Knights and company. We don't have too much time, though. It's very much all hands on deck here. All right, so you guys move, and out of the Vanguard point, let's get some Pesties. Yeah, we're going to need Pestigores. All right, just capture weight. Capture weight for the capture weight gods. All right, and the Rot Knights do end up getting folded, which I have no idea how that happened. Don't ask questions. Let's pull you around the back, run these guys away, and all of you guys need to get to the middle. We have to capture this pretty damn soon. Let's see what they have on the point. Yeah, we have you guys. We have a lot of infantry. I don't know how we don't have the capture weight there right now, but it is what it is. Let's move you guys on, and I don't have a Curse of the Leper or anything. But we are duking it out here. We're getting some capture weight. So let's get Nurglings up there. Pestigore should arrive soon. The dreaded Nurgle capture weight is no joke, and it looks like my opponent's going to make a little quick play for the side. Thankfully, the Rot Knights actually rallied there, so they can probably get that. We can have our Lord fight here, and the Dark Elves are getting cleaned off a little bit. The Nurglings do arrive on the point, and we do start to flip it, but the question is, are we going to be able to hold this side? This is the one that's very, very dodgy right now. So yeah, we have you guys. Let's do a little bit of a slow on any reinforcing units, and see if you guys can get there and salvage that point. Nurglings do get to the middle, and we do get the flip on it. Very, very close, and I'm going to need to call in Horsemen to secure the high ground right now. So you guys need to waddle here, get up to that point, and then for you guys, 675 is the longest 675 I've ever waited for. So we do manage to flip the middle, which is really, really good. Let's get you guys up here. Now if we can stabilize the top, we have a chance, but it's going to be real, real tight. All right, so those guys are up on the point, and the Dark Elves are... Ooh, that's close. If my Horsemen get there in time, I think we're okay. We're going to have to see, because the Dark Elves do get folded in the middle. They lose a lot of momentum, and I think we're going to stabilize it. Oh, the Chad Rot Knights. Okay. We're back in it, baby. God, why are all Nurgle games just such suffering and so close, you know? You never just get a game where you just, like, crush someone, you know? All right, let's get in there, fight those Dark Riders. You guys come over here, and we're going to need to call in some Furies up there next, because middle is going to take probably too long for my opponent to get rid of me. I think I have a lot of good infantry there, and we need to get you moving over. Sisters of Slaughter are a problem. Rot Knights, though, the Rot Knights end up, you know, being a bit of a cackling beast in the middle. It's going to be tough to deal with those Sisters of Slaughter. We might need to just, all I can really call in that's fast and can help is Furies. So yeah, we're going to need to do that. So just got to hold a little bit longer, guys. Just got to hold a little bit longer. So let's rotate everything down to the middle now. It's just all hands on deck. Sisters of Slaughter are going to do a lot of work. We see these guys rotating. Let's get on you. You guys countercharge right here. And yeah, everybody needs to get to the middle right now. That is for sure the case. All right, so are we passing them in points yet? Unfortunately, they're flipping it pretty fast. Let's slow you guys down by a little bit of time. Every second matters here, you know, every second matters. Furies do get a bit of a break there, but now they're starting to get the flip again. Oh my God, it's so close. It's so close. Okay, I think we unfortunately lose it here on the objective. Yeah, do they end up getting it? They do. And they do have ample tools there in the middle. So I just think we just barely lost it. We can get some of the blister back boys over there, which is going to be nice. But yeah, I just think we just didn't. I don't know. I don't really know what we did wrong this game. NURGLE boys are going to arrive there. We do have our Noxbringer, of course, and infantry are going to rip apart some of these boys. But yeah, getting rid of the Corsairs is going to be tough. Maybe we needed more armor, like more armored infantry. Yeah, let's go here. Fight these guys. 1455. What a close game. Hey, at least we get like good matches, though. You know, we get really close, good, sweaty matches. So yeah, my build wasn't good. I think the Rot Knights were a disappointment. They only got 1,200 value. I paid 2,200 for those guys, man. I think Bile Trolls, I got to stop relying on Rot Knights so much. I feel like they often are a bit of a disappointment. So let's come over here. I think that was really what it was. You know, there was like that 2,000 gold call in. That was a really good game. And it didn't do anything. It just got wrecked. Oh, it was so close. The Blister Back boys tried. That was really, really close. Yeah, the sisters did great in the middle point. They did. GG, well played. Great game, dude. And we will see what we can improve upon. So yeah, the build was not great. The Noxbringer was good. The Marauder Horsemen are really good. I don't know. Yeah, the Rot Knights felt like they just sucked. I think we just go with Bile Trolls. You know, like just 2 Bile Trolls will probably be more effective. They'll be, you know, a little bit more sustainable. You'll have the debuffs. So if we were to switch the build up, I want to like work on builds as we go through here. Yeah, the Scourge Hunters were good, for sure. But I don't have any counterplay for them. I can't really chase them. You just have to eat it. So I did like the Noxbringer, though. 2,500 value, cause terror, and it also keeps your opponent honest. I think we can cut the Cultists. Nurglings, maybe we can hold on to here. And do we want to mix in some Great Weapon Warriors to make those points a little bit more precarious? Plague Bearers could also potentially be good as like a secondary capture weight piece. And then what else can we get here? So do we need Curse of the Leper and Miasma? Probably not. I really like Curse of the Leper, though. It's very fun. I think we just do this and then maybe a second Plague Bearer in reserve. Yeah, the NURGLE heroes can chase. That's surely true. That is surely true. Yeah, the double NURGLE hero is very much an option. That would definitely change the dynamics of this build quite a bit. Chosen would have been okay. They probably would have... The Sisters of Slaughter, yeah, they probably would have bashed him. But, like, a lot of people go Dark Elf Dragon, and then they can breath attack your Chosen, so it seems a little dangerous. Yeah, the Rot Knights were just too brutal. I think they were just such shit. Like, dude, I was expecting them, a 2,200 gold unit, to win that high ground cav fight, but we just got wrecked, dude. It was just like, Jesus. And they were fighting Coldo Knights and a Medusa. I was like, I think they could handle that, but they just got freaking flatlined up there on that high ground objective. And that's what really lost the game. That was like the one moment I felt was just backbreaking for us. Okay, so the round is finished. Let me tell them to report the score. Score G. Well played to my opponent. He played a good game. You know, Dark Elves are not an easy faction. You know, it was very earned. No, Kugath is too tricky. Yeah, Kazak would have been good. I think maybe you're onto something about abusing NURGLE characters here. Maybe we go double NURGLE characters or Kazak the Befouled, like something like this. The NURGLE character Goon Squad is very good. They're very strong, and then you just go with like a Sorcerer Lord or something. It just feels so weird because your army's so small when you do this. If you're going to go with those characters, I think you need to do Stream of Corruption and that. Let's call this out and Paragon of Decay and go Rot Beast. Yeah, I think you open with Shielded Boys. I really like Pesties, though. Pesties were very nice as like a reserve piece. Throwing Axes are also good against Dark Elves, against their Cold Ones and different things like that. But like, yeah, do we go as like crazy as getting a Soul Grinder with this and then maybe a single like anchor piece like that to move up? That feels better. Festus would have been okay there, but Lokir would have been really good at killing Festus. You know, that would have been the problem as well. We got to get back into the swing of playing NURGLE, man. It's a big style change for sure. Okay, so we got Bigger Fish is going to be our opponent. We have the dreaded Big Fish. Uh-oh. So let's do this. T2. Tournament's moving along nicely. And here we go. So let's find my opponent here, see what they're playing. Go look, have fun. And it is time for revenge. Now it's time. We're going to go 3-0. We're gonna clean house here. You just wait. Yeah, I like this build better too. I think so. It has a little bit more play against the SEs because these two guys could have bullied the Medusa. I think this build probably would have won. Yeah, but it's good. That's why you need to learn. You know. Okay, so we got greenskins. Okay, so we did win this matchup versus a pretty good greenskin player yesterday. I think. Did we play greenskins? Not sure. Well, anyways. So there's a fair amount of stuff we need to worry about here. The Twilight Forest is not the map, so we need to figure out the map before we work on our build here. And the map is going to be what? So we have Big Fish on the greenskins. Okay, we have the green battle. So Altar of Hashut, Bloodgrove, or Chateau de Roquefort. Those are the maps. So the Altar of Hashut is kind of an interesting map for us, I think. I think it's good. So you start. Yeah, so Altar of Hashut. We have the Altar of Hashut. Altar is spelled wrong, I think. Or maybe it's not. Oh, yeah, this is the one that has those, like, interesting. It's really big, and it has, like, the triangle. Okay, yeah. Green on green. Company of Heroes 3 free this weekend. Nice. Yeah, how did we beat greenskins yesterday? No, we were... okay, so they banned the Bloodgrove, and I will ban Chateau. We will play Altar. Okay, so we're gonna play the Altar of Hashut, which is good. Yeah, Grom. The only reason we won those because the Rot Knights caught Grom, which was a gimmick. I felt like we were losing that game. Other than that, so we probably need to go back to the drawing board on the build a little bit. So I have some ideas about this matchup we're gonna try. Okay, that's fine, and that's fine. We can do that for the lore ability there. Okay, let's get you guys. I like that so far. The Mortis Tamerchad. Tamercon against greenskins isn't useless. He does do some serious work against the infantry, but the problem is the archers really give you a lot of trouble. You know, that's where you run into issues. So I think we do you, and then what else do we need here? I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you could bring Tamerchad on foot. Tamerchad on foot might be a little bit safer, but I think we're okay. So Tamerchad on 55 speed, yeah, I think we got to do something different. Exalted Plague Bearers aren't bad here. They're okay. Definitely though, the archers can punish you pretty good. So you gotta be careful. I'm bringing a pretty badass build that I'm hoping will do some work. So we'll find out. Okay, so we need you, and then we need to get this, and yes, and yes. Okay. You guys are gonna love this build. It's really fun. It's very, very cool. It's a bit of a gambit. You know, it may be good, could also be pretty bad. Throwing axes against these guys are useful. I do actually think Rot Knights are good in this matchup. Although they've failed us a bit today, I feel like, though I don't know, is it a trap? You know, they only did good against greenskins before. Well, they did get a lot of value. Maybe the ROR one is just too pricey. The Toad Dragon theoretically could be a menace. Yeah, the Rot Knights did trade better in this matchup. I don't know, dude, what did those Rot Knights get wrecked so badly by in that last matchup? I got to go back and watch that replay. That was a freaking disaster and a half. You know, it was just bad news bears. I'm trying to remember what this map looks like. I think there's like a big skirmish objective out in the open. Yeah, a little bit of funny business. All right, let's get you guys in the mix. Furies are very good here. You need at least a couple of those. The Rot Knights Redemption arc. Yeah, that was really bad. Tamiana Dragon is good. Kugath crushes here. Yeah, Kugath is a bit of a pincushion though. I don't think that it would work on this map, Harrison. Because on this map's huge. It has all these like crazy big open spaces you gotta play on. So they were fighting spears, but I had infantry there too. It wasn't like the Rot Knights were alone. A double Rot Knight opener might be insane. Yeah, it does sound pretty badass. But like against greenskin infantry, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's try this out. The music in this game is very epic. Yeah, it's easy to forget. I think Forsaken are nice, but they do get frigging steamrolled by squigs and stuff. Last game they sandwiched by spears in the front, cold ones to charge in the rear, Medusa. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess the just combined arms was able to drag them down. Chaos Warriors are okay here. They're okay. Dealing with the biggest squigus and the squigs in general, those things can be a bit of a tricky burden to bear. Do we need throwing axes here? They're all right, but the greenskins can definitely swarm them very well. Greenskin archers are good, but yes, they're not as like accurate as their cousins on the other side of the aisle. That's an interesting choice. What is the difference here? How much HP? 9.8 against 8.3. And they hit harder, but only have 16 models. Hit about twice as hard. They are cheaper too. Okay, this build's pretty badass. I don't know how it's going to play out, but we're learning. These couple streams are NURGLE learning streams. We gotta learn. You enjoyed the Age of Mythology gameplay? Yeah, no, man. We'll be playing Age of Mythology again soon. I definitely have it on the docket of things that I want to be doing. Battletoads here are okay against like Savage Orcs. I feel like Battletoads are a little bit overcosted. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Black Orcs. I think Black Orcs we can bonk with like Bile Trolls and things like that. So yeah, I think we're chilling in that regard. Okay, looks good, looks good. This map is pretty big. That's my only concern, is that it's definitely going to favor some greenskin mobile play, although I think we have the shenanigans. I think we got the tools we need. Switch you onto this, looking good. You guys want the furuncle? What's up, Mr. Myers? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. 2 of those, and then maybe I could squeeze in one more Marauder. Bile Trolls, we got these guys, so plenty of anti-large. Anti-infantry is more or less covered. All right, we're ready. Let's not overthink it. There's so many ways to play against greenskins, I feel. Like, swarming is definitely good, too. Just going super uber wide and just pressing. But yeah, you unfortunately often need to use face-to-foot style. Face-to-foot style is the only reason we beat a good greenskin player yesterday with NURGLE is because they blundered their lord. If my opponent had just sat back yesterday and hadn't thrown Grom the Paunch to the dogs, to the Rot Knights, he would have won that game. You know, so like I don't want to hedge. Yesterday's build worked, but it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my 2 cents on that. Let's see. Oh, did they change the Altar of Hashut? Hold up. I'm pretty sure there's like a couple objectives around this map as well. Pestigores in reserve are very good. They have very high HP. That's one thing that's nice. Oh, it's so nice not having to admin a tournament, by the way. Okay, where are the objectives on this map? I know, yeah, see, it's like a funky one where there's like a contested objective over here. Yeah, and then there's like a couple around the bend here. So we're going to do this and this. We're going to send these, just that one unit over there to grab this. So we have a bit of a character squad this time. And I love using Chosen. Chosen are just my favorite unit. So I'm gonna be using the dreaded double Chosen. And hopefully my opponent won't notice. And we can really feast with them. We'll see, though. They kind of look like Marauders. Okay, and then you're going to go get this objective here. You characters can go help grab that. We'll take the Soul Grinder over there. And then these guys are just going to... I could do a lane push. Like, use the Altar of Hashut and just, like, push straight for that. I don't know. So that's really hard, though, because they get their home calling right there. I think we have to contest the outside point, you know? You guys wanted the Chosen. You know you wanted it, you dirty dogs. Yeah, this map is very different. That's why, like, Kugath would have just gotten ping-ponged between these two objectives. If it were, like, an Itza or, something smaller. Yeah, this map's really cool. You can see that it has, like, the big, like, altars of the Brazen Bull and all that kind of cool stuff. All right, so let's get you guys waddling out there. And Grom, yeah, it's Grom the Paunch is very meta. That's why I brought the Chaos Sword of NURGLE to bully him. So the Chaos Sword of NURGLE should be able to just punch him in the face and just laugh it up. So that's going to be the play, while the Chosen are going to waddle out there. We'll get the Noxbringer and go start doing some harass. You know, that's going to be the idea. We do get up on the point. Marauders are also going to be there. Collins, I got some good stuff. Forsaken, Rot Knights, Plague Ogres, but we need to go start poking here. Yeah, I think we go contest that and make sure they can't get it for free. I could call in some Nurglings. Let's get the Blisterback Riders, and we can also get some Hounds maybe to go do that as well. And that objective is going to be good. So we have some Rugleds, Armored Orc Boys. That's for sure what we want to be targeting. So Defending the home objective should be pretty easy. We could just like call in Forsaken and Marauders and things like that, and should be in good shape. We got the Nurglings heading over there to mitigate that, and the Chosen are now waddling, and we get a big shot in the face right there, which is good. Now, where is Grom going to go, right? We gotta see what's cooking here. So Nurglings will arrive there soon, and on the outside there, yeah, that point is super hard to... Grom actually loses to Soul Grinder, probably. I think I could just punch him in the face if he comes close. We're going to see if he does. And I think we need to detach one Chosen unit. We'll see what the Greenskins end up doing, but yeah, we're going to go here. We're going to chase these guys a little bit, and the Soul Grinder can turn around and just punch Grom in the face. Although, I'm not sure how that trade's going to go, to be honest. Did they end up capturing it? They do. All right, so we need to just retreat. And we're going to pull Chosen here, and the Chosen are going to come here too, and we're going to send the 2 Marauders out there just to get that point eventually, right? So Grom should lose to the Soul Grinder, although he does have the Lucky Banner activated, which is pretty nice. So in the meantime, let's call in some Forsaken, get those guys up, some Marauders as well. And yeah, getting that from the Chosen is going to be very tricksy hobbitses. Nurglings here, unfortunately, going to eat it pretty good. We need to fan you guys out, pull you guys back a little bit. And the Soul Grinder, okay, so it looks like it's just going to be a brick fight right here, which is fine. What the hell was that? Oh, that was like Gaze of Mork or whatever. Okay, yeah, it's fine. So characters are on their way back. Grom is doing a little bit of work, but we are going to get you guys to do this, and you guys to go bash this Acid Burper as well. Let's move the Chosen up and prepare the Forsaken on the wings. You guys prepare here too. And if we can rampage his big monster, he's going to have a pretty bad time. So let's get you guys moving up here, get some Furies to fly overhead, and just kind of disrupt the Archer formation a little bit. And now we do get on top of this big beastie here. So we're going to pop all this and see if we can get the Acid Burper down. It does wreck one of my Marauders, which is to be expected. It's a pretty cool unit. It's very cool. Unfortunately, I don't think we get it to rampage, but we do get a lot of HP off it, which is nice. No sense in using the Furies yet. So let's pull you guys back, We do have the objective. So we just need to retreat back a little bit and just chill out and live our best life. So yeah, that's looking good. Out here, we're definitely going to get this objective. So okay, there's like a weird hitbox there where I can't click on that. Soul Grinder, he hits the wall, which is pretty funny. So now we do this, form up the ranks, and get our characters to go punch Grom in the face. Keep you guys in the wings, and yeah, this is our win con here. So what do we get called in? Durkid Squig Hoppers? Okay, so we need to get some Bile Trolls out there. We can take the Furies over there too. I think they're going to be more helpful in that position. We're going to go punch Grom in the face and just keep draining and, hopefully living our best life. Chosen are in good shape. Good play from my opponent. The way he's like circling my my dudes there is very, very good. I like that a lot. Yeah, Bile Trolls over there would be very nice. We almost got the Ruggled's Armored Orc Boys out of ammunition. And we do manage to punch Grom in the face a little bit, but now we're going to come here and try and pull you guys back. All right. Looking fine. And Bile Trolls. Bile Trolls will take a hot minute to get over there, which is my only concern. But I think the Chosen can hold the home point. We just need to find a way to, keep these guys in check. I think that's one Squig unit, It's just one. We do get a good fight here. Let's keep going after Biggest Squiggus and move you guys up. And now it's time to start pushing the Chosen up. I think we could just push and cackle. Let's bombard these guys a little bit, and we come back here. And yeah, I just have the healing. I should have brought Rancid Visitations. That would have been a little bit stronger. But yeah, the Chosen going to be a big problem for my opponent. All right, so where are those Squigs going? They're chilling here. We're going to keep these guys nearby to countercharge the Squigs when the time comes. Chosen have engaged, and the NURGLE Lord is a very, very good fighter. He's a menace for sure. As a matter of fact, do we want to call in some Poison Hounds just to give poison utility here? Yeah, that Squig is getting absolutely plastered by those guys. The Forsaken also hit very, very hard, so that's quite a nice one as well. All right, so let's call it some Marauders over here. We can get some Furies to come help if we need to. I don't think we do. Squigs are chilling, and we do see some Night Goblins there. So what we're going to do is get the Nurglings to attack here, and you guys can... Those are Durkid Squig Hoppers. I think we need to rear charge them to break them. That's going to be the play. All right, so how are we looking here? Yeah, Biggest Squiggus is almost dead, which is pretty fat, and we switch on to the Archers there. Furies on the other side. Let's get them to rear charge into the Durkid Squig Hoppers, get you guys into Night Goblins. Bile Trolls are there, and we can call in some Poison Hounds just to harry these guys a little bit and see if he's paying attention. All right, so Trolls have arrived. We do manage to win this fight over here pretty well. Grom the Paunch is getting it. And as far as reinforcing the home point goes, let's get some Forsaken coming up just to provide a little bit of support and keep shooting into the brick there. And we do break the Durkid Squigs, I think. We're probably going to break him, and I think we're going to hold that point. We also catch him slipping there a little bit, which is nice. So yeah, Grom is very meta nowadays. He's been getting a ton of action. We do see the Stone Trolls coming in, and probably need to get the Soul Grinder in melee to fight those guys, which is going to be good. Some Orc Boar Boy Biggins, and the Bile Trolls are probably going to want to rotate back to the other side. I think my opponent... probably going to realize they've lost his side. Let's go ahead and do this. Apply the slow. That's going to be a free kill there. And the Bile Trolls need to head back over here. And the Chaos Lord and company should be able to do well. Let's do a big overcasted fleshy right there. That's going to be very good. Chosen just being Giga Chads, I'm sure, wherever they're fighting. And yeah, they're injured, but they're hanging in there. And if we could bash these Trolls, that's going to be super good. Let's get you guys running through there. And Furies, of course, could be used. Furies are good against Boar Boys. They're certainly decent. So we did get the overcasted fleshy. Let's get you guys piling in to help, and we do see the trolls starting to falter a little bit. Fury's coming overhead, and my bile trolls will be there soon. And we do manage to just wreck the mobility here, which is very nice. All right, so soul grinder time. Are there any rusty errors? We do see Ruglad's armored orc boys, but I think just getting behind this position, yeah, and just breaking their leadership is going to be a little bit stronger. So we're going to just do a little fold around. And now we need to save for some true dedicated anti-large, because my opponent's just going to be spamming large shit out. Let's get you guys to fight the squig hoppers, and we can use the Father of Blades here, which is going to buff all my shit. Chosen's still going like absolute champs. Like, having Chosen saturated into the fight is very, very nice. And yeah, we need some trolls and probably get Plague Ogres, honestly. The Archer Core is going to be running a little bit dry here. And I will have enough for another heal here in a minute. So let's get our characters and see if we can snipe Grom again. If we could kill Grom round 2, that's just going to be chef's kiss. That's going to be very nice, right? So these Swamp Things are in some trouble. So we're going to get you guys in there. And yeah, Grom is in danger. My Sorcerer, though, is getting smashed a little bit. Let's even get that Sorcerer out of here. I don't even know what's hurting it. Grom is almost dead, but he does have the Lucky Banner activated, so that's tough. Let's maybe push onto here with you and do, I don't want to heal that. The Soul Grinder is probably going to need it, so we're going to like force path through these guys, drop a Fecundity on you, and he is in danger there. We're definitely cackling pretty good. All right, so we do manage to win those fights. Let's get you guys over here. Some Marauders definitely need to be unsummoned probably, so let's unsummon you. Get you back in the pool, and Grom the Paunch is in some danger, but we need to finish him off. Soul Grinder's about to die too, though, so it's a really nice grab from my opponent. All right, let's get some Plague Ogres in here, move you guys back up. Thankfully, the Chosen are still going. Grom is in serious danger. My caster, I think we just heal my caster, because if that thing runs, it's going to suck. And Grom is almost karate chopped here. So these guys have been chased down. This point's pretty secure here, and we're going to move you guys up. And yeah, we need to get him. We need to chase Grom down. Okay, good. Soul Grinder paid the price, but you know, someone had to eat it, man. Somebody had to eat it. So perfect. So now we got the Plague Ogres. They're going to be able to counter quite a bit. We need to see if we can circle around and escort Grom off the map. That's going to be the play. Let's get you back in there, get the Plague Ogres going. You guys keep going here. And Grom he's elusive. We're going to try and slow him down here and just get the pick. We got to micro this. He's got 400 HP, so that's it's pretty nice. But now we got the Plague Ogres in the mix. That should help. And Rot Knights will be the next pick. So, all right, so do we get him? Okay, Grom is dead. I think we killed Grom. Okay, that's money. So the micro paid off. All right. So a couple Houndos have arrived. Let's get them on the Archers, get the Giga Chad Chosen going through. Bile Trolls do get broken, but that getting Grom is going to break the back of the Greenskins, I think. Strong opponent for sure, man. We're playing a lot. There's so many good players in the community nowadays. It's crazy. All right, so we do manage to get that. NURGLE's Pestilent Glory. All right, back we go. And let's get the Marauders moving up to the point here. Grab that for a little bit of extra capture weight. Come back and bully this guy. And Plague Ogres, they're going to need the Chosen support. Oh, Chosen. Just the Chosen are honestly going to be able to win that fight too. That Chaos Lord of NURGLE is an MVP. So my opponent's probably going to invest in some desperation tactics here and go for my back point. So we need to start reinforcing that a little bit. At this point, though, I can probably push them and get to their home point. We do get some trolls in there, so let's move in there and fight that. And we can also heal the Chosen up. So let's heal these Chosen, get them nice and good like. The Bile Trolls have come back. Somehow Palpatrol has returned, and we are moving towards our home objective here. So let's do this, and I think we've gotten it. I think we're in good shape here. Marauders can go fight those Orc Biggins. Plague Ogres are doing good. Plague Ogres are an interesting anti-large piece. They're not like amazing, but they're definitely, fringe useful. All right, let's pop Father of Blades. How are we looking over here? We do see some Biggins coming over there, which we should be able to just tar pit with trash units for the rest of the game. We can even call some Furies in, so let's get some Furies and have them get ready to rear charge those guys. Although, hold up. Did I just get duped from my home objective here? So we need to get back there 100% and get some Marauders over there to support this. We are stealing their home objective. The Chaos Lord over here is doing some good routing. We do manage to get this. Plague Ogres, are these Plague Ogres or is there Bile Trolls? All right, we're going to send them here. Should be able to get back there. And how are we looking here? Yeah, that's a potentially a nice one. It looks like it hit the ground though, so that's unfortunate for them. Let's get a Stream of Corruption right down the pipe. Looks like that's going to hold, and the stream does get some nice tickling of the pickle. On the outside, we do form ranks with our Haggard Nurglings. We can send the Marauders to go get it, and you guys can go and see, is there anything over here we want to get? Oh, Grom is back. That's pretty funny. The dreaded return of Grom the Paunch. But we're pretty well ahead here at this point. I'm not too concerned about Grom returning. Let's round the Orc Boys. Are we going to win this fight? Yeah, those Chosen are just anchoring so freaking well. They're so good. All right, my Lord is a little bit trapped up over there, but I think the Chosen will be able to get it. We're going to have to see. And yeah, so we attack here with you, and now we're going to get the Furies and bring them around the back of the unit and call in the Rot Knights. Yeah, the Rot Knights, like, man, saving up that 2,000 for the Rot Knights, like, I don't know if it's worth it. It's like, could slow you down, try and get that objective. The Chaos Sword will hopefully fight there, and I'm hoping we'll eventually win this fight. So let's get some more infantry over there to help. Plague Ogre's taking a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. All right, on this side, let's get the NURGLE boys over here. Scream into the back of them, and we're going to get you around the back too. Somehow Grom returned. It makes sense. I mean, he has Troll Blood, so he regenerates, right? It's actually lore accurate for Grom to like regenerate from a bad wound. Greenskins managed to stabilize their home point, but the value's too close. And with healing taken into account, I'm pretty considerably ahead. Yeah, we'll get the Rot Knights out. At this point, they can just go chill over there and make sure nothing bad happens. And the Furies can jump onto the back of these guys. Should be able to rip them apart. The Chad Chaos Lord of NURGLE. He really bullied the hell out of frickin' Grom. He probably has at least 1,500 value. 2,800 on the Chaos Lord of NURGLE, man. Yeah, Rot Knights are definitely, they've been so swing and miss for me in so many matchups. Like sometimes I'm like, they carry me so hard, and other days they just fold. I'm like, ugh. Don't know what's going on there, but the Rot Knights are coming. I almost wonder if saving up for the big expensive ones is worth it, and maybe just going for the cheaper ones is better. Chaos Sword needs to do this, and we can get a Stream of Corruption out there to help. Let's get the Ogres and company to go fight here. You guys hunker down, and we just went on one right now. You know, but the Rot Knights should be able to get it. Those are Dirked Squigs, which will be very good against these Fury, so should have abandoned them, you know, gotten them out a little bit sooner. We'll try and escape with them if we can. All right, so the Chaos Lord is doing it. Are we going to have enough for a heal? We're not, and it looks like the Chaos Lord is now free. So he's going to return back to his pits, and we'll save the Winds of Magic here. All right, and we can push up on this point, consolidate our forces. I'm pretty sure we just win that fight too. And, oh yeah, the Squig Hopper is getting it done with the biggins, but I think the Rot Boys should be able to get it. We'll call it Forsaken over there, because they're fast and furious. Forsaken, a nice piece. Okay, so a couple Squigs are there. Let's move you guys up, and we can pop a Fecundity on the Plague Ogres. That's got to be nice, and we do manage to break them. All right, so now we're going to push just to keep them away from our objective. I think the Rot Knights here will handle all this shit. No problemo. They're probably too armored for the biggins to deal with the healing. Yeah, and the lore, Grom the Paunch eats troll flesh, and then he gains the ability to regenerate. But he becomes like, gets like an insatiable hunger kind of thing. He could actually go for my home point here, so I got to be a little bit aware of that. Okay, so here we go. You know what? Screw this shit. Why are we doing this? Let's just make him come to us. You know, there's no sense in us attacking there. Okay, so we do get some Night Goblins, some Night Gremlins. Yeah, we should be able to deal with those. We could attack them, but let's wait till they engage against something else. And now we just retreat back to this point. There's no sense in taking the risk, you know? No sense. Forsaken can just kind of sit between the 2 points. We'll see where they're needed. Although, are they needed over here? I don't think so. Yeah, we'll attack into the back of these Dirked Squig Hoppers, which are a good unit, and retreat back this way. All right. NURGLE is not somebody who's in a rush, you know, to win games. We can take our time. You know, we can go back. All right, so we're 1-1, 2 strong opponents, 2 strong builds. The fact that we got the biggest Squiggus so early, I think, is what won us the game. The Chosen, you know, 1,300, 800, I love using Chosen. You know, Greenskins are a faction that they do have Buna, but you often don't see it, so 2,900 on the Chaos Sword. Soul Grinder got 16, but it was disruptive. I definitely blundered it by playing it in that brick. Plague Ogres paid for themselves, and yeah, aside from that, the build worked all right. It worked all right. And for my opponent, Grom still got 2k value, pretty impressive. What else did good? The Skirmishers did fine. Yeah, pretty normal greenskin build, honestly. Nothing out of the ordinary there. All right, so we're in the win column, baby. You know, Chosen are great. Yeah, they're good. NURGLE wins just feel very gratifying, you know? They feel very gratifying. I need my opponent from the previous round to do well, which with Dark Elves, it's a tall order for sure. And that's versus greenskins. All right, so let's do this. GG. Win those next games. All right, 1 sec here. And there we have it. So we are all good. Anticity defeating Jack. Hitman Hippo defeating B6. We're about halfway through the round. It's going to take a hot minute here. And we're going to get going. All right. So how's life treating you guys? You guys doing all right? My game audio might be muted. Oh, it is. Shit. Okay, it's back on now. Sorry. Yeah. I could turn it up a little bit too, but thank you guys. Yeah, it was muted. My bad. Cheers from Papa NURGLE. Yeah. So we started working on some NURGLE builds for different matchups. We got a couple done. Yeah, we have one versus Empire, High Elves, Khorne, Demons of Chaos I made one for, and then also Vampire Counts. Got some schemes, man. Turin Discord is actually all the tournaments are posted there. Yeah, if you want to play in our, is there just yeah? So if you want to play competitive Warhammer, just join my Discord. We pretty much all the tournaments are announced in there. Yeah, yeah, Anticity. I know. I think I figured out what is going on with the weird numbers that we've been getting. I think that YouTube has like changed its YouTube gaming page to have like it sometimes put streams there. Like it'll be like, oh, this is a spot. Check out this stream. It puts your stream that's live in an algorithm, which then feeds it to people who have an interest in gaming. So I think they're just doing that. That's my only guess. Otherwise, I have no idea. It's been some foul witchcraft. Yeah, Jared, I have no idea what it is. All right. So now we got a little bit of time before the next game. It's my lovely wife's birthday tomorrow. We're gonna go pet some goats and meet some pigs, and then we're gonna go on a horseback ride, which is gonna be fun. I have no idea how to ride a horse, so I'll be like Gimli in Lord of the Rings, tumbling about. And yeah, cool. Round's going on. At least we're in the win column, which is good. Although our tiebreakers. Is it looking bleak? I need Abdel to win his matchups. Or Abzel, the guy I played in round 1. Is he going to get it? He is playing, okay, he is playing somebody here, so he could potentially win it. That would be good. I don't know, Anticity. I don't know. It's just my guess. And yes, sorry I missed your messages. A Chosen slaps his shield with his axe and yells, "She can take it." That's right. Thank you, Emco. And Jackal as well. Cheers from Papa NURGLE. Thank you guys so much for your support. Keeping the old man going. Can we get a video log of Haggard trying to ride a horse? I mean, I could have Anna film it if you want a little bit. Just for the laughs. I think the horse does most of the work, dude. I have no idea. Yeah. Pigback horse rider? Yes. I'm just going to ride on the shoulders of one of the farmhands. That's the true way. Okay. Refreshing brackets. Still a handful of games to go. Our game was reasonably quick, although, yeah, was it? Was that build good, though, is the question. Like, were those Chosen effective? I suppose they were. They held for a long time. And, you know, on that same coin, is it better to get the Great Weapons, I wonder? So the Great Weapons have 50 weapon strength. Their Sword and Board have 48. But, dude, 65 melee defense just feels so much better than 51. That's like a whole nother weight class. And they're also cheaper, the shielded variant, right? If they go with Black Orc, I don't think it's too big of a problem because you have the Trolls in reserve and you also have the Chaos Lord and Stream of Corruption. I think you can kill Black Orcs. Hog Riders. Yeah. I think there's a video online somewhere of a guy riding a pig. It was like a farmer somewhere in Southeast Asia or something, and he like actually rides like a giant hog. I can't remember where I saw it. He's like riding down the street. One Chosen got owned by the spinning gobbos. You see, that's my concern, is that the Chosen maybe get killed by fanatics, and squigs are uber cost effective there. Like, greenskins have some of the best anti-armor, anti-infantry tech in the game. So would we be better off just going like Plague Bearer and stacking Monster? But if you go like too heavy with the Bile Trolls, you're going to get wasted by Error Boys. The Chosen don't care about being shot by missiles, and I think with healing magic, their high melee defense makes up for some of the counters. Like, so even if like an anti-infantry unit hits them, their melee defense is so freaking high that they can still endure it. You know? Yeah, mass archers are strong for sure. I think you need the shields. Marauders get folded up. He used the acid burper on me. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, it was this game. Let me show you guys in the beginning. It was actually a clever play. I'm lucky that he didn't get me with the he didn't get my Chosen with the acid burper. He went for the Marauders. If he had went after the Chosen, it could have been a disaster. The Arwar Giant? No, the Arwar Giant sucks. Your best bet with NURGLE against SEs is your heroes. Like your Lord and your hero characters. Those are your best friends. Like, they're very good. The Exalted Heroes and the Chaos Lord of NURGLE is a really formidable fighter. He got 3k value that game, right? Yeah, so out of the gates, good play for my opponent, Goblin Wolf Riders. Definitely switching in the Arwar Wolf Rider would be good, the one with AP. Yeah, so you're going to see Grom versus the Acid Burper. Or Grom versus the Noxbringer. So yeah, you can see he comes in with the biggest Squiggus, and he uses the Fart, because this thing has the Acid Burping ability, and he just wrecks my Marauders. If that had been done on the Chosen, I would have been sweating bullets, but thankfully it was just there. But I guess he couldn't go that way because the NURGLE Lord, who has Father of Blades, really good. Yeah, really, really strong. Gives him a nice little damage buff. So yeah, we're able to chase back the Acid Burper there in the beginning. I just want to like watch the Chosen to see how they perform here. I mean, they eat the missiles well. Our lords bully his lord, so that was a big one. Normally, Grom bullies you if you go like Festus. You have to just endure him, which is not fun. Although if you go Festus double hero, and obviously this was the big win con, catching his biggest squigus back here. We were able to catch that guy, which was nice. Yeah, so Chosen just... Oh, nice. Okay, I was wondering what happened. Did you guys see that? So Homeboy got down the side with the Orc Shaman and used Gaze and Mork and blasted my Chosen into the Shadow Realm. Okay. I didn't understand why those Chosen took damage. I was like looking around and I did not see that. You know? That's what did that. Very nice. But the Chosen over here... Yeah, dude, I mean, this is so valuable. Like one unit holding back like all these pieces, including a troll unit, and value trading, you know, decently during the process. That's very cost effective. Like even if they don't like look good in value in the end game, holding back that many infantry is very, very good. And honestly, they're going to be able to probably beat some of these infantry, right? So that was how they did it. That was the Gaze and Mork down the side, which is a spell that was changed. So apparently pretty good as like a side missile. We see Ground the Punch getting beaten up by the Chaos Sword of NURGLE. Trolls are moving in as well. Chosen there, grinding it out. And overall, yeah, very fun game. I definitely want to just get like really masterful with NURGLE and have them be like a faction I can surprise people with in tournaments. But I'm going to need a lot more reps. The Plague Ogres are good here. Once the Archers are offline, Plague Ogres are very good. When Archers are online, they're trash. It's very much the conundrum of that, so you have to be careful. Rot Knights can endure Archer fire, but Plague Ogres cannot. They just get puncher right in the donger. Okay, so I'm seeing what happened to the Chosen there. Yeah, we're seeing it. Okay, perfect. If you end up losing, play a game with the Giant. Yeah, if I do end up losing this next game, it takes me out of contention for top 4, and I would be willing to experiment. I still want to come up with good builds. Like, I want us to learn. So against Greenskins, let's go back to the drawing board here while we wait for the round to finish and iron out a build and then save it. So Chaos Sword of NURGLE. On the Rot Beast, you can keep... You don't really need Rot or Die. I mean, the damage reflection's cute, but... It does spread to friendly units, though, actually, so maybe that's good, because then it'll trigger your army ability. Icon of Eternal Virulence is quite good, and then Father of Blades. I think you keep all those, okay? So shielded against the Greenskins in the front line. We bring these. I think you have to bring the Soul Grinder, because otherwise the Archers just have too much agency on you. And, you know, you're going to have a bad time, right? So there's that. The Chosen did pretty good. I think, like, maybe 1. 2 is probably overkill. You know, I think a little bit more width is going to be necessary. And a lot of it depends on the map as well. We could go for... We need a NURGLE Sorcerer as well. But NURGLE Sorcerers are like S-tier fighters. They're very, very good. We could do Lore of Death also. Buna on Boar Boys. Doesn't feel cost effective. I think just spamming spells, like Fleshy and Rancid. So Rancid would be better, I think, because there was so many opportunities where I had Grom low, where I had, like, you know, something important low, like their Wizard. And just being able to snipe that, I think, is better, right? So we do this. We get the Rot Beast. We have 700 left, and I think we just slap a Plague Bearer in there. Yeah, that's going to be fine. We don't have a lot of, like, pressing on the objectives. We have 3 fast single entities that can run up and grab objectives, right? So then I think you want some Nurglings. Just cheapo Nurglings. 1 Rot Knight in reserve, I think, is good. And I think the Bile Trolls were also a nice inclusion. They give you, like, mass to fight back with. 2 Furies, I think, is nice. And aside from that, I do like the Forsaken. I think Forsaken are a great reinforcing piece. And, yeah, Pestigors, you know what? Maybe we do need some Pesties to be honest against the Black Orcs. So just 1 Fury? Yeah, Furies didn't feel... They have a lot of anti-infantry. Maybe just 1 Fury. Yeah, this build feels better. Some spells are worth overcasting. Every spell does something different with overcast. Sometimes it increases the range, the duration, the amount of damage. So I think that is important there. So we're going to save that. That is NURGLE versus Greenskins. And then we can, like, contour these builds as we win or lose with them, you know? Like, once we have weaknesses exposed in our builds, yeah, okay. So then we'll see what we have next. Okay, refresh the brackets. Hey, we have Adam. Oh, Adam's such a cool guy. I always like playing Adam. He's really nice. Okay, T3. So let's see if we can keep NURGLE in the win column. Adam is a strong tiebreaker, too. A very, very good player. Yo, we're up, brother. All right, so let's get this. And I think they like Greenskins. It could be actually another Greenskin game, which would be a really good platform to test our build. And for this... Let's see what the maps are going to be for round 3. Do we have any good NURGLE maps? Crystal Lake, Not so good for us. Celestial Lake is very good for us, and Decrepit Moor is fine. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Who you playing? All right, so let's see what Adam's got, and the map is going to be decided on in a moment. Harrison getting the dreaded double buy round, so let me go ahead and message Bob. Just match him versus Red Sky. Okay. I'll ban Decrepit Moor. Okay, and I need to see what they're playing first. Oh, it's Cord! It's the Blood God! We will play on Celestial. Good luck. All right, so guys, we have the Forbidden matchup. And here we go. No, Harrison's getting a game. Yeah, Bob is going to fix it. Yeah. Baron to the Bog debuff or OP with Bile Trolls. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say overpowered, but a very good combo. You know, such combos are good when when all the cards fall in place. You know, when your opponent like is willing to take a blob fight with you under those conditions, it's good, but it's not something you can force upon your opponent easily, right? That's like the difference with a lot of like really OP stuff. Is that kind of thing, right? Okay, so weren't we going to change this build versus the Corn Dog? I think this is fine. Yeah. Do we go cheaper with that? I think those guys might be worthy here. We'll have to see. Yeah, this is a fun matchup, though. I like this one. I'm starting to like it. I used to hate it. I think it's definitely still massively Corn favored, but we can win it. We can win it. We're gonna give it a good college try here. Yeah, and we did fine-tune the build yesterday to be a lot better. All right, so that looks good. We got you guys ready to go. Plague Ogre's here? Nah, I don't think so. I think Minotaurs just outclass them too hard. Chosen against Corn are an interesting tech too, like a Chosen Grey Open, but if they go Exalted Bloodletter, you just have a terrible time. You know, it's just, it ain't good for business, as they say. Corn doesn't really have great magic, but Sleipnir is like a pain in the ass. Yes. Yeah, and also Wrathmongers are unlimited, so I think bringing Elite Infantry here is such a trap. Yeah. But let's see what we can do. Okay. What to do with Wrathmongers? Oh, Toe Dragon. You know, there's a couple other ways, but yeah, it's incredibly difficult. It's incredibly difficult dealing with Wrathmongers. They're definitely a counter to your roster. They counter most of the old roster, as they say. A kiting build? You could. I don't know about this map. I have been able to beat top-level Corn players, like top 5 leaderboard players, using this build style, so I'm hoping... It's still dodgy, though. Like, it's very, very consistently sketchy, you know? So, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Wrathmonger's doing fire damage is so good, too. So they get, like, a 20% damage buff against your freaking trolls and shit. Ugh. Double War Shrine? Yeah, I don't know about that. I really do want to make Chosen work here, but yeah, it's... This feels a little bit shady McGrady. Okay, so we got the Vanguard there. Let's see, maybe we try this, and then how much is that going to cost? Can we save the money anywhere? Cut that ability, so that's going to put us up to this. And what do we have here? We have all the goodies here, so that's nice. That's nice also. I think we can probably cut this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's try that out. It's a bit of a different tech, but we'll see if we can cook with it. Reinforcements. Yeah. Yeah, dealing with those guys is a pain, dude. Corngor's dragged down the Giant. Yeah, no, we got to win. This is do or die. If we want to have a chance at top 4, we got to win this, which our chances are already not great, although how's our tiebreaker? Decent. Decent. We had a couple decent tiebreaker games, so we're definitely in the running. But it's a very long stretch. It's a big tournament. Okay, what other units can we use against that freaking those hell beasts, those dread monsters? I mean, I often wonder about like Barons of the Bog or something like that, like pow with the bog to get in there and take them down. Could be an idea. So we take these guys, maybe slap you in the build. I don't hate that idea. Will Barons of the Bog actually kill a Wrathmonger or do good against it is the question. You know, feels like maybe not. Let's get you, then we got 575 here. Let's get that. All right. Good luck, have fun. No, plague grenades are not a good idea. If you because they bring Valkia. If you go for the Air Force, Valkia is going to be up there to bully you, and you're going to have a terrible time. Yeah, maybe if you went all in, if you went for I don't know. Let's say you went for maybe 2 Furies, the Grenade Boys, and you bring a Demon Prince of NURGLE in the sky with like Spirit Leech and shit. Maybe you could control the skies and bully them. That would be a really interesting exploration. With the tournament on the line for me here, I don't think I want to take that risk right now. I think we're going to play a little bit more conservative there and see what's cooking. So, all right. Yeah, you could do a NURGLE Demon Prince with Spirit Leech and like, you know, some other spells, and then he could probably handle Valkia, and then you would be able to control the skies and have like 2 Unholy Hand Grenades maybe. I mean, that theoretically could do something. Now, Wrathmongers you have to just grind down, and yeah, it's not fun, but you could do it. Thanks guys for joining. If you're enjoying the old stream, please do drop a like. Helps out quite a bit as we load into the game here. And let's get cooking, man. Let's have some fun. Let's see what we got. Yeah, NURGLE needs some more wagons, dude. Some plague wagons. Just get some rotten boys riding in the back of a wagon, throwing like stink bombs at people. Go back to the 90s. That was a very common prank back in the when I was in 8th grade, back in like 2001. Stink bombs. So kids, I don't know where they got them. They used to be sold at like weird like toy stores and shit, but you could buy like stink bombs, and people used to show up to school and like drop them in classrooms and like throw them at people and stuff. That was not an uncommon thing in the early 2000s, late 90s. Hope we get another 5-hour stream. Yeah, I mean, it might be. We'll see. We will see. Rancid's okay. Yeah, I mean, they do have spell resist, but it doesn't mean they're like impervious to magic, so it's often decent. Marauders of NURGLE. All right. So perfect. NURGLing's going to be cackling in the back objective, and we're going to head over here with you guys and fan out. So I did bring some forbidden sauce. I brought a NURGLE Chosen, which is an experiment of sorts, but we're going to see what we can do with it. All right. Good luck. Have fun. And let's see how this goes. Gotta see if it's going to be double Wrathmonger. Wrathmongers are just so dirty. Oh, dude, Tammy for sure. Tamarkon's my favorite. And Tamarkon is unironically very good into Khorne. He just destroys Valkia in a fight and can bully Wrathmongers. He's like one of the only tools I have. If I could bring double Toad Dragon in this matchup, I would. But for some reason, like Thunder Tusks are allowed to be brought in doubles and Toad Dragon can only be 1. Like, what the hell, dude? There's so many weird things like that. It's not the smallest army. You know, the Khorne army isn't much different in size. And yeah, is it going to be Wrathmonger, Marauders, Minotaurs, and we get Valkia, of course, which is no surprise. And I am not seeing Wrathmongers in the opening build. Oh, never mind, the Bloodwake Berserkers. Okay, they're there. So they are here. Palpatine has returned, and they are here to cause havoc. So we're going to get 1 Shielded Marauder to screen there and provide support. And Tamarkon and company are going to move up and hopefully drop some bows on people. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can deal with those Wrathmongers. Not going to be easy, but the NURGLings do arrive on the point very quickly, which is good. And next call, I actually unironically think Barons of the Bog, or maybe the Rot Knights, because I do see Minotaurs back there, so that's something. And let's see if we can rip a shot here and nail them. So we're going to try. At that range, it should hit. Yeah, and it drains ammunition too, so if we were able to hit these guys, it's very money. All right, Tammy's going to wait in the trees, and we're just going to keep bombarding those guys. In the meantime, we keep moving up. I think we're okay over here. You know, I think we're all right. Valkia can go do Sleipnirs. We need to make sure shit isn't lined up for like a really good Sleipnir. And just keep poking these horsemen. All right, so we do see the big man. We see the Wrathmongers coming out, so let's get you over here and just keep bombarding these guys. Nice, so we get a good bombard right there. And now we just retreat back a little bit, and it looks like maybe my opponent's going to let me have this objective, maybe a little bit apprehensive. We'll have to see. Are they going to rotate, right? Because we can rotate too. So let's get you guys up, and Tamarkon's going to lurk in the back. Yeah, we'll keep poking here. Keep Tammy back this way. Barons of the Bog, not so. Yeah, we need the Rot Knight RORs, I think. So we are going to move up the infantry here. I could use the Unspeakable Foulness if we want to. The Chosen we can keep in the trees. Just kind of keep it nice and safe. Keep bombarding the Horsemen, because without the Horsemen, they really will struggle to get us. It's going to be very tricky. And let's use the Unspeakable Foulness on the Bloodwake Berserkers here and get you guys ready to go. And yeah, hopefully we can endure. So the Rot Knights are really, really pricey. We do manage to get a big salvo here, but we do eat it in the face. And the Breath Attack does some okay damage, but nothing too crazy. And now we got the Chosen in. So we're going to move you guys in, and we're going to go ahead and do the Forbidden Tech, which I love. and just run Valkia off into the Shadow Realm. So we got Curse of the Leopard down, so now the Wrathmongers are going to hurt themselves pretty badly, actually. So that's very good for us. So we managed to get in. Tamarkon's going to use the Black Cleaver for the damage buff. And let's keep running with you guys. And we do get ambushed on the outside here. Very interesting. So that is going to be a Korngor ambush. So we can get some Pestigors, move them up, and hopefully be okay. And the big Soul Grinder is now going to bombard into them. All right, so Tammy's doing it. We have Nurgle's Favored Sons, and we can see the Wrathmongers are actually very low here, so that's good. But we are eating the throwing weapons a little bit harder than I would like. So we need to get Tammy back right now and try and endure. So, all right, so on the outside, we're hanging in there. Let's bombard these guys. That's going to be smarter. And we're going to get Tamarkon back, like, into the trees and save up for the Rot Knights. The Chosen are doing it. You know, they're hanging in there. The Wrathmongers actually got beat up pretty good. So we just need to kite away from these guys. Throwing Axes are almost out of ammunition. Blood Beasts are actually chasing Tammy, so that's pretty wild, but I think we're good with that. And just retreat back. The Chosen, yeah, the Wrathmongers actually straight up just karate chopped here, which is great. Tamarkon can keep retreating. I'm okay with that. And we're going to do this, park you guys on the point there. And if they keep chasing Tammy, that's really good, actually, because then we just call in the ROR Rot Knights, and we bully this position here. So we're going to go ahead and turn around and fight. So we're going to do this, and we're going to get a heal on Tammy right now, so let's get a heal. He's on fire. It is what it is. You know, not too much I can do about that. But we're going to go ahead and drop it like it's hot. Tamarkon's going to fight, and now we need to pull back, get the Rot Knights in there, and hopefully we stabilize. All right, so we do get some scary chariots over there. Wrathmongers are still going strong, and this Soul Grinder needs to do its thing. Okay, Tamarkon does get back, and these guys are about out of ammunition, so let's turn around and fight here. And we might lose ground on that objective, but overall I think we're going to be okay. So we do get the big shot there. Tammy is a beast. Tammy's going to be able to smash at Valkia, and we need to get you out of here too. All right, so the Chosen of Nurgle are hanging there. Now what we're going to do is wait for them to engage here and use the Curse of the Leopard to keep that goodness going. We're going to call in some of these guys. Tamarkon, we should be able to heal up pretty well, although he is in the midst of it here. So we need to get you guys overhead. The bombardment doing the work of the gods here, and they're completely out of ammunition. So Tammy needs to get back. You know, if I lose Tamarkon, I lose the game. But if I can keep Tamarkon barely alive, then we're in a great position there, right? So that's really, really good for us. All right, let's get you guys in the back. Rear charge in here. Tamarkon just needs to lurk in the shadows now. As a matter of fact, we can pull Tamarkon over here, and I think this fight's going to be shut down. Those horsemen are going to be chased off. And the Chosen of Nurgle doing pretty good, although the Wrathmongers are unfortunately tanking pretty damn well, which is no surprise. Winds Magic's very, very low, so I'm going to have to save for that. The Blood Beasts of Khorne are kind of trundling over here. But we do manage to get Valkia surrounded. I might actually be able to kill Valkia with Tammy. Tammy's at 2,000 HP. It's not amazing, but the fact that she's so trapped up here means maybe I could have some success. All right, so let's fight here. The Chosen of Nurgle are actually doing reasonably well here, and if we can break Valkia, you know, we're in a winning position there, right? So yeah, everything's going fine in the home objective, which is good. And now Tamarkon has engaged here. Let's get you guys to go there. And hopefully Tammy can win this fight. We're going to see. Black Cleaver activated, so that's going to give a nice little buff. We have 2,000 HP on Tamarkon. Not enough for Fecundity, which feels bad. And we're going for it. Yeah, we're trying to get that dub, man. Rot Knight's still fighting it out. We can use Nurgle's Favored Son. And here, the Chosen and company are fighting. Those are going to be Bloodletters. This objective is looking very good for us. Those are going to be Gorby's Chariots. And what do we call in next to help? I think we call in the Barons. So the Barons of the Bog are on their way in. Valkia is kind of getting bullied a little bit. Those horsemen have no ammunition left, so we're going to go chase them here, and Tamarkon's going to go after Valkia. Let's see if he can get it. Can we connect? We got 1,800 HP, and we do connect there. Her leadership is going to be a little bit shady. Let's get these guys over. Tamarkon should trade okay here. We might need to slow her down. Man, the heal. I need to keep Tammy alive. It's very important, but if we kill Valkia, it probably just ends the game, right? That's the idea. Yeah, so we're going for it. 1,100 HP. Valkia is wavering. All right, that's good. I need to save for Fecundity. All right, Valkia, if she can just straight up get broken here, that's going to be money. All right, so we almost have enough for a heal. The home objective is very dodgy, so we need to come back here and do this. Potentially in a position where I lose my objectives. Let's just get some great weapons heading over there. And this is comeback time. I have a lot of really good quality units. And yeah, Valkia is almost dead, which is going to be fat. And now we can get a heal on Tammy, which is going to be insanely good. So yeah, the horsemen are coming in. Let's go ahead and detach over here to hunt those guys down. And we charge them. And the home objective is stabilized now. That's good. So that's very, very good. And we can slow down some of you guys. Cut off the reinforcements a little bit here. Let's get the Nurglings heading over to the objective 2. And yeah, we just need to get Valkia gone. My opponent did blunder there a little bit. We have the Battletoads, so let's get the Battletoads moving up. And the fact that I still have my home objective is keeping me in this game, basically. Yeah, you guys can fight this. You come over here and help. And there is going to be double capture weight coming there on the objective now, which is tough. But hopefully we can knock those guys off. All right, so we're going to get our clutches on this objective now. And we do have the big Bloodletter. Oh, Tamarkon's back, and he's pissed. And the Chosen of Nurgle still going. Oh, I love it. All right, we have time. We have time to work. We have time to work here. All right, so those chariots are almost dead. And unfortunately, we're going to lose the objective here, but it's okay. We can get another Pestigore, and we should be able to reclaim it pretty quickly, because this is how this matchup goes. It's like, yeah, Valkia lives with like 1 HP. We're going to go attack her with the Furies here. Yeah, and those Bloodletters are going to get the business. From the Baron to the Bog, which are a hard counter against elite Demon Infantry, basically. Rot Knights are still in good shape, too. And yeah, it's going to be a little tricky to get this point back, but let's position you on the side, get you guys on the top of the objective there, too, and get another Nurgling heading over there, too. Now we just roll up, dude. Yeah, Valkia is fine. Even if she lives at this point, it doesn't matter too much. We just roll up and steamroll the objectives. There's very little chance. The Wrathmongers are back. We need to save up for another heal for Tamarkon. And this guy's just going to keep hustling, and you guys get on the objective there, and you just keep waddling over here. All right, so now we just bully the objective. We're not down by much in points. Marauders will lose that fight. And are there... Dude, the friggin' Wrathmongers are still alive, dude. What a meme. Holy shit. All right, Tamarkon needs to be healed. So we need to heal Tammy. We're going to turn around and shoot here. Let's get you guys going and start fighting over the objective. We can call in some Furies if we want to. The Furies are still hunting Valkia. She's on the brink of breaking. So we get this point, and now we just consolidate on the 2 points and win, basically. It's going to be the play. All right, let's call out more Pestigores, because they're just the most cost-effective unit we can call out here. And yeah, Tamarkon now just rubs his giant Chungus belly and holds this objective and lives his best life. Rot Knights could go threaten the home point here, actually, which is kind of fun. And we do get the terror out on them. Cool. So completely held that. We're going to push for their home point. Just really put the tempo on them here. And Tamarkon does have the breath attack. Furies have almost killed Valkia, or at least routed her a little bit. But you see how important this Soul Grinder is? The fact that we removed so much ammunition from them is so big. All right, so we probably want to leave a Nurgling here, just because there's a little bit of shenanigans there. And maybe we can leave one Marauder here as well. We're going to go for my opponent's home point, and yeah, we still see Valkia being hunted here. So yeah, this is my tech. I mean, this is a very good Nurgle, a very good Khorne player. Adam's solid. He's beaten me plenty of times. And this tech works. I mean, Tamarkon is the way. There's a lot of close calls for sure. Like he can get, you know, brought very, very low, and it can be incredibly dodgy. So we'll go over there. The Wrath Berserkers are still cackling. We're going to head to the home point here. Should be able to get it. The Rotting Riders are going to bully a lot of these guys here, and we do have heals for them too, which is nice. Let's get the Battletoads heading over there. Noxbringer can move and, you know, maneuver as needed, and we can get one more Pestigore coming over here, because I don't know if the Pestigores will even beat these freaking Bloodwake Berserkers, which is obscene. All right, but we do get the fight there, and they're taking some damage. I can do Curse of the Leper, but I think another heal for Tammy is better. So we're going to heal Tamarkon. We're going to move in here. Nurglings have gotten up on the point. Those are regular Bloodletters, so we can just send some trash into them for now. And cool. So we're looking pretty comfortable over here. Let's get you guys moving up. They have some units that have rallied back here, so I am in some danger of maybe losing this point. But the fact that we have their home point is very, very good. Yeah. So it's all about the Toads. Let's shoot those Bloodletters. Really, really like the Noxbringer. Super useful piece. And the Blood Beasts are going to get run over here. We'll use the Black Cleaver. That should help. Nurgling can come over here. And the Bloodwake Berserkers have finally met their match. They were pretty low. So Curse of the Leper is so good against them. It's the biggest tech you have as Nurgle. Okay, so that's money, dude. Oh, Tamarkon. I love using big, like, campaign units. Shit that you would normally just see in campaign and actually have it be good and competitive is like my power fantasy. All right, so let's get some Pestigores to come over here. They can come reinforce this. Back objective should hold fine. We have Khorne Gorers fighting, and that is going to be all she wrote. GG, well played. Yeah. I missed it. What's the tech? Yeah, so Tamarkon is a raid boss because he bullies the shit out of Valkia, and he wrecks the elites here. The Noxbringer takes all the ammo away from the Marauder Horsemen, and then Rot Knights come in and clean up any of the mass, like Minotaurs as well as like Hounds and whatever. Yeah, this playstyle has done well for me. I think that build is good. I'm going to save it. So that's going to be Nurgle versus Khorne. It's a slight adjustment. The Chosen, I don't know how well the Chosen did. Arguably, maybe they fought pretty hard. They fought really hard on that point. I didn't see their value, actually. Yeah. GG, well played. Scary game. Yeah, but I think we've kind of found a way to deal with the Wrathmongers. So, yeah. Maybe Khorne players are going to go back to the double skull cannon and just, like, start kiting me again. But... watched Turin for years, so I've never figured it out. How does he move his camera around the map like that? I just use the keyboard, ASD, like all that stuff, yeah. All right. So let's do this, report the score. So we're bringing the Nurgle win rate up against Khorne. I think it's like 20% right now, but we're bringing it up one game at a time. All right. The Chosen held for a long time. They finished the 2 Chevrons. Let's actually... I like the Chosen. With Curse of the Leper, the NURGLE Chosen can probably defeat Wrathmongers, which is a huge, huge tech, right? That's very good. Let's see what kind of value they got. I'm curious. Unspeakable Foulness is such a Turin-sounding ability. It really is, dude. I love it. Does anybody have the old Tamarcon model they want to sell me? It's so hard to find online. I mean, I found some shady websites that look like they're shipping from maybe, I don't know, it looks like it was like a Chinese recast or something, but like, how long is it going to take to get here? Is it going to be just haggard? Like, I want to get a Tamarcon model for my tabletop army so bad. All right, so I'm just checking how the Chosen did this game. That's all I'm going to be focusing on. We knew how everything else went, right? So yeah, Chosen of NURGLE, pretty good stats, good armor piercing. Yeah, so we end up fighting on the objective. Wrathmongers get thrown up on, and it does not much damage. That would have been better on other units, but this is the big tech. Like, look how low the ammunition is on these throwing axes already, right? Calvin, hit me up in Discord, man. But the Marauder Horsemen of Khorne are already at half ammo. Now, normally, these are how Khorne counter Tamarcon. But if you use the Noxbringer effectively, you can screen these out. My opponent has the right idea, though. Using the Valkia to hunt down the Noxbringer is very, very good. Yeah. All right. So we end up taking the fight here. We use Curse of the Leper on the Marauders. But I think my opponent targeted the Chosen, so I'm not getting as much. But yeah, look at the Wrathmongers. They're already, like, dying. And they're already, yeah, this is what it's all about. Like, countering the Wrathmongers is the key to success in this matchup. Tammy overextends a little bit, and I did blunder. I should have just kept force shooting the throwing axes, because this is a nice play for my opponent. He ends up getting a lot of damage on Tamarcon, and also the Minotaurs with great weapons, right? But Chosen are hanging in there. The Black Cleaver also gives them a nice stat line buff and gives them magic damage, which isn't too relevant here, but it can be against other Khorne units. Okay, so Tamarcon retreats. Chosen are sitting at 600 value already. That's really good. My opponent goes all in to kill Tamarcon. Not a bad idea, honestly. If I didn't have the Rotting Riders in my army, like let's say I didn't bring the Rotting Riders in my army, then I probably lose the game here. Like, because Tamarcon just gets hunted and killed by all these units. But yeah, like, the Curse of the Leper overcasted with Chosen of NURGLE, but you can even use like Crap House Marauders and use Curse of the Leper. If the Bloodwake Berserkers actually attack them, the damage reflection is good. No, Leper is really good, dude. I'm telling you. I use it in a ton of matchups. Like, Anticity, any mirror match where you're playing Fury versus Fury, you have a NURGLE Fury versus a Fury from any other faction. If you slap Curse of the Leper down, you just decisively win it. It's very good, and it's a cheap spell. It's like 7 wins of Magic, so... Yeah, the Rotting Riders came out and bullied those guys. And the Chosen of NURGLE get another Curse of the Leper here, which is going to give them a ton of damage reflection against the Bloodwake Berserkers, which still get an obscene amount of value. But see how they're damaging themselves? Their HP was really dropping quite rapidly there. And the Chosen actually, yeah, 1,500 value on the Chosen of NURGLE, but I think they end up losing this. No, more infantry come in. They actually, yeah, but man, those Wrathmongers are freaking insane. With the buffing, though, the Chosen got 1,600 value. And, of course, we end up bullying Valkia back here with Tammy. Tamarcon is so freaking good at killing ground-based units. Crazy, crazy good. And then we start to get some pretty favorable fights here. And the Barons of the Bog are also a good tech. I think Barons of the Bog could theoretically do very good against Wrathmongers. Let's see. Are we in our next round yet? I got to make sure. Win that next one for me. Okay, so let's see what's cooking here. All right. Yeah, we're in the running, but probably not. We're gonna need to get a very strong tiebreak in the next round, which is fine. You know, we're having a good set of games, which is all that we're here for, anyways. It doesn't include the damage that's reflected. Another tech I want to experiment with. So let's do this. So we're just gonna do sandbox mode. Yeah. So where the hell did we do sandbox? Realism mode, sandbox mode. Yeah, so that needs to be land battle. Okay, and then we need to do the stat modifiers up here. Okay, and then we're gonna do, I know you can click sandbox mode somewhere. Sandbox, okay. So we can do flats, we can do crossroads. It's good for testing, and then we're gonna test out the NURGLE Barons of the Bog against a Wrathmonger. Now, the Wrathmongers aren't going to get their charge off, which is fine. So it won't be a perfect test, but I just kind of want to see the general ambience of it. So we're going to give the ROR Wrathmonger, which is a 1750 unit. Pretty insane. Curse Leper can help Rot Knights go extra Super Saiyan in big cat fights. It's actually true. It's actually true. So I feel like we're improving with NURGLE. We're slowly getting better with them. I think after a couple more sessions, we could probably win an SFT with them. We just need to learn the matchups. We learned a good lesson against Dark Elves. Against Dark Elves, I think you have to go double character. That was a big blunder there. Sandbox mode just makes the AI stand still and not do anything. If you attack them, they'll fight back, but otherwise. So Barons of the Bog theoretically should be really good. Their anti-infantry, magic damage and poison is helpful too. But their debuffing will be nice. Let's see if we can get the fight here. Yeah, hopefully the Chaos Lord doesn't get pulled into the fight. So yeah, Wrathmonger is pretty erect. The problem is Wrathmongers do freaking magic damage too, so they get past the Phys Res of demons. All right, so we're in. If this is like a close fight, I would be happy. Okay, so Wrathmongers are down. They are suffering from the Wasting Sickness and also the poison. These are a 1250 gold unit versus a 17-something gold unit, 1700, right? Okay, the Lord just gets punted by a random toad. That's pretty funny. Is he going to come and fight? Hopefully not. Oh, the Lord's going to screw up the fighting. That doesn't feel great. That feels pretty bad. That feels really, really bad. Now, if I used, like, magic to support them, maybe. I still think Barons are good against, like, Bloodletters and other infantry. I think they're nice, and the debuff is good. I still think they're worth bringing in the build, but yeah, having them do a direct fight versus Wrathmongers isn't great. Whereas, if we show you guys the Curse of the Leper, so let's get the Rot Beasts. And we could just get like a shithouse Nurgling, or we'll just get a Marauder or whatever, right? That's going to be fine. We can show you guys the true power of the Curse of the Leper here. And yeah, this is the tech though. This is how I've beaten Khorne players. I think when Khorne players start to pay more attention, it's going to be hard. What you'll have to do eventually is not cast Curse of the Leper right away. Like wait till they go to micro somewhere else and then do it. Otherwise, it's pretty easy to micro away from. If somebody's watching and they see it, it's like, feels bad. Yeah, Barons are mixed. Yeah, you could mix the Barons with infantry units, but I was just seeing how they would objectively do in a 1v1 here. Oh, I think I forgot to friggin' change that stupid shit. Hold on. All right, how are we looking? Do we have the next round yet? I don't think we do. Yeah, because every time you go out, yeah, okay, it looks fine. Yeah, great. Yeah, they're beast mode, man. Wrathmongers are definitely the best infantry unit in the game, I think. They're very good. Rancid, yeah, you could try Rancid on them. Maybe like an overcasted Rancid since they have a low model count. I'll actually try it here. This is a good opportunity to test this. We're in the next round? No, we're not. Okay, there's still one game to be finished. No, 2 games. 2 games to go. Okay. So here's the forbidden tech. This is my favorite. I love this tech. Because like you could just throw the ultimate shithouse unit against them. And you just get a lot of value. Now, overcasting, what does that actually do? Greater armor and increases... Yeah, so overcasting is probably worth it. But overcast is 10 winds of magic. So you could do that, what? Yeah, about 7 times during the course of a game, which could change the tide of a lot of fights. I really like that damage reflection is a good thing. It's very, like, accurate, right? You're fighting a NURGLE warrior, you hack him open, and then, like, acid flies out or, like, disease. You know, the flavor of that is very, very good. All right. So we move into combat here with just junk-ass Marauders, right? And then we need to do this. So we need to wait, and we're going to wait till they get a little bit closer. All right. Here we go. Normally they would charge you, and we're going to pop it like it's hot. So now we use damage reflection. So look at the damage immediately going down on the Wrathmongers. That's already better than the Battletoads, right? Like, look at that. Oh, that's so good. That is so cost-effective. Like, that's a 400 gold unit and 10 winds of magic, you know? And then we could try Overcasted Rancid just to tease, but... Yeah, that's about as good as it gets, you know? And then we could do this. Let's try an Overcasted Rancid. So they have, what, 4,000 HP? Let's see what this brings them down to. I mean, like, that's not worth it. That's 22 winds of magic. You know, 22 winds of magic is not worth that. That's shit. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Super. I was sweating bullets. All right. So there's the forbidden tech right there. So let's go ahead and do this. Does that track the value? No, it doesn't. No. You can also do that with the Nurgling RORs. You can send the Nurgling RORs into them, and they have built-in damage reflection, the Blisterback Riders. I don't know what the value is. So does it say like X damage reflection, like a certain amount? So that gives 14 damage reflection, okay? If you send the ROR Nurglings in, they have a built-in version of it, which is going to be That's 10. That actually might be a good tech. Send the blisterback Nurglings into them. Because they have it built in. Oh, we got to test that real quick. Shit, that could actually be some forbidden sauce right there. The Rancid nearly healed them? Yeah, the Rancid is not the way. Those like low model count infantry, like Aspiring Champions and whatnot, they're very resilient against such tech. Okay, we got one match still going here. Isn't Rancid... Rancid's actually not bad against Monstrous Infantry. Like, against Changebringers, it can bring them down to, like, half health through their shields. So, not terrible. Now, do the effects stack? I bet you it does stack. But I'm going to try the Nurglings just on their own first. And see if we can cook there. All right, so let's get the Nurglings. Oh, perfect. I can't even Vanguard them. All right. Let's see how this goes. They have 10. The spell gave us... way more. So, Overcasted gave us 28. Okay, so overcasting it makes a big difference. Overcasting is 28. So this isn't going to be as good, but I'm curious about the performance. Let's see if they can reflect some of the damage back. It's cute. So if you overcasted it, that would probably be an ideal situation. I mean, that's not worth it. That's bad. That's really bad, actually. So no, it's only the overcasted variant that really does the trick. Yeah, it's only the overcasted variant. Okay, those guys are still going, and refresh this. And see if we can end up going 3-1 with Nurgle tonight. I'd be very, very happy. That'd be super fun. Does it stack? Yeah, we can try that. Yeah, we're reloading here anyway, so. Here we go, and let's load into the game and try that again. Yeah, Nurgle's a fun faction. I think they're underrated, but very difficult to play and very niche. Like, you really need to know what you're doing. It's not like... You can pick up, like, most of the Chaos factions, like Khorne, Warriors of Chaos, you know. Tzeentch is similar to Nurgle. I think Tzeentch has a big knowledge barrier. You can't just go in and steamroll people with them. But with, like, Norska, Khorne, Slaanesh, you can just go unga bunga, like infantry, super cost-effective mobility, Hellstriders, you know, things like that. And you can just mouth breathe and basically win. Khorne and Nurgle and Tzeentch are decent factions, but I think they have a big knowledge barrier. Nurgle, you need to know the builds in and out, I think. You can't bring bad builds and win with Nurgle. Okay. So there they go. Let's move in here. Here it comes. And it's going to be going here in a second. And let's pop that. Okay. Did we do the overcast? Shit, I didn't see if we did. Okay, well, I think we did. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it stacks all right. That's not bad. I mean, it brings them down to about 40, 35%, give or take. Let's try damage reflection on my Lord, actually. Oh, that's something I actually test. Hold on. Oh, that's another idea. So we need to keep experimenting, guys, to figure out the forbidden sauce. Hey, I got my opponent. All right, we're in the next round. What I was going to do is send a SE in against those. Okay, T. Okay, we're playing Debulch. Very good player. Been competing and doing very well in the recent tournament scene, so excited to see what they got cooking. And let's see if we can... We're already, you know, going to go at least 50%. That's good as we continue to relearn Nurgle. Haunted Vale, Edge of the Darkwood, and Glinty Chief's Crag. Okay. So all pretty open maps. These are not good Nurgle maps. What are you playing? The map bans are essential, I think. Yeah, the Overcast is pretty damn good. Yep, the Overcast is what it's all about. Yeah, the Marauders have a higher model count, so I think they last longer. You know, even using maybe a Chaos Warrior, like trying a shielded Chaos Warrior or something like that against them, maybe. Not sure if the reflected damage matches the AP ratio of the input damage or if it has its own damage profile. Yeah, that's a question for you, Waka. I would have no idea. Okay, Vampire Coast against Nurgle is actually very fun. I love this matchup. All right, let's do this. And, okay. So my opponent will be on the way. They're playing Vampire Coast. I have some ideas about this matchup. I definitely think it can be tricky if Coast knows what they're doing. Bomber mobs are really nasty. Very tough for Nurgle to deal with. Okay, so let's refresh this. Vampire Coast in the last round. Okay, the Bulch is there. Great. So who's top of the bracket? I will start with the picks and bans. Okay. So Glinty Tooth's Crag. I don't remember what that map looks like. Glinty Tooth's Crag. Glinty Tooth's Crag. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, this one. Yeah, it has that like weird side objective spot. This is a cool map, actually. It doesn't get used very often. Bob incorporating some off-meta maps here, which I think is pretty fun. Okay, I know this map, actually. Glinty Tooth's Crag. Is this the map we want? Or do we want to do Edge of the Darkwood? I think I'm going to ban the... I will ban Haunted Vale. And then my opponent just decides. Because, yeah, I'm the first ban here, so you got to do it. All right. Should be good for NURGLE. Yeah, we ain't got 10. We ain't got 10. Yeah. Some evil witchcraft. Evil. So what are they going to do? I'm ban Haunted Vale. We're going to play Glinty Tooth's Crag. All right. I would have actually... Would I have picked Glinty? Probably not. I think my opponent made the right ban. All right, so let's start on this. I know what they're playing, so... Is this going to be the time of the dreaded Epidemius? Oh, dude, Epidemius time. I'm unironically thinking about it. No. Right? That's just too haggard. Like, what lord is the ideal? Probably just a spellcasting lord. We definitely need Furies to deal with the Air Force in case they do something there. Epidemius is a very vulnerable target, but he does... Why does Epidemius have 80 armor? That's such a weird thing. So weird. Wasn't there a tech with peasant mobs doing the same thing with a life caster? Yeah, with the Shield of Thorns or whatever. Yeah. It wasn't unheard of, to say the least. So bomber mobs are coming for us. They're going to be a menace. Epidemius is cool, but he's like, oh, he's so clunky. Okay. Plague Father, Kugath, no. If they bring cannons, Kugath is going to have a terrible time. I mean, Tammy in this matchup's actually not bad on foot. Yeah, there's some options there. So let's get a couple of you guys out to grab that point. We're going to be dealing with like pistol mobs. Lot of scary undead shenanigans. I think we can throw one of these in too. And then, do we want shielded warriors? This one has like a really safe home objective here. I think we bring you. Yeah, okay. We're getting the idea of how we're going to play this, I think. Yeah, we're getting the hang of it. This map's got some funny business. A biblically accurate turn. Are you just saying that because I can only see out of one eye right now? How dare you, dude? Are we going to deal with Giant Battle Crab too? That's right. They can go Giant Battle Crab if they want to. I need to put some respect on the Giant Crab. Because that thing is a menace, for sure. Forsaken are definitely very good here. Very, very good. They're a solid unit. Plague Bearers probably a little bit too vulnerable against the bomber mobs, but they do have a F-ton of HP. Foot Tammy can bully crabs, maybe. Maybe so. All right, don't know how I feel about this. Mortars are... I don't care about mortars. Mortars won't kill your shit quick enough to be any good, to be honest. Yeah, they're not going to have a great time. Okay, so that looks good. And of course, I almost forgot a caster. I was like, oh, something pretty essential missing here. All right. Let's cut all this, cut this. And now we got 450 left. So what spells do we need? Big healing's always good, but yeah, the Stream of Corruption is nice. The damage reflection I think is cute, but I mean, it would be potentially good against like Depth Guard, but that's basically it. Okay. So Rot Knights in this matchup, what are they good against? The Deckhand mobs will be tricky to clear. Rot Knights will counter the Morngulls, the Animated Hulks, potentially be very good against the Crabos. Bile Trolls might just be better though, I think. Bile Trolls got, they got that thickness. They're down with the thickness. Okay. This map, like, warrants a very different strategy than normal maps. Josh.
I figured you were maybe...
Oh, thank you, darling. Dziękuję bardzo.
Water?
Co robisz?
Sprzątam. Do you need water?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. Okay, the forbidden technology is being developed. It's going to put us at 500 there. Don't have enough. So close. Probably bring you, and then throw in a Nurgling here. I think Marauder Horsemen probably are necessary. Just to keep the Crabos honest. Morngul's are a bit of a pain. Yeah, Noxbringer is very good in this matchup because this map you can hide from cannons, I think. I think it's one of those maps where you can definitely trundle the cannons and hide from them. Yeah, this isn't a Rot Knight matchup. There's too much shooting. There's too many halberds, the cheap halberds running around. That just feels like I'm asking to lose if I do that. Pestigor Vanguard is an option. I think we go 2 of you and lean into the goodness. We can get 1 Battletoad and then we can get 550 money left. Oh, it's such an awkward amount of dough. It's so awkward. Music is getting all epic as it's crescendoing as I finish my build. Oh. You guys want Queen Bess? The dirty Queen Bess play, is it coming for us? I would, you know what? Queen Bess would unironically be a bit of a nuisance. I would be like low-key nervous about Queen Bess. Pestigors, we probably need some. Just to have some Vanguard. Oh, but the Plague Toads. Do we really need the Plague Toads? What are they good against? Plague Toads will counter Depth Guard and they'll counter Sirens. Depth Guard dual weapons are a bit of a problem, but I don't think we need those, yeah? I don't think we do. The music's getting very, very epic here. Oh, but yeah, you know, there is that element of those fighting with Homeboy over there, which is quite nice. Then I think a single hound unit's good. All right, I think I'm ready. We're really unleashing the forbidden fruit on our opponent. This is truly an evil tech. The Toad Rush? No. Toad Rush would be pretty bronze. Toads are not a great unit. I think they need some cost adjustments. I think Toads could use -50. There's a lot of overcosted shit on the NURGLE roster, and Tzeentch too. Tzeentch and NURGLE have a lot of overcosted units. If I was just like spitballing with you guys here, I'd probably say we cost reduced the Plague Ogres, like 100 gold off each Plague Ogre variant. I think we take 100, maybe 100 gold off both Rot Knight variants, maybe 100 gold off the basic one and 200 off the ROR. The Plague Drones could probably be like Empire Knight prices. They could probably be like late 850, 800 gold. No, Epidemius is too dangerous here, I think. Yeah, no. It would be funny, but yeah, we'll see. I wish I could just play down with the sickness every time I load into a game with NURGLE. Yeah. By the way, there will come a time when we will be streaming different games on the old Twitch TV. So if you guys want to get set up for that, there's my channel link there. You know, like Warcraft 3, Company of Heroes, different things like that. We might do those like late at night, you know. Something over there. We'll see. Like if I'm working on a build guide, for example, I might stream that over on Twitch and then we could upload it to YouTube or something, you know. But yeah, if you guys are interested. NURGLE is hard. Yeah, NURGLE is fine, I think. I mean, just a couple minor tweaks. Yeah, all right. This is the map I was expecting. Okay, I was a little bit nervous it was something else, but yeah, we're fine. Aha! I have duped you all. I did indeed bring Epidemius, although you guys all saw that coming. So Epidemius is going to be moving up with his demonic host. So there he is, and we're going to take a cultist over there because holding our home objective should be pretty doable. We're going to park a couple warriors on that. Okay, so there's you, and the Noxbringer. Nurglings are going to push up and Vanguard there. We'll put a gremlin up here to Vanguard this too. And then the warriors are going to grab our home point. So yeah, Epidemius is going to be cackling and just being an unholy raid boss on this point. He also is an armor-piercing magic damage fighter. So people forget about that. Yeah. Dude. Oh, we should have a competition to see who could do the best, you know, the ooh-ah-ah-ah thing, the thing that they do, to see who could do that the best. I bet you Pwn would nail it. Pwn's really good at stuff like that. So we got Stream of Corruption and Fleshy, you know, very standard kit, very basic stuff here. Never saw this map. Yeah, this map was old. It's good though. It's a great map. It's I think it's good for us, you know, because there's a contested objective that is hard to shoot at, so we can definitely just like park our shit there and just be like annoying. Okay, we can actually move you guys over there. Maybe down here was better. Yeah, that's a good spot. Okay. Damn, I didn't mean to rush my opponent. I just I set up pretty quick, so. I do have Demon Infantry. We got Plague Bearers. We have a lot of Nurglings. I have the Noxbringer. I have Plague Bearers in reserve. I have 2 Plague Bearers in reserve and a Plague Toad. We have all the goodies. You know, we have all the goodies. All right, so we're going to get this. And the Noxbringer can literally hide behind this pillar and just cackle. Let's get these warriors up. lot of shielded boys and bomber mobs to be expected. And in the back we got Aranessa. Winds of Death is very good as well. Okay, yeah, that's actually kind of a scary build. I'm a little bit nervous about it. So Epidemius and company are going to do it, and we're going to see where my opponent's going to go. Like, the thing is, I want my opponent to attack objective 2, because then it's my home objective, and I can just, laugh all the way to the bank on that. You know what I'm saying? It looks like there's going to be some scurvy dogs coming up, but I can start dropping the Noxbringer shots on the bomber mobs and just get a ton of value, which is going to be great. So Bile Trolls, there are gun mobs in the back, yeah. That's a little bit scary. All right, so we're going to go make sure these gremlins don't get this. And dude, oh my god, this unit is so slow. Oh, it's so slow. We're probably going to take the cultist down here. I think he's going to be needed on the home objective to help against, because my opponent's probably just going to full court press me here. And we need to start shooting into the bomber mobs now. So we're going to just start bombarding here, get the 2 Nurglings on the point. And if they just decide to play this objective, I mean, Epidemius just goes over there, right? Because, yeah, they're just going to... Oh, look at that shot. Damn. That was money. All right, let's keep draining the ammo. We know it's cooking here. Yeah, good play from my opponent. Like, mitigating the capture weight a little bit. That's very good. They're just going to do a full court press in the middle. So I need to waddle Epidemius over there, which is going to take like 5 minutes. Yeah, so we're draining ammo off the bomber mobs, which is super, super good. We're going to hide you back here, and the doggos have arrived. And we have shielded Chaos Warriors, which are pretty raid boss fighters. They're pretty raid boss. And now we're going to get some Plague Bearers coming up, because they take 10 years to arrive, so let's just get them going there. While the Noxbringer continues to bombard from the high ground, which is super, super good. All right, so let's just keep going after the bomber mobs. We can fully drain out whatever we can. And yeah, now we know where the fight's going. Epidemius is so freaking slow, though. Jesus Christ, he's slow. Oh my god. Thankfully, the cultist is going to get there. Okay, we get another shot there. Let's go after the black spot. That is the Arwar. And we got friggin' hand cannons back there. Nurgling should be able to hold that. And what are they going to try and do here? I'm not sure what they're up to. Some funny business. Are they trying to like run interference? Not sure what it's going to be. Yeah, they're going to do a full court press on my home objective. It's like a quest battle map. Yeah, it kind of is. All right, so Epidemius will get there eventually. He'll probably be there by the time the fighting starts. We get another great shot on the handgun mob back here. And now the Chaos Warriors can duke it out. Do we have any throwing weapons? We do have some. Let's get some throwing axes out just to keep these guys honest. Going to retreat you guys back. Warriors are ready. Cultists can go fight here, and let's get the cultists in there to help out. All right, so this is going to be a nasty full court press. Yeah, we got the throwing weapons. Let's get the Nurglings back and get the Warriors. Actually, Nurglings can take that beating instead of the Warriors. We got to watch out for Winds of Death, though. Winds of Death is going to be incredibly devastating. Noxbringer has done some pretty good ammunition drains. And here we go. All right, so the Warriors are up. I'm ready for our Lord and Savior Winds of Death to arrive. And now what I need to do is probably call in some Furies. So we're going to call in Furies here, and we're going to call in a Fury over here as well. We'll do like a front push with one and just bring it around the side. All right, so we're already crumbling one of the animated Hulks, which is very good. We're about to get bomber mobs in the face. There's not much we can do about it. We do have the Jack Dropper bombers, and we are continuing to get good salvos. Wow, those guys are straight up crumbling the Salt Lord Scuttlers. All right, so yeah, demon units are going to die in droves here, which is fine. Plague Bearers just need to waddle, and dude, this is just like a survival challenge here. We do get a little bit of a split push coming in from my opponent, which is cool. I don't hate it. And let's get you coming up. You guys can jump on top of these gunnery mobs, and we need to get you coming around the side to clean up these ones. And now, yeah, it's just eat it in the face. Although, yeah, you guys need to chase those freaking flyers. Oh, man, what am I thinking? Yeah, those Deck Dropper bombers need to go. All right, so can Nurgle endure on this point is the question. It looks like they're maybe thinking about doing a little cheeky action over here. So we're going to need to call some Forsaken, and we just need to find a way to hold this point. So we're already winning, I think. Yeah, ammo's being eaten. The Tallyman of Nurgle needs to get in and fight, so he needs to go spread the Sands of Sickness. And the Plague Bearers can just move forward and prepare to get bombarded, basically. Yeah. All right, so we did take down the Jack Chopper bombers. My opponent going for a split push over here. So let's get this, call in some Forsaken, do that, and we can do a little Stream of Corruption action. Probably just tickle the pickle right there is going to be fine, and you Furies need to jump on these guys now. So we do manage to take down those. Winds of Death does a little bit of damage, and the Tallyman is now going to start spreading the Sands of Sickness, so that debuffs everybody here. Melee defense and speed, and Contagious Lethargy is very good too. And I do have my Exalted Plague Bearer summon as well. So check that out. We were able to finish off that unit there. Let's go ahead and bombard you. Nurglings, go forth and go forth. Forsaken should be able to arrive and secure that point. Let's keep you back and get the throwing weapons, making sure to focus down the animated Hulks. All right, so the curse of the Tallyman is here. We're in a winning position. We're massively ahead on value. They're definitely in Struggle City right now a little bit. And I do see an opportunity here, actually. There's a pretty good little place to weave in there and get on those guys. Let's get the Poison Hounds there. All right. So Noxbringer is still shooting. Nurglings are cackling pretty good. And yeah, Noxbringer has been devastating. Oh my god, it's been just like punishing. And he actually has more capture weight than me here. It's insane. Let's park on this objective. I mean, we for sure are winning the grind. It's just a matter of time. We need to get the infantry up there. Poison Hounds have gotten on you. Let's get these infantry here. And the cultists can drop a summon. So we're going to do that on top of the bomber mobs there. Shut that shit down real quick. And now let's actually sneak around the side. We can get this guy around here. Let's get the Forsaken around the back and see if we can close the distance before he gets the damage off. All right, so Stream of Corruption. Dude, he's got so many undead on this point. Wow. All right, let's do that. That's going to be good. Let's get the Horsemen back and have them concave into the Bomber mobs. The Bomber's actually defeating those guys, which is kind of shocking. We're going to pop Fecundity here, but I'm going to win this fight here eventually. It's a matter of time. We do see Morngulls. Okay, so Morngulls need to be the focus fire target, and we do manage to get there. Forsaken are going to come around and hunt those guys down, which is going to be good. Let's get some more Furies in the mix, and the Hound units have somehow returned, and yeah, Noxbringer's doing good. Cultist does get a summon back there, which is going to push these guys off. And Tallyman time, is it time for the Exalted Plague Bearers? I don't know if it is yet. Man, maybe. So let's see if we can get that Vampire Fleet Captain. Yeah, maybe we can. Do we have anything we want to heal here? I mean, Tallyman is giving huge buffs. Let's use the Contagious Lethargy, pull you back, and let's get the Furies to also push on you. Throwing weapons, working on the Morngulls, although we could probably just dive onto the Bomber mobs here, which is going to be good. And we do win that other side. So now it's just time to start reinforcing here. So we're going to call in some Forsaken. We just need clearing power. And you see how the capture weight's flipping back? Coast is running out of steam. They went all in on this. And dude, the Tallyman is giving crazy buffs. He's giving like melee attack and Fizz Res to like everybody. Ooh, I like the Shade Wraith Gunner play. That's pretty good. So we need to get onto the back of these units like right now. I can leave you to fight there for a moment. All right, so Stream of Corruption. It's kind of hard to tell where they have a lot of units, but I think there's a stream of bombers right there that we can get, which is going to be good. I'm going to save the Tallyman for his call-in later. Sands of Sickness is going to be really good here. That debuffs everybody. And now Tallyman is actually a crazy good fighter. He's very beefy. So we're going to go in and definitely be able to win, I think. Yeah, we got the heals for him if need be too. Noxbringer getting knocked down there, so I need to get that thing out of there. I thought it would be fine, but it was not. It indeed was not. All right, so high ground objective. Let's get some horsemen here to counter the animated hulks my opponent's calling in. And yeah, Nurgle's Pestilent Glory will get this objective, I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping it will. All right, so you guys just keep bashing this wizard here. Tallyman's going to get it. That's going to be Winds of Death. We probably can't dodge that, but we're going to try. And did the Noxbringer live? It did. Somehow, Palpa Noxbringer has survived. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this and pull you around here, park you there. And the Forsaken should be arriving to the point. So now it is time. We just keep that demonic grind going. We do get some bats, and I think this is actually a good time to drop the tallies, maybe, or we just call it some Furies and have them chase those guys down. It's probably our best bet. All right, so moving up. Shade Wraith Gunners are blasting away. We just need to grind a little bit longer, and then we could probably just one-on-one. We're going to chase these characters and get you guys moving towards the home objective here. You guys keep fighting. Throwing weapons. If you have any ammo left, you guys can poke there too, and let's get you going up this way. All right. So looking pretty good here. Noxbringer stands at the ready. We're going to get the throwing weapons onto the animated hulks, and the Noxbringer can, pile in and help a little bit. I think that's going to be fine. Let's call it another Nurgling and get those Nurglings to reinforce that point so we don't lose it. And now the inexorable advance of Nurgle. It calls. We're going, baby. Fury's going to shut that shit down, and we're going to use the Exalted Plaguebearer summon here in a minute. I don't think we needed it in that fight. That's why we didn't use it. And yeah, we're in a pretty good position here, but we'll see how this goes. All right, so let's get the Cultist and the Tallyman to move up here. And Plaguebearers are going to get some crazy good buffs as well. The remnants of the Plaguebearers. And it looks like we crushed this fight over here, pretty well. Let's get you back. Don't want him to die. And yes, so the Forsaken going to have a little bit of trouble here. But we can call in the Unholy Hand Grenades. So let's do the Unholy Hand Grenades right here. So we're going to do that. Pull you guys around this way. And Unholy Hand Grenades, they have a really cool ability to throw hand grenades, as you know. So we call it the Exalted Plaguebearers. We put them in guard mode as soon as they're free. Guard mode, and now we use the sticky grenades here. Yeah, we're just going to get them good with that. Let's move you up this way. Check it out. So they're going to get the Unholy Hand Grenade salvo, and it's going to wreck these animated hulks. Check it out. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Nice. And also, the reason why I figured this would be good in this matchup is because, let's get these Forsaken rushing over there. You guys going here, Nurgling's there, and Noxbringer can help secure that. Is against the big crabs, you can summon the Exalted Plaguebearers and then nuke them down, which is very good. And his disease spreading abilities that we just used, the Epidemic Outburst and the Sands of Sickness, they're really good at triggering your Nurgle army abilities. So they get those going really quickly. So yeah, that's a pretty nice deck. Forsaken moving there. Unholy Hand Grenades have done it. Let's go get them to move up this way and fight a little bit. And on the home point, looks like we're pretty safe. We have a lot of units we need to get going that way. That's going to be a beautiful Winds of Death. There ain't no dodging that, I can assure you. Bile Trolls, let's get Bile Trolls coming out. No Depth Guard or anything, right? So, yeah, we didn't end up needing the Bile Trolls as much, but... Yeah, let's get you on the Wizard, and we should have enough on our Nurgle caster, who is God knows where. All right, it's right here. We're going to heal Epidemius, and Epidemius is going to bash this Wizard, hopefully. Salted Plague Bearers are on the way, and we can go get the Shade Wraith Gunners with you, and yeah, go head them off there. Get these Hounds to go over there, too. All right, high ground, we're looking secure. Could probably do a little bit of housekeeping on these guys, and then we can just get some Nurglings waddling up. So they're going to get there, and I think we can shut that shit down. I think we're going to get the Shade Wraith Gunners. We almost killed this caster. Let's get our Nurgle Sorcerer to go help. Forsaken are really good in this matchup as well. And the Shade Wraith Gunners are going to pay the iron price. Yeah, Tallyman is unironically good in a couple matchups. Now, on an open field map, this would be a disaster. But that's, again, what's fun about domination mode is the maps can really change the meta. So, you know, on an open field map, we would never. But on a map that's like weird and has a lot of hills and is like contested, let's go get those handgunners right there. We definitely feel more comfortable doing this. So, yeah, Tallyman's going to keep bumping and grinding, and we do get some horsemen out there. Reinforcements we want to call in. We can get some Bile Trolls running up. Yeah, just get the trolls on parade. And Tallyman has smashed the enemy wizard, so let's get all our characters and one group together, so it's a little bit easier to just spam click on one target. No, there's the enemy wizard. Okay, so we need to do that. No more summons, though. Definitely in the process of losing this objective, but it really doesn't matter at this point. You know, we just cackle, and, you know, the Tallyman continues to do his thing. Let's do the outburst there. So that AoE he has, it slows down. Look at that, 80% speed debuff on the Tallyman. People sleep on that. It's pretty good, actually. All right, so Bile Trolls can form up, and we're going to need some good quality infantry in case there's a counter push, but we unfortunately don't have anything in the pool right now. Pull the Noxbringer in, unsummon you Hounds, and yeah, you know, we could just have these three characters honestly fight till the sun and stars die out. We did kill their caster, and now we just hunker down on this objective and call it a day. Nurglings. Tallyman could retreat. We could do the dreaded Tallyman retreat. All right, so we're going to Curse of the Slug and see if we can get away here, and maybe, you know, reroute him back to the home point here. All right. Plague Bearers move it up. We got Nurglings up here, holding on to the point. Is my opponent going to go for it? Let's keep the Noxbringer over there. Tallyman he's going to get away. Slowly but surely, the Tallyman will escape. We can Throwing Axe here. And the Noxbringer carried this game, though. He didn't get a ton of value, but draining all the ammo and killing all those range units, dude, just so freaking good. All right, Tallyman is there. We got Bile Trolls at the ready. And, guys, Tallyman was also doing crazy buffs to all my demons. Let me show you. So... the Tally of Nurgle, we'll look in a minute. All right, let's charge here, get the Nurglings to help out. Characters can move in and help there. And we do have another heal, so we're going to heal the Tallyman again. Bile Trolls hanging out and enjoying life. Demons are on the way. And Tallyman can do the Sands of Sickness. Oh, shit! Oh, Sands of Sickness also gives damage reflection. Oh my god, is that a tech against Nurgle? Tallyman? So we use Tallyman and Curse of the Leper plus a non-Tamarcon Toe Dragon. Oh, shit. I think we might have actually discovered some forbidden sauce. All right, should be able to win that fight there. Tallyman doing his nice slowing there. Bile Trolls just waiting. And we can go get on the bomber mobs here. That's actually a really cool idea. I think that's pretty good. GG, well played. All right, there we go, baby. Good run tonight. Probably didn't make top 4 because tiebreakers. I don't know how they did. But, you know, going 3-1 is really good with Nurgle. And I think every game was winnable today. We fumbled the first game pretty hard with our build. But we learned, and that's what's important, so... very, very happy with those games. I'm very pleased. All right, so let's refresh that. The Plague Father smiles on us. Yes, yes. So let me show the value here. Tallyman didn't get crazy value. It's more about the buffs he brings to the table. And Noxbringer did fine. Plague Bearers, you know, they held their own. Let me show you guys what actually gets done from the Tallyman. So he has the Tally of Pestilence. So it's really nuts, actually. All demons nearby, when it charges, which it charges so quick, get 20% physical resist and get 15 melee attack. Putting the melee attack of a frickin' Plague Bearer up to almost 50 is really, really strong. So, yeah. I was looking around and, yeah, so the Exalted Nurgle Lord has damage reflection and leadership. Yeah, he does too, right? So the Nurgle Lord has, but is only for himself or is it an aura? Yeah, rot or die too. Shit, yeah, maybe we just use the Nurgle Lord. The Nurgle Lord on the Rot Beast. Oh, Nurgle Lord on a Chariot. Oh, shit, against Khorne. That is the sauce. Nurgle Lord on a Chariot against Khorne. Anti-infantry, damage reflection. Kills Valkia in a fight, probably, because he's on a Chariot and he gets anti-infantry. There's so many different techs that we're exploring with Nurgle. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. All right, let me report that game. All right, so 3-1 tonight. Let's see if we make top 4. The odds are not in our favor because it's a pretty big tournament. you know, you're going to need to, usually you need to win your first 3 games and then lose your 4th game if you want to get in that way. But yeah, 1 and 0. That's going to be NURGLE versus Vampire Coast. All right. So there we go. So just responding here. Other nets can. Cool beans. So I think we reported our game. Let's see how our tiebreaker's looking. We do end up going 3-1. Yeah, we're close. We're very close, but there's a couple people, I think, no, there's no way. There's no way, unfortunately. Pretty close, though. We're in like the top 8 of the tournament, which is good, but not quite there. Yeah, we're figuring it out today, man. You know, just because a faction looks bad on paper, I think that there's a lot of hidden gems to be had. So that build would not work against Vampire Coast on an open map, though. If they could get like a cannon and just blast Epidemius, it would be really bad. All right, so maybe against Khorne. So we have Tamarkand versus Khorne. Let's do like a version 2.0, right? So if we do a version 2.0, we get the Chaos Lord on the Chariot. We can keep the damage debuffs. Rot or Die, we keep that. So that's how long? That's 20 damage reflection is really good. That's very good, actually. And then we keep the Icon and the Father of Blades, so he's going to be expensive. And then we need to get a Toe Dragon baseline. We probably cut the Chosen if we do a build like that. And get a NURGLE Sorcerer. And of course, we're going to need the big heals for the Toe Dragon. We could do Rancid Visitations, but no, you need Curse of the Leper. Yeah, you have to have it. Yeah, we keep Child of NURGLE. We put you on the Rot Beast. So this would be like our Khorne 2.0 build. Tammy is good, but the Toe Dragon isn't much worse without Tamarkand. It's a little bit weaker, but honestly, it still gets the job done. So yeah, you would bully Valkia with this. And then the Noxbringer kills those. In reserve, you're probably going to need some Horsemen to deal with like an Exalted Bloodthirster in case people start teching that way. I think you're going to need that. And what did we have in reserves in our other Khorne build? So we had Pestigors, we had Rot Knights, and Furies. Yeah, okay. So we get the ROR Rot Knights, probably at least 2 Furies. Then we had, yeah, Nurglings, Marauders, and the ROR Toad people. Okay. So the Barons of the Bog with the Bog, where are they at? So they're over here. Then we want some Nurglings, including the RORs, probably are pretty good. We're going to need 2 of these. Yeah, so we just go basic Nurgling. Okay, probably 2 Horsemen is adequate. I don't think you need more than that. And then we can slap a Forsaken in. All right, so that's like Nurgle versus Khorne 2.0, basically. Which the Chariot character should beat Valkia. So Nurgle versus Khorne 2.0. 2. Nurgle versus Khorne, Chariot Lord. So we can switch it up. You know, people are going to get really used to Tamarkand, so I'm going to want to have some alternatives I can, you know, catch people off guard with. But yeah, if Scarbrand gets brought, you need the Marauder Horseman. The Chaos Lord, yeah, it becomes a little bit dangerous having him on a Chariot against Scarbrand for sure. Scarbrand though is definitely not as scary. You could go Great Unclean One with damage reflection too. That's an idea. So what about this? We go with an Exalted Great Chungus, Exalted Great Unclean One, and he goes this. That is actually a good idea too. So you just go Fleshy, you go Curse, you keep that, you get rid of the Nurgling Emergence, and then you get another Nurgling in the opening build. Like this is actually very viable too. You don't get the double damage reflection, but this is probably safer against Scarbrand because a Great Unclean One can go Fisticuffs with Scarbrand, like for sure. It'll lose in a one-on-one grind, but if you have support nearby, you're probably going to be fine. So, yeah, people bring Scarbrand, yes, occasionally. So, Nurgle versus Khorne, Great Unclean One. Yeah, so now we have 3 variants against Khorne. We got 3 variants. I think Tamarkand is still my favorite, but yeah, Tamarkand can fight Scarbrand too. Probably in a straight fight. It's probably not that one-sided. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's cooking here. Let's see. Brought against you a month or 2 ago, then works a lot better. Okay, outstanding. Yeah, Karanak is a bit of a problem, but I think most of the Nurgle characters can bully Karanak. He's not He's expensive too. Karanek makes your corn build very small. Like if you have Karanek and Wrathmongers and a Lord, it's like your build is going to become very, very weak, you know? Oh, we're kind of close to top 4, but not quite. It looks like Hitman, Hippo, and Oishi are pretty much guaranteed a spot there. Although, oh no, they're still playing. Oh yeah, but they're... Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So we have Anticity, Harrison, Oishi, and Hitman, Hippo. Looks like they're going to be the top 4 lads for tonight. Yes, yes. The Twitch offline screen is a stuff of nightmares. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. There you have it. It's perfect. I just love ugly dogs. Like ugly little, like all the unwanted little ugly gremlins of the world. Those are the kind of dogs I want. Like the 3-legged, one-eyed pug. You know, that's my dream dog. You know, they're just so loving and so fun. And every time I look at a little gremlin face, it just brings such joy, you know, to the day. Yeah. Yes, more NURGLE. Yeah, we had a good run today. We didn't make top 4, but we went 3-1 today. So an improvement from yesterday. We managed to beat a very good corn player. We had a really, really good run of games. We blundered the Dark Elf game pretty hard. That made me a little sad because I normally feel like I would beat Dark Elves pretty easily, but I just brought a bad build and lost. Against Dark Elves, let's fine tune our build. So if we're going to go Dark Elves, what was the problem? Yeah, so the Sisters of Slaughter were a little bit scary, but I think we go Karanak or Kazik plus... Let's work on that Dark Elf build and fine tune that as well. So we want the Corrupted Flesh and the Sword of Filth. It's probably good. And we cut everything else here and get you on the Rot Beast. Festus against Dark Elves, actually not terrible. Now that I think of it, you know, he could help Mortis Engine those brick fights in the middle, right? So, yeah, let's go with our boy Festus. He's an OG. So we could do Fleshy Abundance and Rancid. I think that's the way to do it. And then cut Children of NURGLE. NURGLE is my favorite faction, I think, to play. I really enjoy it. Their style really clicks with me. But just got to refresh the builds. Okay, so against Dark Elves, we open with Marauders. And then we definitely need Marauder Horse. The throwing axes are very good there. So then we can get these 2 SEs to really just chase. Coldo Knights, though, are an issue, right? Rot Knights, we learned, are not going to be great here. So I think we just go with Bile Trolls. Bile Trolls and Great Weapons are going to be our best friend. Great Weapons in the secondary wave. Probably Pentapestigore. Yeah, they trade well in the Coldo Knights and into the infantry. And then we need to find a way to get the Noxbringer. It's just too good against missile factions. Because if he does go Dark Shard spam, you know, I potentially lose, right? So we need to have an answer for that. We can cut this. And is there any way to fine tune this? Yeah, we want the Rot Beast mount. Yeah, all right. And then we can get this and get the Arwar Nurgling probably. All right, so that looks good. We get the Soul Grinder and, yeah, all these bad boys. Okay. So then definitely need Furies. Not Battletoads, Furies. Scourge on our Chariots were annoying, but at least now we can probably chase them. I do think Toads maybe against maybe 1 Bile Troll and double Toad. The Toads are a cheaper troll, and they can counter the Corsairs and other durable infantry. So I think that's a good call here. Plague Ogre, no, I don't enjoy that so much. Let's get like a Forsaken. This build looks good. I like this build. It has a lot of utility. It's going to be better in a blob fight because of Festus. Like Festus would have probably helped me win some of those middle objectives in our game. So that's going to be NURGLE versus Dark Elves. NURGLE versus Dark Elves. Okay, hopefully you guys are, you know, getting some builds out of this as well. But yeah, our NURGLE build guide is coming along nicely. We're making good progress. Some of the builds are untested. What do we have for Greenskins? Yeah, for Greenskins we had, yeah, similar kind of style here. I like to go triple hero and go very wide, try to overwhelm them. It makes sense. I don't know if you want trolls over toads. It's a good argument. Yeah, there's arguments for both sides for sure. Okay, so let's see. Are we going to be in the casting the semifinals now? Yes, very soon. So solid NURGLE run today. Very competitive scene right now, man. Awesome. You guys want to see the leaderboard right now? I think Anticity is number 1. I think he's the big dog at the moment. So let's go check it out. Head on over here. And we can go to the desktop capture. So yeah, number 1 player right now is Anticity. So he's got a freaking 80% win rate. Dude, the Canadians are taking over. Look, we have the double powerful Canadians in first tier. I love it. Yeah. So 2 Canadians rocking number 1 and 2. Number 3, Scrambled Egg, I believe, is American. I don't think he runs a banner, but yeah, he's American as well. And then we got Ulrich, Lord Chicken, Harrison, Oishi, Rusto. Very early on. If you get a tournament win, you're straight up just going to be like, up here, which is good. And we're lurking down here. We got our 69% win rate just about, which is good. So we're in the top 16 as well. We're staying there. Dude, yeah, Canada is one of my favorite places ever. I loved my time in Canada. I spent 3 summers there. My parents were divorced when I was very young, and they had joint custody, and my dad worked in Canada. So for, I think, like 3 or 4 years in the 90s, I was living in Canada during the summer. And it was just, I don't know, it was just beautiful and nice, and I just always enjoyed it. The Maple Leaf Mafia. Oh, Anticity, you should leave ODM and start the Maple Leaf Mafia. All the Canadians should band together. Yeah. The Maple Leaf Mafia, that's really good. That's really funny. I like that. Let's go, eh? Yeah. Cool beans, man. And yeah, let's see what's going on. Are we ready? Do we have the top 4 yet? 33 players strong signing up tonight. Pretty fun to see. Who are some other very good Canadian players? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that I actually thought Boss Toss was American. I didn't know he was Canadian, but yeah, fun to see. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, MLM does stand for multi-level marketing, right? It's like a scam, basically. Yeah. And I think our top 4 is generated. Yep, we were close. We were in the top 8 today, but we didn't quite make it. We just fell out of the way. Oh, out of region too. Yeah, that's right. Out of region's there. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, that's becoming pretty powerful. But no, ODM. You've been with ODM too long. I don't think you could betray them. I think you gotta stay with ODM. You're pretty much the torch of defiance for ODM in domination mode. All right, so we're just going to wait for top 4 down, and then we're going to cast whatever looks to be the most exciting matchup. Canada is expensive to live in right now. Dude, you're talking to somebody who lives in Southern California. I bet you where I live is more expensive than most places in Canada. It's freaking awful. It's my hometown, though, so it's not like... My wife and I love it here. It's like paradise, but God, it's so expensive. Like, it's a city that in the 90s was kind of like a small mountain village, but then it became very... where I live became a tourist destination for folks in Los Angeles. So during the week where I live, it's like really calm. But then every Saturday and Sunday and Friday night, it's like a Zerg. Like the LA Zerg comes in. You see all the plastic surgery monstrosities. A lot of that kind of good stuff. So yeah, unfortunately they've made it very expensive because a lot of them started buying vacation homes here and driving out the locals. But yeah, all jokes aside, it's kind of true. Kind of true. Is this Big Bear? No, I don't live in Big Bear. No. Big Bear is way more rural than where I live, for sure. It's not Big Bear, though. It's not. Yeah. I love Big Bear. Big Bear is a great place to visit. It's very nice, especially skiing, snowboarding, all that kind of good stuff. Brackets loading, and yeah, okay, there's one game still to finish on the bottom. Yep, those 2 gentlemen are playing it out. Plastic surgery monstrosities is true, dude. It's true. Oh my god. It's almost kind of sad too when you see these people who are like in their late 40s, early 50s, 60s, like just getting a disturbing amount of plastic surgery. It's like, yeah, the root cause of that is like got to be just some deep rooted insecurities because man, they do not, like these people have got to like just no, it's just like looks alien almost like yeah. It's but you see a lot of it down in Southern California. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Phoenix. You're the village you used to live in burned down. Jeez. Metropolitan cities. Yeah. Yeah, the plastic surgery is very Slanesh, Like, it's like, on the surface level, like, the goal is to be, like, beautiful and reclaim your youth and whatnot. But, like, then at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it just turns you into, like, a demon out of Slanesh, basically, Like, the face gets, like, overly stretched and, like, this... yeah. Used to live in Jasper here too. Phoenix works at Marmot. Yeah. Yeah, there are affordable places to live in the United States, but like it scales, right? Like for example, like California is very expensive, but usually the salaries do scale to they don't quite get it done. Like the salaries in California do not scale to the cost of living for the average person, that's for sure. But there are, a lot of places in the United States that are a lot cheaper to live, but they also, the salaries there are going to be less usually, and it makes it hard for people to live in those local areas, Yeah. Florida is where you saying you live in Florida and it's just a cheaper Haggard SoCal. That's funny. Yeah. All right, so we should be ready for the semifinals. Thank you guys for your patience in joining tonight. It's been a fun one. And NURGLE has blessed us with his pestilent glory, and we had a good run tonight. Really enjoyed it, man. Really enjoyed it. All right, so let's refresh this. Okay. Yeah, and we have our top four. All right, so top four time. So we have Inticity versus Oishi, and Hitman Hippo versus Harrison. Okay, I don't know what they're playing. Yo-yo. Aces, thank you. The Kraken King hooking it up. Good man, Inticity. A staple of the multiplayer community. All right, so joining in here. Let's find the game, and we have Inticity's lobby. So this is a rematch, by the way. Oishi, hungry for tournament wins. Because last night, Inticity was able to defeat them with the Empire. Oh, he's playing Vampire Counts. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited for this. This is going to be fun. I need to be a hobbyist, a lobbyist to buy here. Yeah. It's pretty brutal, though. Millennials definitely got punched right in the wiener when it came to, like, owning property. Like, I do remember, because I was born in the 80s, and I remember growing up in the 90s, like, there was a lot of people in my hometown who worked, fairly blue-collar jobs, very humble jobs, solid jobs, like school teachers and, a lot of people who were in law enforcement, firefighters, folks who were, like, market to the local grocery stores, and these people were able to buy homes in the 90s. And like, now those homes, those people, they still live in them. And those homes are now worth like millions of dollars. But in the 90s, they were able to buy them. But yeah, millennials definitely, we've got it pretty rough. We've gone through recessions and wars and different things like that. Sounds good. Sounds good, Bob. So Oishi dropped, really? Did he not want to face the Kraken King again? Did he fear him? That's fine. So yeah, you just sub in whoever and I'll be here ready to go. Well, Vampire Counts don't have too much crazy shit you can do. Outside of, like, black coaches and whatnot. Oh, the Dark Elf player. Nice. So the Dark Elf player who beat us in round 1 actually made top 4. Shout out to Abdel. Well played, brother. So now he's going to be representing the Druki versus Vampire Counts. Really fun matchup. But, yeah, it's tough. Yeah, millennials, we got like, several wars, recessions. We got, like, a pandemic. It's been rough. It's been rough. As a Gen Z, we're super screwed. Yeah, Gen Z doesn't have it much better than millennials, to be honest. Gen Z, it'll be interesting. We'll see. Because a lot of Gen Z people are, reaching their 30s now? Yeah, you guys are going to be dragged down into the pits with us millennials, probably. Yeah, Gen Z is going to, yeah. They probably have it worse than millennials, maybe. I don't know. My parents bought their house for $70,000 on a single income furniture store salary and sold it for $1.6 million last month. That's like the ultimate boomer situation, Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Inticity he's the master of the forbidden fruit, dude. He just finds these evil texts and just whips them out. Yeah, he's got it. There's a really funny meme of like I forget what the meme is. It's like it's how each generation suffers. It's like, the Spider-Man meme where there's like 3 people pointing at one another. It's like you have the millennial like pointing and he's like microplastics in their blood, and then like the boomer is like leaded fuel. Like each of them has something. Yeah, it's funny. Dude, Gen X is a powerful generation. You guys gave us Fred Durst. You gave us Limp Bizkit. He's Gen X. Be forever grateful to the Gen X for that. Yeah. Remember when the first phone was a Razr? Oh man, I remember the gnarly Nokia phones. Like the early 2000s Nokia phones. Let's take a look at those. Okay. Oh yeah, dude, look at these beasts. These early like raid boss phones. So these are the early Nokia phones. I had one of these. I had a phone just like this. Yeah. I don't know if it was Nokia or what it was, but it was a brick. It was like this, very much like a tank. No, I don't think I had this exact phone, but it was very much in the family of that. It didn't have the little antenna. Hang on. Early 2000s cell phone. Tank. I'm typing tank. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Early 2000s cell phone. Let's see. Yeah. Something like this. Like there's the little Blueberry one. That was like the fancy one. It was, I don't know if it was a Nokia. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I had, but. How good is your T? I don't know what that is, Melody. What is that? T9? T? No idea. The big gray ones from the flip in the late 90s? Yeah. Dude, my dad had a pager. I remember there's like a picture of my dad with a mustache and a pager and just wearing like short shorts. Like the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, that was a powerful era. Oh, you mean the T90 calculator? Oh, yeah, of course I know that. Yes. Oh, dude, me and my homies were in math class in 2001 drawing wieners on T90 calculators. Is that what you're talking about? Because I remember you could draw wieners, you could do all sorts of great stuff on those things. It was, you know, nowadays they just text each other and they're sharing videos during class. But we had the calculators where we could draw, you know, draw the dongers. Yes. Can we just go back to that? Can we go back to like pagers and such a fun time? People definitely interacted a lot more, I feel like, before the dreaded smartphones. Like I have no gripe with like the internet and the computer and like being able to like do that at home, but like in public and like in school especially, man, I feel like, God, do we have any school teachers in here? I'm sure there's a couple school teachers hanging out. How about the old projectors? Yes, the old projectors, we had that. So if we have any school teachers in here, I'd be very curious to hear what the experience is dealing with the new generation and like them having access to cell phones and smartphones in class. I'd be really curious. Yeah. T9 is the cycling with numbers to spell on a cell phone. Yeah, I guess I just didn't know the term for it, but of course, yeah. Tucking my shirt into my shorts with a mid-high white socks. Yeah, okay, that's fair. They just banned all phones from DC schools. God, that's a good idea, honestly. I mean, they should be there in case there's an emergency, but yeah, like teachers taking away phones before classes is probably a good idea. Someone recently said the internet used to be a room in your house, but now you take it with you everywhere. Yeah, exactly. The kids are possible to understand to an extent. I have one of my neighbors who's such a cool guy. His name's Ryan. He's a firefighter, and he has two younger sons. Well, a younger son who's really into gaming. So he's into Fortnite and Roblox and all this stuff. I think he's like 11 years old. He's such a smart kid and super nice. And so when I upgraded my PC, I ended up giving him my old computer, and he's just like power gaming on it now. It's pretty great. But he can speak the young person speak, but he can turn it off and be very intellectual and very sharp as well. I don't know. He's probably not an accurate representation. This kid's brilliant. He's got to be like a physicist or something. They yell Sigma Chad Skibbity. Oh God. Yeah. Stop being so. Okay, what is? Yeah, I've heard the Ohio thing. What does that actually mean? Is that like an insult? Yeah, I have no idea. The old dial-up sounds. Dial-up was hilarious because when somebody would fricking call your house and ruin your connection, that was so freaking funny. You know? My dad had the first dial-up modem in the country. Hell yeah, dude. Gunhound ahead of the curve. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Ohio means. I could ask my neighbor's kid. They would probably tell me. Ohio gozaimasu. So this. Ohio means lame in the middle school talk. Okay. Apparently every generation was yelling dumb stuff when they were kids. It's true. Like, I don't know though. Like when I was a 10-year-old in 1998, we didn't have like a single term that was like ubiquitous around the country. I don't think, like, did we? I think they would just like cling on to random local vernacular and just spam it, you know? Like I remember being like a 9-year-old and like hearing the word constipation and thinking it was very funny. You know, just the word, you know, but we didn't have like that like nomenclature and the like vernacular that was like across the entire country, you know. We didn't quite have that. Yeah, hella was NorCal, like very, like chill, like bro was a big one. When I was in high school, it was bro fest. Everybody was bro. You said bro to everything. Yeah. We didn't quite have that. Oh my God, the suck it, dude, the WWE, like, yeah, I remember that. Holy shit, I forgot about that. The WWE suck it thing. Yeah, we didn't use hella in SoCal. SoCal was not a hella place. We didn't use that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Borat was, yeah, dude, Borat was big. Borat as well as, the Chappelle Show. When I was in high school, Borat and the Chappelle Show were like ubiquitous. Like the jokes from there, like I'm Rick James, you know, and what do the five fingers say to the face? You know, like a lot of, and the Borat stuff, like very, you know, the very nice and all that kind of shit is what was cooking. Yeah. All right, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. Welcome to the semifinals of today's tournament. Enough with the boomer. I feel like I'm falling into the boomer trap. Like every stream, we regurgitate like the same 3 talking points and just rant about it for like half an hour. It is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the glorious Kraken King, and he's going to be here with the triple necromancer. Did you hear that guy? Listen to his screech. Hold on. Do it again. Come on. Holy shit, I've never listened to those guys. That's so funny. But all right, so we have the double necromancer who are going to be violently stroking the forbidden rod. Every time you do that, it gives you permanent winds magic and power recharge. He's also going to be using a master necromancer with Wand of Jet, so huge power recharge. And Homeboy is literally only going to be using Winds of Death. Okay, that's not, you know, out of the wheelhouse. That makes sense. So on the flank, we do have Crypt Ghouls moving up. This is a cool map. It hasn't seen a lot of play in the current meta, but it's very, very fun. We got 3 objectives lined up with little choke points to fight in between. So objectives 3, 2, and 1. And he is going to be using triple Crypt Ghoul to grab those objectives. The rest of the army is going to be skeletons and Graveguard. Graveguard and S tier infantry unit. Very good. You know, unbreakable, anti-infantry, super high leadership. It's very, very good as well. So, looking at the build of Abdel, the Forbidden Lord of Lokir on foot. I'm curious how this is going to be. We do also have the Bloodrack Medusa, which is pretty good at shooting infantry. We got Corsair Handbows, Black Art Corsairs, as well as another Bloodrack Medusa and a Burning Head. So very cool build from the Druki as well. Medusas are excellent at shooting infantry, and their anti-large halberds can help fight against mobility and crypt horrors and things like that. Corsairs will, you know, outtrade the Crypt Ghouls pretty effectively, and the Corsair Handbows are resilient against like Fellbats and dogs and can be used to shoot the bigger targets. I actually like this build. I think it's good from the Dark Elves. The question is going to be the execution. This is, you know, there's levels to this, and Anticity is a dreaded Kraken King, so we're going to see. But I don't know, the Kraken King is facing the Kraken Lord. Could this be the counterplay? Find out on today's episode. We do have Lokir, and he did pretty good in my game. He was able to just grind on the objective well. And the Dark Elves is going to be grabbing this point as the Medusa continues shooting into the Crypt Ghouls. It's going to be very important to get the Medusas shooting into the Graveguard. That's going to be the ultimate thing. On this side, we do see a little bit of sneakiness as the Dark Riders do engage against the Feasters in the Dusk, but the Crows of Cain have not engaged yet, which is a big blunder. Abdel needs to activate those because the Dark Riders here will lose this fight without support. But now the Crows of Cain will be able to defeat the Crypt Ghouls most likely, and the Dark Elves going to take a bit of an advantage on this side. So on the middle, the Druki going to be forming ranks. Medusa is shooting in and does get a nice shot into the Crypt Ghouls, but definitely needs to switch his targets onto the... oh, nice shot there into the Stearnsman. Doesn't kill any models, but does about 10-15% HP damage, which is very, very cost effective. But dealing with the Graveguard is going to be tough. Anticity has a hard fight over here as well. Vampire Count's playing a full court press, so playing everywhere, and we're going to see how that works out for them. Another shot coming in from the Medusa on Skeleton Spearman as the Undead do arrive, but the Vampire Counts are able to get this objective, and we're going to see how this all unfurls here. So on the middle, Abdel and his dreaded Lokir Fellheart crumbling some of the Crypt Ghouls, and on this side we do see the Crows of Cain. Wow, that's actually a very unfortunate trade. The Dark Riders and the Crows of Cain get beaten by the Feasters in the Dusk. Didn't think they would win that 2v1, but it looks like some of the Undead did arrive there and were able to provide a little bit of support as well. So back in the middle, another Burning Head going to be going down right here as we do see the Blackheart Corsairs battling it out and getting overwhelmed. So I think Intensity starting to take over the game a little bit. Cranking 2 objectives and defeating the Dark Elves on 2 points. Dark Elves, I think, made a mistake by playing all 3 objectives. I think they should have just yielded 1 objective and focused their DPS on 1 point to try and break them off here. But we do see some more Corsairs. And now the Sisters of Slaughter, which could maybe turn the tide of the game around, but Intensity is going to be watching from outer space and using his Winds of Death to probably kill them. So Winds of Death, a very good tech against lead infantry. For sure going to be very, very brutal indeed. So here we do see the Kraken King pressing a triple cap here on Abdel. Abdel does have a little bit of skirmish as well as the Sorceress of Fire. A good angle here. A Burning Head right down this pipe would be very good. Medusas do get the high ground and are shooting into skeletons, but I think the better choice against the Vampire Counts would maybe be the Medusa on the Shrine, which would be very nice. Burning Head there. Okay, a Winds of Death going down as well. Okay, Winds of Death there does melt the Blackheart Corsairs, and a Burning Head does also cook several of these undead, and also, man, Rexo Skeleton Spearmen. But the Sisters of Slaughter, what kind of work are they going to get done? So they arrive. Are they going to be battling Graveguard? They don't get their charge, which is unfortunate because they have a really good charge bonus. Lokir Chadhart in the middle, fighting it out, and, he'll be able to grind some of these units, but he's not really a super killy character. And, yeah, the Dark Elves need to just focus down on these 2 objectives, but it will get into a situation where they're being triple capped, or will need a triple cap very, very soon. So, Necromancer in the bushes. Very, very Necromancer gameplay. He's just kind of hanging out and getting ready to drop those sweet, sweet Winds of Death, as we do see the Blackheart Corsairs coming in. Blackheart Corsair Handbows hanging out over here, and in the middle, Lokir Chadhart is in the mix. He's battling it out, guys. He's got his sword, and here comes the dreaded Konigstein Stalkers. So they are going to be probably providing more capture weight on that objective, which is going to be very tough for the Druchii. And can the Sisters of Slaughter win this? Murderous Prowess is active. So the Druchii army is going to be getting a huge buff. Trial of Blades, but also the Murderous Mastery. So 25% attack bonus, leadership, vigor. I mean, very good. Can they beat a Graveguard unit? Probably. It's still going to take time, though. Graveguard are a really, really good infantry piece. All right. Oh, that Winds of Death from the Kraken King. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, my God. That was brutal. Just melting the Corsairs. Intensity, I think all of his hours of grinding sweaty campaign have taught him to be really good at maximizing wind spells, right? Because campaign is all about wind spells and cheesing with magic. And he's brought that skill set over to multiplayer, just absolutely roasting those Dark Elf troopers. The Medusas are doing all right. We do see 600 value here, but nothing too crazy. Sisters of Slaughter trying their best, as we do see the Blackheart Corsairs with Handbow shooting into the flank right there, as they are going to be moving up. And Intensity, on the hunt for his 3rd tournament win. If he wins tonight with the Vampire Counts, that would be his 3rd tournament win of the season. And mind you guys, this season started 5 days ago, and he's already won 3 tournaments. So really looking to establish himself as a favorite going into the Season 10 finals, which of course is a ways off. But I'm going to be shortening seasons to be 2 months. 2 or 3 months. So there'll be more, more season finals happening more frequently. The season finals for last season is going to be coming up soon as well. And if Intensity were able to win that, of course, that would be his first major tournament win in Total War Warhammer 3. He's been in the top 16 of just really, really strong contender, but yeah, we will see. So here on the point here, we do see Objective 2 is owned by the Vampire Counts. This game is basically in the bag. If you're evenly value trading with the Vampire Counts, you're losing. You can't afford to have that happen. They're really good at stuffing you. The Graveguard and the zombies are just giga-chatting it and winning most of their fights. Sisters of Slaughter, I mean, like I said, they do beat the Graveguard. It just takes 10 years. Corsairs advancing up, and we do have Lokir Chadhart helping. Corsairs will be okay, but Graveguard will beat them straight up. So this is actually a losing fight. And we have the Corpse Cart here. You know what's really insane about Corpse Carts as well? People forget this, but Corpse Carts give a vigor buff. So all of these undead here are going to be in good vigor, whereas the elves are going to be tired and exhausted. Another just beautiful Winds of Death going down there. Intensity is just purely about efficiency, right? Just only Winds of Death, just straight grinding there. And we do see another Sister of Slaughter coming in. I really like this Dark Elf player, though. He's putting up a great fight against Intensity. Keeping the value even is not easy against Kraken King. And he's got some cool tech. I like the Sisters play. I think that's very nice. But they are very vulnerable against that Winds of Death. Here we have 79 Sisters of Slaughter fighting in steady. A couple Crows of Cain being left out there. But Intensity has got a rock hard cap here. We do see this objective actually in flux, as the Sisters are going to be running interference. We do see the Crypt Ghouls getting blasted right there. So they get sent to another dimension as we do get more Corsairs running up. I think, yeah, Witch Elves could also be very good. If you use Witch Elves with the Witch's Brew, that could actually be very strong. So Abdel needs to give an attack order onto these guys right now. The fact they're standing idle is going to maybe allow Intensity to stabilize that objective. And Intensity is coming for a Winds of Death. He's been violently stroking his Wand of Jet and Forbidden Rod. And now it's going to be time for the Winds, most likely on the Sisters of Slaughter. So he's thinking about it. He wants it. Sisters are very good at killing chaff units, and they, of course, have full capture weight. And we do get the Medusa repositioning. Abdel has been doing a good job with his Medusas. He keeps them out of combat and makes sure they're shooting perpetually. 1100 value on this Bloodrack Medusa is very, very good. And the Dark Elves get a little bit of a swing back here, able to maybe wrestle the side objective. He also needs to move these units onto the point here, as we're going to be seeing a Winds of Death. That's why I'm not leaving this spot. I want to see the Winds of Death, but we'll look away for just a second. Burning Head going down there, a good one. Going to be cooking some of the undead units as the Crows of Cain and the Sisters continue their grind towards objective number 2. And here it comes. I am Gotham's Reckoning. Oh, no! Overcasted Winds. Oh, my God. He bowling pinned him. Jesus. Oh, that is such pain. And if you can dodge Winds of Death, it's not an instant, like, as quick of a thing. You can dodge it, but, it takes a lot of awareness to do that. And, you got to look at the telegraphing. The fact that Anticity's sitting right here just waiting for it, yeah, that just ended the game. That basically just bowling pinned those hoes and sent them back running. So, moving up with the Blackheart Corsairs, and the Sorceress of Fire is going to be hanging out. We got the Spheres moving, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be rough. Oh, the Humanity. Dude, just an 1100 gold elite infantry unit just getting butchered by that. And, like, they're still fighting pretty well for this point over here, but, yeah, that ain't going to do it. So moving up are the Dread Spears, and the Corpse Guard is still nearby, but, another Burning Head. It's going to try, but that was... You just went 6 to midnight? Me too. That was a powerful one right there. Yeah, that was powerful. Triple cap. Game's over. But shout out to our boy Abdel. He's playing the #1 ranked player in the leaderboard right now, the tournament leaderboard, and put up a good fight. He tried. His build was cool. The Foot Lokier was kind of fun, not crazy value, but tough to get rid of and disruptive. I think that there's... The Dragon Breath attacks are just better against Graveguard. I think you need to go that kind of lore of magic. And that is going to be pretty brutal. So the Necromancer has gotten 3,000 value, and he's still just stoked over here. Looks like the Druki actually still contesting a point, but not going to matter. His Anticity does close in on 1,400 points here and is going to be advancing. Yeah, that happened to Pwn earlier in the tournament as well, apparently. So pretty evil indeed. So Felbat's going to be screaming on into the back of the Dread Spheres. And objective 2, of course, is still owned by the Vampires. And there's a big brick of Graveguard and good units here that can easily just sit on that. We get Skeletons being called in, zombies, just chaff units. The Elves do get a point back, in the fourth quarter. They do manage to get this one, so that's a win of sorts. But, yeah, good luck with getting the other points back. Although, yeah, Abdel played well today. It was a good run from our boy Abdel. So, GG, well played. Beautiful Burning Head right there. Really, really nice. I mean, that's great, too, right? Cooking those undead units, getting them all crumbling. But just too little, too late. Too little, too late. Potentially an opportunity for Dark Elves to get some ground there, but that is not going to be it. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going on to the grand finals. The Kraken King bellowing the Winds of Death from the Canadian lands and getting it done. So, 2,900 value, Graveguard MVPs. Black Coach is in reserve. That would have actually been a great counterattack against the Sisters of Slaughter 2 as the Black Coach. So, Abdel managed to get 1,500 Burning Head value. Really good Medusa play, by the way. He's really good with those. 1,300, 1,200. And that is going to be it. GG, well played. And now we are going to do the finals. So finals. It's the final countdown. All right, here we go. So finals, host game of spectator. And let's do this and do this. And we are going to send a code to the Kraken King and see who won on the other side. Hitman Hippo versus Harrison duking it out. So Hitman Hippo, major event winner. He won a Creative Assembly official. Harrison has been a top 16 player for like the past several seasons. He's been doing very well. He's a very, very strong player. The Maple Leaf Mafia don't play games they don't, dude. Dude, maple syrup is one of the most glorious things ever. I'm pretty sure there's like no nutritional value in maple syrup. It's just like straight up sugar, but like just having thick pancakes with maple syrup and like breakfast, that is like just the best thing ever. So question for all of you Canadians out there. I know we have a couple of you guys in chat hanging around. Is breakfast a big deal in Canada? Because in America, breakfast is very big. It's like a cultural thing. It's like you're expected to have breakfast and like, before work or whatever. When I was in Poland, breakfast is not as big of a thing in Central Europe. I don't know about Germany, but in Poland, it wasn't that big of a thing. Like breakfast, it exists. People will have like some light breakfast and whatnot, but it's not like people often skip breakfast. They'll have like a coffee and then they'll just like eat lunch, right? But I was curious what it was like from our brothers up north. If you guys are breakfast fiends as well. Waffles or pancakes with syrup traps. Okay, not much. Yeah, breakfast. Okay, I'm hearing mixed reviews. Yeah. Cereal isn't breakfast. Yeah, I'm not a big cereal enjoyer, to be honest. Okay, so Anticity and... Oh, Anticity versus Harrison. This should be fun. Lizardmen versus Vampire Counts. Oh, shit, okay. We got some dinosaurs up in here. And let me know what the map is when you guys know. Shout out to our boy Harrison. Lizardmen are pretty good. The meta is very healthy right now. As long as you ban Beastmen and like Slanesh, the meta is pretty good. Breakfast is the least popular meal here. Brunch is more popular. Understood. Breakfast in some European countries is just a coffee with a cigarette. Yeah, yeah. Canadian here, breakfast is treated similar in Ontario. Okay. Like, I think breakfast food is goated. It's the best. The Bach is coming. Dude, yes, it is. Let the engines of the gods feast. What about second breakfast? Yeah, dude. Oh, man. I think I would enjoy living in the Shire. Although, yeah, the Shire is definitely the way to live. American don't eat breakfast. I think breakfast is becoming less popular here too. Probably. We're only not here all the time. So from breakfast. You guys make me want some breakfast. Dude, it's like, you know, making some like garlic potatoes and like just like eggs doused in like ketchup and just like bacon and waffles. Like, oh, dude. Eggs Benedict. Eggs Benedict. If you guys, I don't know. I'm sure most people here know what Eggs Benedict is, but dude, it is so freaking good. If we go look here, like Eggs Benedict, yeah, like something like this. It is so goddamn good. Oh, dude, my mouth is watering just looking at this. Like, what beats this? With hollandaise sauce, you got a nice little piece of bacon and a little biscuit under there. You know, a little English muffin. Oh, come on, dog. Come on. How do you beat this, right? And then, you know, if you guys want to get real crazy, like, I live in Southern California. Let's freaking go with this, all right? Look at the huevos rancheros. Oh, it's so good. Some like solid refried beans. Dude, Mexicans know how to cook and eat. I'm telling you, it's so freaking good. Yeah. Huevos rancheros is like one of the most delicious things ever. Yeah. Who can afford eggs at the moment? Yeah, it's true. That is true. All right. So what do we got here? Which map? Which one? Okay, and I don't know what the map is yet. Harrison asking for me to show the map, but I think he just went to go look. Because I responded a little bit late. Flaunting the streamer money. You know, I actually haven't eaten eggs in probably several months. I haven't had an egg in easily maybe 4 or 5 months. Although I did have a breakfast burrito at a local joint, and they didn't raise the price. So like the egg and the breakfast burrito, the burrito is the same price it's been for like 3 or 4 years. So I guess you can still get it there. But yeah, buying it at the groceries would be rough. Yeah. Okay, perfect here. Chiaquias? Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, chiaquias. Yeah. I just love Mexican food. I think Mexican. I love Polish food, Mexican food, Thai food. I mean, I love some grimy Chinese food too. If you take me to like the grimiest Chinese like fast food, sign me up for that. You get an estate job offer. Hey, Zachary, congratulations, man. Hope it makes you nice and wealthy and you can live a comfortable life. You've never tried Mexican breakfast? Where do you live, Jer? You got to do it. Mexican food is top tier. It is. Like the appetizers in Mexican food rule. Like taquitos with like sour cream and guacamole. And then you get frickin', what's it called? Just like chips and like Mexican chips and salsa. Like there's so many different like types of salsa that just rule. Yeah, Mexican food is S tier. Yeah. Mexican food is S tier for sure. Some trees on a chiaquilla with salsa verde. Salsa verde is my favorite too. I love green salsa. Green salsa is the best. Like putting green salsa inside your burritos is the forbidden fruit. If you guys have a burrito place near you and you've ever been like, oh, you know, that burrito is a little bit dry, tell them to put salsa verde like inside the burrito as they make it. Just like douse it. And that burrito will go from like a 7 to like a 100. Like out of a 10 scale. It's so good. Salsa verde inside your burrito is the ultimate secret. Oh, Indian food is really good too. Indian food is very good. Yeah, I could eat Indian food all day. Speaking of, now I kind of am craving it a little bit. Italian food is also S tier, but the problem with Italian food is it gives me really bad heartburn. I'm sure many of you guys feel the same thing, but the tomatoes and the acidity of Italian food can just be brutal. It's just like, yeah, it can put you in the trash pretty quick if you're not careful. But yeah, Italian food is just like, when it's done right, is so freaking good. I was talking about salsa verde earlier, yeah. Salsa makes burritos too soggy. Well, that means they're doing it wrong. They're getting too crazy. You need to like, when they make the burrito, they need to get the salsa inside of the ingredients and not like on the outside of the ingredients where it like is brushing against the wrap of the burrito. If it's inside, then it will saturate the inside and it won't bleed out into the wrap. That's like the way. Yeah. Yeah, tomatoes hit me hard in my elder years. I've definitely cut down on Italian food just because of the red sauce. Persian food, I'd love to. I'd love to. We don't have a lot of, we have a lot of, in LA, we have a fair amount of Middle Eastern food and, you know, food from that part of the world. Mediterranean. Yeah, wet burritos are really good. The ones with salsa verde or salsa rojo on it. No, yeah. All right, what's... Yeah, I'm trying to think. I love Polish food too. If you just gave me like fried pierogi with like onions and bacon bits every day, I could probably eat that all day every day. Yeah, Greek food rules, man. The gyros are really nice. You know, something about when we were in Greece, my wife and I, we went on our honeymoon there, and yeah, there's a lot of French fries in their cuisine. Like, even at the fancier restaurants, we noticed there was a lot of French fries. Like, you would order, like, some fancy, like, salad and steak, and then it would, like, come with fries, which I freaking love. You know, I could see how, like, a food snob might, like, raise their nose at that, but, like, dude, I was stoked. Nick's Deli in Long Beach, breakfast burrito to die for? Oh, yeah, okay. I actually go to Long Beach semi-frequently. I play Warhammer the Old World down there. There's a tournament in Lake Forest I go to. So I drive through Long Beach. Yeah. Yeah, you could eat 20 pierogies in a session. Yeah, as well. I actually, when I worked at a Filipino newspaper back in the day, and we had a contest to see who could eat the most lumpia Shanghai, and I ended up winning that. I ate like 40 of them. I was so sick. So lumpia Shanghai are like a Filipino lumpia... Shanghai. Yeah, so lumpia Shanghai are so freaking good. Check this shit out. Oh yeah, these things, and they have this like really good dipping sauce. Filipino food is bomb too. Filipino breakfast is actually legit. Yeah, look at these bad boys. You know, they were small ones though. They were very small ones. Like the ones I ate were like this. They were like little tiny ones. But I was very sick. It was worth it though. I love lumpia. You talking about Comic Quest? Yeah, that's where I go hang out. I hang out at Comic Quest, and that's where I play in all the Old World tournaments. If you ever like were to go there, you'd probably see me at their tournaments. I'm friends with the guy who runs the tournament. He's really nice. Yeah. Filipino food rules. Yeah, it does. It does. It's very good. Have you ever... matcha's all right. I don't dislike it. It's not something I get excited about. So these guys are... oh, let's play Temple. Shit, sorry, I got... which one? Is it the Lost Temple of Sotek? Sotek or Usirian? I think we're on the Lost Temple of Sotek, which is very flavorful for this. Sorry, guys. I was literally... Oh my god, they said that 7 minutes ago. I hope they're still working on their builds. I hope they weren't waiting for me for 7 minutes. I don't think they were. Korean food is really good. Yeah, Korean barbecue is bomb. You know, kimchi, all that kind of stuff is really good. Korean food, though, in LA, it's amazing, but, like, I don't know if my body just doesn't agree with that much red meat, but dude, when I eat, like, heavy-duty Korean barbecue, I tend to, like, get punished pretty bad later. I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but food distraction was too strong. Dude, I'm hungry right now. You guys got me thinking. No, they weren't waiting for me. They're not ready yet. They haven't readied up yet, so we're fine. All right. Sotek, all right. Let's get it. I feel like we were becoming like a... I'm kind of curious about something, actually. Hold on. So one sec here. So YouTube. Okay, so if I go to YouTube Live... Yeah, there's some interesting stuff here. Looking at YouTube Live. Like, I wonder if our live stream is there. Huh, so yeah, it's not showing. Okay, I like, yeah, I don't know. I've always had imposter syndrome. Anticity ordering Mexican food right now. I wonder if Canada has good Mexican food. I feel like the further north you go, probably the worse it gets, but you never know. I mean, I'm sure there's some gems out there for sure. Imagine how much green barbecue Mazda Money could eat. Dude, that guy is such a fat chungus. He could eat a lot for sure. Welcome to the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, after this, we'll be having our ceremonial FFA to end all FFAs. And looking at the build of Anticity against dinosaurs, he's going to be using the Strigoi Ghoul King. So that's a good choice. Spirit Leech, Gaze of Nagash give you tons of single target DPS to take down the Slan, to take down the Dread Saurian, whatever. And you also get 3 Death Shriek breath attacks. But honestly, what I think is going to happen is I think Anticity is going to try and snipe the Slan. The Slan is high magic with Tempest, which is really good from Harrison. So both players bringing good tech against one another, which is good. Crypt Ghouls, Zombies, and Skeleton Spears, backed up by double Necromancer for the Forbidden Rod, which is pretty much an auto take. There's no reason not to do that. It's so good. And Skeleton Spears and Crypt Ghouls. No Graveguard this time around. Really going to be Crypt Ghoul centric. Looking at Harrison's build, it is going to be Skink Skirmishers in the front. Very good poke against Corpse Guards, Crypt Horrors, big flying Vampire Lords, you name it. And a Slan Mage of high magic is an S tier choice. He is very good. Tempest will really help keep that character in check potentially, but if the Slan Mage gets put out of position, he could die like instantly. The breath attack, the Spirit Leech, and the Gaze of Nagash overcast would just blast this toad into another dimension as well. So that's good, MMCS. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to find some good Mexican food up there. Anyways, focused on the game now. It's going to be Sara Spears, a good tech. They'll beat zombies and skeletons, can also fight Crypt Horrors. We have the Umbral Tide rolling up as well. Ethan, thanks for being a member for 23 months. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So the Umbral Tide is a great tech. Certainly could be hunted by the Ghoul King, but it can put a lot of hurt down on these guys. And it looks like the battle's really going to be taking place over towards Objective 3. We have the Bastillodon Solar Engine tech also being brought in. I always feel like Solar Engines are a little bit lackluster. Like, I feel like they're on paper are good here, but they just tend to not do a whole lot. But we will find out. We will find out and see what it can do. Lizards do get their clutches on Objective 3, and Anticity going to be getting Objective 2 right here as we do get the double Necromancers moving up. And where is Anticity going to push? Is he going to do a full court press? Like, is he going to go every objective, or is he going to consolidate everything over towards Objective 3? Hey, Ethan, thanks for being a member for that long, man. It really, really helps keep it going, so thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so Crypt Ghouls are hustling. We got the Corpse Cart moving as well. And ladies and gentlemen, the fate of the old world is soon to be decided as the undead armies advance on the lizard people. Oh, look at these guys, little gremlins. Yeah, they'll hold their own against zombies. Skink cohorts have 160 models, so that's pretty strong. Solar Engine shooting down, and it does manage to nail one of the Crypt Horrors, and does not pick off a model, but does light them on fire, which mitigates the healing a little bit. And it looks like Anticity is going to be doing a full court press. So we see the Undead coming here, and Harrison actually pulling back, not wanting to take a full court engagement. Rather, he's going to be swinging his army, wheeling them about here, and beginning to shoot into the Crypt Horrors there. So he's going to be dropping some fat bows on those bad boys, and we will see. Strigoi Ghoul King pulling back. I don't think that Harrison can afford to relinquish all the objectives to Anticity here. I think that would be a disaster. We're going to see what happens. So he does form a bit of a defensive shield wall here. You can see he's got his battle line, screening out the rest of the undead army. So that's not a bad idea, right? Vampire counts are slow. Take your entire force and collapse on Anticity here. Get the Umbral Tide shooting too, by the way. I don't know what he's doing. A little bit of Bronzodia micro there from Harrison. But yeah, the Umbral Tide should have been shooting at the Crypt Horrors like 5 years ago. Maybe it's a little bit nervous about the Strigoi Ghoul King on the outside of the formation. We'll have to see. The Slan does get blasted by some magic and uses an Apotheosis, Solar Engine shooting point blank. And now he's going to get the Umbral Tide back online, which he's really going to need. Lizardmen are holding on to the objective, right? There's 2 Sara Spear units, which are incredibly tough and meaty and very, very hard to get rid of. And on this side, it looks like the Undead are going to be moving up. But overall, I think that Harrison should be ready. Harrison ambushing the Black Coach with the Cohort of Waddle. So they move out of the tree line here, and they get their Power Fist, and they're able to send this thing running. And we do see the Black Coach retreating, and the Cohort of Waddle needs to be pulled back. You don't want it to be fighting among spears. It's not going to be good. Feral Cold One's called out, and they need to be microed away. Definitely would be a blunder engaging the Umber Skeleton Spears. And now the shooting is on. So we do get the Umbral Tide. Beautiful, beautiful shield to the old ones there. But Gaze of Nagash on the Battletoad. So Anticity going for a Lord sniping build. Very interesting, but Corpse Cart getting melted. So far, Harrison is playing very, very well here. The target priority is good. Kill the Corpse Cart, get rid of all the buffs, and then work on to the other targets here. And yeah, I like that he formed like a bit of a haggard screen of like chaff units to block out this big portion of the army and is focusing all of his firepower onto this brick. But a Mortis Engine coming in is potentially going to be a game changer. Battletoad does have Apotheosis, so he is able to drop some heals for sure. And yeah, how is this going to go? Banishment from the Slan activated. Solar Engine shooting into the Cryptors, which are retreating. We do get a nice breath attack from the Deathstreak Terrorgeist, and it does hit the Cohort of Waddle, but they don't care too much about that. And the Salamanders need to be shooting into the Mortis Engine now. The Mortis Engine is the biggest existential threat to the Lizards here, so they need to get everything and zero in on that frickin' Mortis, because that will kill the Sire Spears. It'll drain them. And otherwise, the Vampire Counts don't really have good options for that. But the Cryptors in critical binding. And now the Solar Engines, not Solar Engines, but the Salamander Hunting Packs are focusing down the Mortis Engine. It is crumbling and eating those shots a little bit. Harrison dropping a nice Tempest there as well on top of the Strigoi Ghoul King. And focus firing him, probably not going to be a great idea. Yeah, just keeping that Mortis Engine away from your infantry is going to be chef's kiss. Total Warrior, thank you for becoming a channel member. Greatly appreciate it. And that is a very good way to support the channel. So thank you so much, and looking forward to the many years of adventures hanging out, my friends. So there's the shot there. We do get the Umbral Tide blasting into the Mortis Engine, but it looks like Anticity may have stabilized it for now. It's not taking too much damage. On the flank, we get Red Crested Skinks versus Zombies. Going to be a bit of a wet noodle contest there. And yeah, this Mortis Engine is in danger. It's trying to rush in here, but it's going to get trapped up by the Cohort of Waddle. Anticity is going to be playing for an objective victory, I think. I think he's going to be losing out on value this game. His attempts to snipe this land have not been super successful yet, but there's still time for it. If he moves in and gets like a Shriek, Spirit Leech, and a Gaze, he might be able to turn the tide of the game here. We're going to have to see. All right, so Gaze him to gash on the Battletoad. Battletoad is down to about half health. Is there going to be a Deathstreak Breath? The Tempest activated on the Strigoi Ghoul King, so he's going to be getting it pretty good as all the Salamanders switch their focus fire here. Mortis Engine going to be drifting to the other side. Black Coach also very low. So if Anticity wins this game, it's either going to be with a Lord Sniper or on objectives. That's for sure going to be his win cons here. As the dinosaurs continue rumbling, Cohort of Waddle battling it out with the zombies. And oh, look at the cheeky play on the outside here. Skink Cohort getting up to that objective. Lizards could for sure make a play and loop their skirmishers around this way and steal objective 3. That would be an MLG play. That would really, really give the dinosaurs a lot more time to grind. Alex, thank you for becoming a channel member. The green names are growing in chat. Thank you guys so much for joining in on these parties. All right. I'm muted? Oh, the game sound is muted. Okay, damn it. I did that again. Yeah, I have a hotkey set for that, and I keep accidentally hitting it. Thank you for the pro tip there. We'll get that back online. All right. So Mortis Engine is getting blasted. The Salamanders are dragging it down. Could Harrison take him down? We will see. The Mortis Engine is on the retreat and probably is going to be crumbling. It's at -5 leadership. Salamanders dropping quite a bit of fire there. And the big thing is, for the Lizards, the big victory condition is the fact that Harrison has not relinquished his home objective. When somebody's trying to stuff you like this, if you can just hold on tooth and nail and value trade and at least not lose your home objective, that is going to be very, very good. So another Tempest going down on the Strigoi Ghoul King. As on the flank, we do see the Gremlins threatening to take this objective. And where are the Skirmishers? Skirmishers are coming around. Anticity running good interference here, blocking them up a little bit. And I think that the Crypt Ghouls are going to arrive in time. Strigoi Ghoul King getting blasted out of the sky. And the Vampires, their surge of aggression, you could see an absolute battlefield of devastation and a lot of losses on both sides. But overall, the old ones endure. The dinosaur people, they've got their spears. And they're going to be bok and bonking you on the head. That is for sure. So zombies worn off. And now Anticity is going to be probably falling back and trying to start holding objective 3. Lizards are going to need to make a play for that. And Anticity might be able to win on objectives, though, for sure. Like, Vampires are really tough to get off points. And that's why this, like, kind of stuffing playstyle that he's doing is very effective. We see the Sternsman and Graveguard here. Very tough to get through. Those are some meaty frickin' units, right? Those are meaty, meaty units. All right, so we do see these guys moving around the flank. He's going to be trying to get the Cohort of Waddle on top of the Sternsman, which would be a good play. Salamanders are just kind of roaming around looking for targets here. Black Coach is crumbling. Feral Cold Ones, the Velociraptors, the clever girls are able to drag this thing down. They do have good mass. And the Black Coach was only able to get 600 value this game. So it tried its best, but it did pay the price. Lizards did not get the side objective, and they are slowly pushing back the Vampires at every front. You know, 7.8 against 3.9 with healing taken into account, probably like 7.8 against like 4 or 5, give or take, you know, somewhere in that ballpark. And we are going to be seeing the Sacred Croxagores surging forth and causing quite a bit of havoc. And we'll see what they can do. Some more shots from downtown. It is going to be the Salamander hunting pack shooting into the corpse cart here. Lizards are now starting to push off their objective for the first time. The solar engine actually has been pretty good. I didn't think it would be, and its value isn't crazy, but it does add fire damage to the Cryptors and a constant source of pressure. And also it is an anti-infantry monster, so you can use it against like Graveguard. So the Sternsmen rush in, but man, oh man, are they getting taken to Poundland. Their pounds are being stretched. Yeah, that is a lot of Sacred Croxigors, which are basically a hard counter against Sternsmen. They're going to give him the business really, really hard. We see the Power Fist coming down, those guys getting bullied, and the Graveguard are going to be sent back to the Shadow Realm as the Lizardmen continue moving towards Objective 2. Matthias, just want to thank you for the content, and content my son and I enjoy watching. Hey, well, shout out to you and your son, Matthias. Hope you guys are having fun. And yeah, we're here for the good times. Thank you for all the support, my friend. Good times to come. Umbral Tide moving up. We do got two of those bad boys going to be trying to snipe the Strigoi Ghoul King, who does get slammed with another Tempest. Now the Lizards are going to be advancing up. As it currently stands, you know, it's not quite a triple cap situation yet, but it's getting close. Good play from Anticity using the Opal Amulet to mitigate 20% of the damage, but the Salamanders are really, really cooking here. As Sara Spears and Clever Girls are moving up, and we do have the Red Crested Skinks with the Shield of the Old Ones trying to push through. And I think the Lizards are in a winning position, but I mean, Anticity is a good enough player, and he'll make good enough decisions that he could maybe endure this wrath here. We'll have to see. Umbral Tide now moving over here, though, and we do see the Strigoi Ghoul King getting pushed back, and I think Anticity has felt the sweet siren of the sea, the sweet buttery call of Lustria. You know, he tried to kill the Slann, something that many people have tried before, and you know, you're just going to end up shipwrecked and sitting on a atoll in the ocean, just kind of, you know, struggling there. So the Strigoi Ghoul King is at 300 HP, probably going to crumble down. Negative 42 leadership is very, very bleak. Skinks have arrived. But yeah, close match. I mean, Anticity, he might be able to win on just one here in a minute. It's very, very tight. Currently, as it stands, we do see that the objective here is in control of the vampire counts, but the Skinks are going to be arriving. Battletoad is arriving. And the Strigoi Ghoul King is crumbling, and down he goes, falling as the Tempest rips him apart. Very epic finish right there. And there's the Strigoi Ghoul King. He was, you know, he was pretty beastly in life for sure. Strigoi Ghoul King's carcass being desecrated there by the Tempest. And the Lizards have such crazy momentum here. They have two Sacred Croxigors moving up, really bashing through the vampiric units. And in the back, we get a lot of skeletons, a lot of spears coming out. And overall, I think we are going to be seeing a victory here for Harrison. I think he is going to get the win. You know, Anticity has already won a couple tournaments this season. It's okay if he shares a couple wins every now and then. You know, let somebody else get the wins. But Harrison, all jokes aside, earned the hell out of this. This was a very impressive performance. He needs to definitely move these Salamanders up. But the build for Harrison was clean. It seemed like he had answers for everything. The Tempest to counter the Lord, Salamanders to counter the Mortis Engine and the Black Coach and the Crypt Horrors, you know, Sacred Croxigors to counter the infantry. He had tools for most of these things, but really needs to get these Salamanders moving. You know, he really, really needs to get it going. So on the backside here, we do see the Vampire Counts holding. They do have a Corpse Cart here and some Crypt Ghouls. You can't underestimate Anticity here. He still could win. You know, there's still schemes. I think you got to move everybody over here. As it currently stands, Anticity, I think, would win on just 1 point. So you're going to need to go all in and really make sure that you get these effective targets. Like the Salamanders cannot be shooting like, I mean, they kind of go over the trees there a little bit, actually. That was not bad. But probably maneuvering them over here, like around the outside, would be a little bit better. Shield of the Old Ones activated as the dinosaurs continue fighting. There is going to be a fat banishment going down. The undead being bathed in holy fire as the giant linebackers of Lustria continue moving in, supported by the fire. And yeah, that is a lot of undead crumbling. Banishment going down from the Battletoad as well. Skink's going to be coming around the flank. Skink cohorts flanking in and engaging against the Crypt Ghouls and the various skirmisher pieces. And the undead are still holding out and occupying a lot of the Lizard Force here. But I think that he probably is going to be able to get in there. Very, very tight match, though, guys. Very, very tight match indeed. Yeah, he hates the trees, I'm sure. So Cold One Spear Riders advancing up. The undead are holding on, though. You know, Anticity is cackling pretty hard here. And, yeah, Anticity, I believe, would win on just one objective. So if he can find a way, you know, if anybody can find a way, it would be him. We do have the Corpse Carts and another Necromancer coming out. The Necromancer, that must be all he has to call out here. But undead are so tough to push through, man. They are, especially the Vampire Counts. Like, Tomb Kings are a little bit easier to push through in my experience, but Corpse Carts and Zombies are just so effective and such good targets. Zombies are like an S-tier unit. You're getting like 11, 12,000 HP, and yeah, the stats suck, but for 100 gold and having an unbreakable sponge of 11,000 HP is so freaking good. Honestly, might be one of the better units in the roster. I think Crypt Horrors are my favorite. Like, I think Crypt Horrors are just such a powerful staple piece that's good against so much. But we do see the point starting to flip here, and if Harrison just occupies this for a minute, yeah, he's got that Lizard capture weight against that Expendable capture weight. We do see that Lizardman flip the objective, and Harrison is going to be winning tonight's tournament. Yeah, GG, well played. Great game by everybody. Great tournament, really fun matches. We got some good NURGLE games. We got some Vampire Counts, some Lizardmen, some Dark Elves getting represented as well. That was very fun. But yeah, Harrison had his number pretty good on the build. The Tempest and the Slan able to heal through that. The Sacred Croxagores were really, really good. And overall, great game. It was really fun. I think Anticity's previous style of maybe using like Graveguard could have been a little bit stronger. Hard to say, but yeah, GG, well played. Anticity has to share. You know, other people need to get wins every now and then. So, all right, well played to Harrison. The old ones smile on us this day. Beautiful game indeed. And now it is time for the truly forbidden game mode. It is going to be the FFA. All right, so Turin FFA. Anybody's welcome to join, and here we go. All right, we're bringing him over to the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the free-for-all battle, and we got this. Let's do a little troll country here. Jackal, GG, great showing from everybody. Thank you, thank you. All right, so quick question. Yeah, Max and Hitman Hippo have made it. All right, so we got all the players here. So how do we want to play this? Do I want to do a little NURGLE action? We got Wood Elves. Wood Elves, when you play NURGLE against Wood Elves, it's rough. I think we want to do something different. Let's see. Ogres, no. High Elves are always fun. I do enjoy playing some High Elves. Let's try some Chaos Dwarves, actually. I have an idea for the Dowizar that I want to try. All right, let's do this. Block that. Yeah, 2 great grand finals. Now, we're going to be streaming like every day, almost. We'll be streaming 5 to 6 days a week now. Streaming is going to be a much bigger priority on the channel. YouTube changed the way that the algorithm works for like videos a little bit, and it seems like, yeah, streaming is definitely just, I enjoy streaming way more too. So, all right, so Vampire Counts, Wood Elves, and Bretonia. So let's do this. All right, and fire it up. 2, 3. Okay. Cool beans. So that looks pretty good to me. And let's get, oh, Zoltor, dude. Zoltor's coming, yes. The Boundless Cruelty. Okay, so we need a Demonsmith Sorcerer too. And against Vampire Counts, Bretonia, and Wood Elves, I think Metal is going to be pretty good. We had to hedge our bets against all those. All right, and we can put him on a Bale Taurus. And looking good. Yes. This is the FFA to end all FFAs. I think like 1 Bull Centaur Render would probably be a good idea, just to have some anti-large. Could do the Kadai Destroyer, but yeah. We'll do the Bull Centaur Render. And we could cut you and get this. All right, awesome sauce. And then we get a Laborer. All right, so the build's looking pretty fun. We got a cool build here. Nothing is going to beat my mom coming in and becoming... Yeah, my mom became a channel member last night. My mom is... she's in her mid-60s. She's 60... She's 66. Yeah, and she's not... She's actually pretty tech-savvy. My mom is an artist. Yeah, she's... Let's see. I wonder if she still has her website up. I don't think she does. She does have her Instagram, I guess. Oh, interesting. I have to take a look. We look at some of that, but yeah. She is an artiste. But yes, she became a channel member last night. It's pretty funny. I don't know if she was watching. She probably just pulled it up on her phone. Zoltor is the Chaos Dwarf that'll... It was some primo. Oh, yeah. All right, we're ready. This build is pretty forbidden. I think it's got some teeth. Yeah, it's got some teeth for sure. I am thinking about doing a really long marathon stream. So I would need to plan it though, because of my bad hands. I probably would just cast instead of playing, but we would do a stream where, you know, on Twitch they do things like subathons or whatever, where every person that becomes a subscriber, which on YouTube would be a channel member, you would increase the duration of the stream to be really long. I think we'll do something like that on here. We'll juggle, maybe we'll like host a tournament where I cast games, and then we would work on a build guide in between, and then maybe play like some Age of Empire, like something like that. But I got to figure out a date for it, but I think it'd be fun. Like it would be like a membership-a-thon on what would be like what do they do on Twitch? Like how much do they increase the time? Will I stream the new Age of Wonders DLC? 100%. Pone and I will for sure do some PvP on that. Who grows the best devil's lettuce on Warhammer? NURGLE might make some pretty wild shit, but goblins probably, because goblins would like got all the mushroom magic and shit. So, yeah, The dungeon, that's funny, yeah. No, Mama knows my sense of humor, for sure. All right, so we got blunderbusses. We got blunderbuss. Blunderbuss here. And blunderbuss. And then we got fireglaves, and fireglaves to protect. So we went with the Dowie Tsar gun line, basically. And we have Zoltor the Black. We have a Lamasu character here. And then we have a Haggard Goblin who's going to be hiding in the trees, and a Bull Centaur as well. Do I have a blocker up? No, I don't, really. Oh, shit. Oh, goddamn. All right. Skaven probably makes some good reefer, too, I would imagine. All right. 10 minutes per member? I don't know. That could get out of control, because... Yeah, I mean, what do we end up in, like, a 24-hour stream? We could just become a Let's Talking stream at some point. That could be fun. Yeah. All right, let's get it. We got the Dowie Tsar gun line, which nobody is going to want to approach us. Vampire counts could swarm us, maybe. Yeah, because our build could get swarmed pretty badly. There is that element, you know. All right. So, all right. Oh, the Wood Elves. Oh, no, you're in the wrong neighborhood, Turthu. Oh, no, look at them. They're going to run, dude. Oh, dude, you're in the wrong neighborhood, Turthu. You're in the wrong neighborhood, bro. Oh, no, the rest of the Wood Elf army, though, I don't want any of that smoke. All right, Zoltan's coming. We're going to try and close the distance, but I could just get wrecked here by this, like, actual, like, Zote force. So Zoltan's going to come. We do have the final transmutation as well. We're trying to close the distance. How long does Sadistic Snare last? It lasts for 33 seconds. Okay, so let's actually snare down Durthu and try and close the distance. So we're going to try and snare him down. So Durthu's going to get the Sadistic Snare, so we snare him down. And let's get the blunderbusses to close the distance. This is like a horror movie for him. All right, so we have another 28 seconds. Oh, yeah, dude, let's freaking go. All right, fireglaves. And then let's get the breath attack coming in on you. Durthu's got another 20 seconds here. All right, so let's get the Wild Riders on you guys. And we do get the breath attack. We're going to attack with Zoltan. And here comes the blunderbusses. All right, so he's going to start getting it. Oh, look at the Wild Riders. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. He's out in 5 seconds. Blunderbusses have gotten in range. And Durthu is down to like half health already, which is great. All right, so he's going to start running, but not before he eats another volley. He's going to maybe get a little bit more distance, but overall, yeah, nice. Durthu is very, very low at this point. All right, so he's able to form ranks, and we need to move up now. So we need to reform and just keep moving. Zoltan getting the net there was pretty good. That was very money. And Durthu's already down to like half health, which is so good. All right, so let's keep moving. Move up this way. We are getting shot by some archers. Let's get the Bull Centaur renders. What are they? Starfire shafts? Yeah, so we're going to get you. The net's going to be off cooldown here in a little bit, but not soon enough. And we get some goblins coming over there as well. So let's dive over here, see what we can find. That's good value for us, but oh shit, the vampires are coming. Okay, hold up. It was a prank. I didn't mean it, Wood Elves. Holy shit. Oh my god, I did not notice this absolute monstrosity of a formation behind me. Okay, I can't afford to get surrounded, so we need to go maybe like work this way. Yeah, there's some zombies and shit over here, but we could probably clear those out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Bretonia's coming. This Bretonian player always does a Flying Air Force. He always does kind of the same thing. Any chances for an AoE 2 stream? Oh my god, I don't even know how to play Age of Empires 2, to be honest with you. All right. So we got some good opportunities here. The vampires are just waiting to collapse on us in the back. Let's go ahead and get the shooting going here, and we need to form up. So form up, and form up here. Get you guys around the back. Hang out a little bit, and we can get you guys to shoot here. All right, so some of the guns are shooting. We're able to get some DPS into the Bretonians. Get you on the tree, man. I just need to get as many points as humanly possible, right? So blunderbusses need to work on the zombies, and we need to start shooting at some of the direwolves over here too. We need to get the Baletor's character and Zoltan over here to do those. So I'm just gonna form we're just gonna form a dread box here, basically. You know, that's gonna be the play. All right, so you guys shoot there. Let's do this. We're gonna get in here, and you blunderbusses need to come here. All right, so we do get in. Some of those units do start to get melted, but it's gonna get a little bit scary here soon. We're going to be in melee with a lot of them, which is unfortunate. Yeah, you guys shoot these zombies. You guys do this. Let's get the doggos to go over there. You guys blast there. Form up. We do have some opportunities. I think pressing into this army is still good. Let's get those enigmas of gear on. We do manage to fend those guys off. So I do have another Sadistic Snare. I do. All right, so we get the Goose coming in. So Goose is going to be a target for sure. So let's get you. The Goose is loose, and do this and this. And the guns are going to try and zero in on them. Let's pull these guys in and these guys in. Blunderbuss can go there. You guys go here and there. All right. So we're going to try our best. Zoltan is going to debuff this goose. We're going to see if our two characters can beat it together. So we're going to try. We do get some shots there, but we unfortunately are getting tar pitted a little bit, so we need to fan out. Bull Centaur Renders can go up there, and let's just start shooting at some of these guys if we can. Yep, there we go. There we go. Not going to be a great fight for us, though, although we do have this Forbidden Tech. So we're going to do this, drop it right on his head, and see what we can do. So the Bull Centaur Renders will fight well there. And now we are going to get an overcasted Final Transmutation, which is going to be really good. That's going to do a hell of a lot of damage, and it's totally cooking these guys. Yeah, we have a Bale Taurus here, too, by the way. So it's lower its stats. Looking pretty good. The fight over here, not bad. I mean, the shooting is functional. We are melting a lot of those units. Storm of the Night, great call. Yeah, the Von Chadstein Lord. It's very good against Zoltor here. So Zoltor was silencing them, too. You got to remember he silences, so... All right, let's try and get one of you guys back. And we are able to actually melt that position. Holy shit, we actually melted those guys. That was really good. All right, let's fan you out. And we do get one of the gooses very low. So we're going to put you guys in guard mode, and we're going to try and rip shots here. Because even if they're tar pitted, they can still shoot. It's just a little bit haggard. So let's come this way. And form ranks. Halberds are there, and we do get these guys still fighting. We can go in and help. And yeah, see, now we have the shotguns in guard mode, and they can still rip shots. It's just a little janky. And the Sadistic Snare is very much on the table as well. All right, so how are we looking? The Dowies are holding pretty well, actually. They're holding in there pretty well. God damn, look at this brick here. This is so many units. All right, so that's good. Let's get on you guys, and let's get these guys to keep moving and screening, and we can just kind of keep farming here. We do get a Vampire of Shadows, which is an opportunity to take that thing out. And the Fireglaves, yeah, they're pretty tanky. I mean, they'll definitely fight off zombies, you know? All right. So let's get on this little vampire here. We have these guys. Let's get you guys into the zombies. And it looks like Durthu is on his way, so we need to save up for another overcasted Final Transmutation. So let's get back and maybe start clearing out this way. Yeah, and we can start shooting here. These Fireglaves need to keep waddling. Durthu does have a lot of healing. I'm going to get slammed with another Storm of the Night, so that's tough. Let's get these guns. Zero in guard mode, and just hopefully be able to drag down some of these. Okay, I do have my snare, but I'm saving it. I'm saving it for the good times. Let's go crumble these zombies off. Oh yeah, look at the damage. Let's freaking go. Blunderbusses are so sick. I like them a lot. They're very fun. Okay, so yeah, Bull Centaur is still duking it out, and hopefully they can clear out these zombies. So we do lose those units, and we still have some shooting online over here. Still got a little bit. Let's let those guys fight, you know. And if he comes, I don't want to fight him until I get another Final Transmutation, you know. That's got to be the play. All right, those guys, yeah, these guns are all going to be shut offline for now. It's a healthy unit here, though. I wonder if they're going to actually come after me. Storm of the Night activated, so we're just going to have to do the unovercasted variant, and we're going to do a Sadistic Snare. Try and net you down. And let's get these Fireglaves to start shooting in guard mode here. Zoltan is silencing them, but I'm going to lose my Bale Taurus character, so feels bad. All right, let's see if we can get the Vampire Lord down. Zoltor is still alive. Let's get you guys to go over there. The Bretonnians have a lot, though. They have a lot. We did get the Final Transmutation off, but yeah, so Bull Centaurs. Zoltor needs to get away here because it's a bad fight. Let's get you guys to shoot into that. Sadistic Snare does last a freakishly long time. It lasts forever. It's very, very good in that regard. All right, so Fireglaves form up. Let's go sit next to him so we can't heal. We are wavering, but I think we're going to get up here. The Bretonnians are coming. We're definitely not going to win, most likely. Although the Bretonnians don't have a lot of points. If I can squeeze out a little bit more value here, maybe. All right, so Zoltan needs to run. Fireglaves and company are grinding value for me. Let's get these goblins going. And yeah, we're going to have to land here. It's our only chance. We're going to land on the ground. Zoltor is going to be there. And I'm pretty much out of steam. I do have a little bit more shooting here, which is nice. Oh, hello. We have you. We might be able to get something. And I've done my part. You know, we've done our part here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Get those blunderbusses going. The Pegasus is a bit of a small target, but it's still good. All right, let's squeeze out whatever points we can. And we do manage to get some good DACA on the Bretonnian Lord there, which is pretty funny. How do they run? Shit, why do they run? Why did they run is the question. You guys ready for some cool shit? All right, here we go. So blunderbusses are coming. I don't know if the other ones are going to rally. Probably going to get chased on most fronts. Those blunderbusses might come back, but losing Zoltor hurts. All right, time to mow down some zombies. Nope, they just run. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. And we're just going to grind what points we can. We're obviously up in value, but Hitman Hippo's very close. He's going to win. He's got the big tree blob. You know, he's got the big tree brick, and I'm basically just out of the game. We're going to go hide you in the trees, although let's just get them out of here. Okay, so those guys are running. Yeah, our army was a little bit weak to being swarmed. Anyone 1v1 were probably good, but yeah, nice Storm of the Night. The Von Karstein Lord is a great choice by Max Millionaire, by the way. Brilliant choice by our boy Max here. All right, so will these Dowie please rally so I can try and get back in this game? All right, there we go. So we're going to move you guys out and crumble down these zombies. Let's shoot some of these zombies as well. Get points wherever we can. Come on. No, don't run! Just get the shot! Oh, all right. We have 2 Dowie alive over here. We're wavering, sitting at like 6 leadership. And yeah, they'll start putting some hurt down into these guys. Definitely will crumble the zombies. I got to get points where I can. I'm still number 1 on points. Yeah, you guys just form up and shoot. There we go. Hopefully they'll shoot. Sometimes like range units are just so haggard in this game with targeting. Okay, they got shattered, but the other ones are still shooting. Zombies are getting it. Hey, we do get a fire glade back, so where are some free points? All right, let's shoot that terror guys before they break. Let's go, Dowies are. Speaking of food, yeah, we had some good food talk tonight, guys. We had some good food talk for sure. Guys are wavering. They do manage to crumble down some of the zombies. Let's go over here. I think that these little gremlins will be able to handle that. Durthu is probably unbeatable here. Although the vampires, if they team up against Durthu, they might be able to get it. I was able to get a shit ton of points this game. That is for sure. Let's see if we can squeeze out some more. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on, blunderbusses. Don't run. 2 leadership. Hold. Damage sustained is negative 47. Oh, God. They've shamed their ancestors. All right, so I'm basically out of this. I have some fire glaives being farmed by those guys. And now it's just going to be the freaking wood elves just cackling all the way to the bank. Cooking stream? I'm not a great cook. I know the basics. I could make some really haggard shit, though, just to make you guys laugh, but that's basically it. Yeah, Hippo's got Durthu and company, and he's going to be slamming into the Beast Slayers of Bastogne, who are actually in a pretty happy spot right here. Granted, they're going to get folded. They're not ITP, I don't think. They do get the +8 leadership from the Peasant's Duty if there was a knight nearby, but there are not. Yeah, halberds into big trees. I mean, look, it could be worse. We do get a goblin unit. We're just going to charge him over here and get him out of the picture. And what are the vampires going to do is the question, right? They're all circling the trees. So I have 10.6, right? The only way I win this, I could actually still theoretically win this if Rule 21 and Maximillionaire, like, take out Hitman Hippo and keep him from being the last man standing, and then neither of them get close enough, which is extremely unlikely. Durthu is getting wrecked, though. The shotgun play on Durthu in the beginning was so funny. Turn chicken nuggets and hot dog stream. I'm down, dude. Hell yeah, let's go. I love chicken nuggets. It's one of my favorites. We'll go to, like, fancy, like, we've been to, like, craft bars and places that have, like, fancy food, and I'm like, can I get the chicken nuggets? It's the power play. All right, so diving in. Whoa, what the hell? See this toolbar? I just got some, like, weird tooltip coming back up. That's very strange. Haven't seen that bug before. My screen is kind of tripping out on me here. But the vampires, yeah, they're doing pretty good on points, as are the Bretonnians. They need to kill the Wood Elves, though. The Wood Elves should lose this, technically. Double Terror guys should bully the Tree Men with the Bretonnian support. We'll see if they do. And yeah, they're going to be on the hunt right now. They also have a Vampire, too, so they have Vampire of Shadows. The Von Chadstein Lord is doing some pretty good stuff there as well. On the backside, we do have the Glade Riders. They could get engaged, maybe farm some zombies if they want to. The Bretonnians are just appear to be resting, but they do get hit with the Flock of Doom, actually, which hits all their units. Really, really good. Hit like pretty much their entire army there. We are, oh, I put a timer on. I forgot. We only got 28 minutes left to finish this, guys. It's going to get real sweaty. So moving on up are the Grail Knights, and yeah, they're going to be swarming in. And certainly getting some good damage on Durthu. It's 2,500 points for last man standing, so I have a bit of a cushion. Basically, yeah, I think they're too close. I think they're both too close. Maybe the Bretonnians, if the Bretonnians ended up being the last man standing, maybe, but the Vampires are going to get last man standing probably. But we'll see if they get enough points. We will see. I do have a fair amount. So Vampires definitely need to attack and get some points, otherwise they might not have a chance again. They might actually lose to me. Okay, so they do end up moving in there, and there they go. Descending on the ranks is Durthu, so Durthu is going to get it, and we do see them wavering, a little bit shady, and some shadow magic activated. Nope. A lot of items, though, Undeath Resurgent, Sword of Anti-Heroes, Von Hill's Dance Kebab, and Durthu is going to be broken. As the Vampires, I think, get enough to win. We'll have to see, but I'm pretty sure they will pull that one out. Maximilian, absolute Vampire Chad here. It's going to be battling it out with Hitman Hippo. Hitman Hippo's only a couple hundred points below me, though, so hopefully he gets his last trees routed. We're going to have to see, though. Those trees are tanky, though, man. They're no joke. Bretonnian's actually going for the kill on the Vampire Lord. I'm going to be trying to shut them down from being the last man standing, which isn't a bad idea. They do have a lot of Pegasus Knights. We do see the Spell Singer of Life of Hitman Hippo get taken out. And the trees are going to be battling versus halberds again, which is, again, very cost-effective for the Beast Slayers as they just continue to chase those guys. And will the Bretonnians edge it out here in the fight? We do see the giant Dragon Lord being humped to death by the Pegasus. And yeah, he pays the price. Wow, that Von Karstein Lord got freaking folded by those Pegasus Knights, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely folded up. The damsel in the fight, but she better be careful. The goose is loose, and it is ready to go. As Hitman Hippo musters his tree men here, is able to rally his forces. And on the ground, the Prophetess of Life also in danger. The double gooses, I think, are still going to be enough. Although, honestly, Hitman Hippo might be able to work something out here. I don't know what the magic situation is. If he has some healing, the tree men might be able to fight off a goose one-on-one. I don't know. They do have a lot more HP, I believe. Yeah, the gooses are only like 7,000, give or take, so we will see. In the sky, the Prophetess chased down, shaken, and stirred. The Vampirella able to get the hunt, and is going to be negative 21. A beautiful heal there, by the way. Big Earthblood going down. And vampires are not going to have anything on the ground. So there is going to be a situation. Yeah, you see critical binding. They don't have anything on the ground. They're going to have to attack in. Wow, so Hitman Hippo actually going to clutch it, I think. I think he's going to win it. I thought he was going to lose, but kind of looks like he's going to pull it out. Vampirella chasing. Oh, no, we still have a Necromancer hiding in the bushes over here as well. Yeah, look at that. Perfect, perfect. So pushing on up are the Beast Slayers of Bastogne. Nope, deciding to wait back. And the Gooses are going to be going after the Isolated Tree Man. Anti-large bonus and poison is really, really big. And but the tar pitting of the Glade Riders is going to help. But you know, it's not like you could just cycle charge with those Gooses, see what kind of value you can get. Vampirella did get the chase. Yeah, almost has the Prophetess gone, which is going to hurt the Bretonnian leadership pretty considerably. The Necromancer was stroking his rod somewhere in the woods, the classic. Although maybe he's gone now? He might have crumbled. I think the Bretonnians hunted down the Necromancer, actually, guys. Do the tree men actually hide in the trees, do they? Woodsmen. Oh, yeah, they hide in the forest. Oh, that's really funny. I actually never noticed that before. That's hilarious. Okay. So Goose is up in the sky. If you know, the Wood Elves should kill the Necromancer. Without him, you know, the cycle charging for Maximilian would be inhibited pretty heavily. 1,700 value. They do land on the ground, as the Bretonnians, I think, are going to go kill the Necromancer. They see it, and they want it. Granted, the Vampire could come over here. Even Vampire casters are pretty strong. You know, it's just like in Tabletop, Vampires are pretty strong. Although, I think the meta for Vampire counts in Tabletop is, ironically, not even to use Vampires, which is a bit of a shame. But just how it is. The Lifecaster comes in, does charge into the back of the Vampires, and gets caught. So I basically have no chance at this point. I do have the highest points still, but the last man standing is going to be passing me for sure. The Necromancer laughing in the trees. Yeah, why can I guess it considers me a combatant, and that's why I can't see the Necromancer. But Bretonnia going for it. 74 or 7 or 8 Pegasus Knights charging in, and he does start to take some damage, I think. We're going to see. The Bretonnian Paladin does get routed, and the Necromancer does get surrounded. Pretty weak combat stats. The Bretonnian Pegasus Knights would probably be able to win this, if not for the Vampirella coming in. The Vampirella is going to be changing the dynamics of that fight. And the Bretonnian Halberds basically just sitting AFK here. They're just hanging out and enjoying their best life. All right, so there goes the Pegasus Knights. I think that the Paladin will rally and probably go after the Necromancer. Necromancer's at 1,200 HP, so pretty close to being broken down. Necromancers are living, aren't they? Shouldn't they not crumble? He does have the undead trait, but correct me if I'm wrong, but Necromancers in lore... yeah, should actually not crumble, right? Yeah, the tabletop meta for Vampire counts is just Necromancers, yeah. And then they Banshees and all that cheesy kind of stuff they could do. Paladin's back with 5 leadership. No way he takes on a healthy Vampire. The Gooses charge in again and are battling the trees and doing reasonably well. But I think the trees probably outgrind them with some of the Glade Rider support. Yeah, getting the rear charge into that Terrorgeist there is really good. If you can get that thing crumbling, that's so much free damage. And Hitman Hippo does have the micro for it. Definitely going to stay on top of these things and not let them escape back up in the sky easily. It's at 0 leadership. You know, it is being crumbled. The other Goose is battling for Maximilian versus the 2 tree men. And there they go. Is he at 3 leadership? The other one is sitting at 19. Probably can stabilize if it just turns in fights. And this Goose is going to get away before taking much damage. 12 leadership right there. And the Beast Slayers of Bastogne just hanging out. Paladin escorted. Maximilian fighting tooth and nail here. I mean, he could pull this off. With his Vampire coming back too, you know, that's gonna be very, very strong here. This is where we need attacking rules, you know. This is where the land battle issue comes in, right? Like where you know, Hitman Hippo doesn't really have any agency to attack those things. We do have the Beast Slayers. I probably honestly waddling the trees towards the Beast Slayers to farm the points wouldn't be a bad idea. And the Necromancer is still, of course, hiding in the bushes somewhere. So he's stroking his rod and having a good old time. So trees are just gonna kind of stand idle and rest, which is smart. Let the Gooses fly around and suffer all the different penalties here. Is that going to be a breath attack, or is he setting up for a surround? Vampirella is on its way back, as is the Necromancer. Very dangerous to send the Necromancer out into the open, Hitman Hippo is going to see this and is going to be attacking and maybe even getting some damage on the Necromancer. We'll see. Tree Man is surrounded, and they don't seem to be connecting with the Gooses super well. Rear charge there is going to be nice. Leadership is 1, and negative 25. We do start to get some crumbling on this thing. Negative 19, so that's free damage. That's just like HP dropping away. Necromancer does get attacked and is takes a little bit of an impact hit, but nothing terribly substantial. But yeah, now the Gooses are starting to crumble, and that is not good. The Beast Slayers of Bastone are doing God knows what. He's just going to go hide on the other side, so he's going to be moving into the trees here, as we do see the old Terror Goose trying its best, but it is going to be getting slapped up. All right, so there they go, and yeah, critical binding. That's that. All right, he's running negative 2 leadership. The Goose is cycle charging. The trees are so tanky, though. They do have 20% Fizz Res, and yeah, the Ancient Protector negates magic weapons. That's pretty cool. I actually didn't even know they did that. So, you know, today I learned. Necromancer is still in good shape. Tree Men, you know, pretty insane leadership, too. Their base leadership is 90, so that's pretty bonkers. As the Gooses continue their cycle charge, and the Beast Slayers of Bastone, I don't know what they're doing. They're hiding in the trees, I guess. Not really going to be much of a chance. As Hitman Hippo wins this, I think. He definitely earned the hell out of it. The Tree Men were able to anchor. Durthu did get wrecked, but was able to endure pretty long into the game, even after a very disastrous start. So 24 leadership right here. And is he going to hold crumbling? Probably not. Necromancer going to be flying in the back as the Gooses do cycle charge in. The trees with their 10,000 plus HP, what they start with, I believe, should be able to hang in. And Rule 21 just hanging out over there with those halberds, which could be getting involved. But there's basically, I think he's hoping that the other sides will mutually destroy each other, and then he can be the last man standing and win, which would be really funny. But I don't think it's going to happen because these trees are just too healthy. One Goose is still going, though. Yeah, it's actually a good play from Bretonia, just to wait in the shadows. Necromancer moving in to cackle and provide a little bit of combat support. We do see Maximillionaire's Terror Goose here, getting 2,500 value. And the Beast Slayers, are they just hanging out? They are just hanging out in the tree. Critical binding, negative 1. That is going to be some crumbling there. Stabilizes at 5 leadership. And now the trees can just chase the Necromancer, which is what they should do. The Necromancer is going to be running, and the Goose is going to be cycle charging back in. Vampire putting up a fight. Yeah, charging into the back of this one. Refreshing the charge bonus would be very good. Setting at 2 leadership here. Trees are exhausted, so both of them are pretty tired at this point. As we do see the Vampire get slapped up a little bit. Rear charge coming in. It is going to be the Glade Rider, so they do get in and trap up the Necromancer a little bit. If he, or the Vampire, this tree didn't hear no bell. 1,300 and crumbling here. Negative 14 leadership as well. Flanking around the side is the Glade Rider Corps. So Glade Rider is going to come around the outside. Negative 27 leadership is the crumble. And the Beast Slayers just kind of enjoying their vacation over here. It'd be really funny if the Bretonian player wins. So the Beast Slayers of Bastone are actually fresh now, which is hilarious, sitting at 69 leadership. Dude, could we see the dreaded Bretonian surprise here? I don't know. It might actually happen. One Tree Man does get routed, and the Goose is 5 leadership stabilizing. The Tree Man needs to turn around and slap him. Here it comes. Branches out for Athaloran, as he does get a nice slap right there. 1,400 HP versus 6,000. Other trees going to be escorted to the Shadow Realm, so that thing's not going to be long for this world. Although Hitman Hippo does have a unit of Cav coming over, maybe to rally that tree. We're going to have to see. So that is going to be a breaking Terrorgeist. And dude, Bretonia will get, what, 2,500 points for being last man standing? Holy shit, Bretonia might be able to win this. The Shifty Peasants, yeah, no kidding. So the other Vampire is going to be running interference. We do see the Necromancer in a bit of trouble here, but he stabilizes at about 900 leadership, breaks those units. And the Goose is down for the count. So Hitman Hippo has 11,500. Going to get a little bit more value out of this thing. The tree is going to drop it. Here we go. Oh, down it goes. All right, so the tree survives. And now the Undead only have a Vampire as well as a Necromancer. This is a very sweaty FFA. Oh my god. Cryptors are ghouls that drank the blood of vampires. Oh, is that actually true? That's some interesting lore right there. That is some interesting lore. All right. So moving up, we do get the Tree Men here. Waddling towards the Undead. You know, seeing the Beast Slayers in the shadows. I mean, there's not a whole lot else going on here. The Necromancer is on the ground, and what is the Vampire going to be doing? I guess you just got to attack the tree at this point. Not really much else to do. And will the Beast Slayers of Bastone move out of the trees? They might honestly defeat this Tree Man, but I don't think Rule 21 will get enough points. I think that the Tree Man is going to get enough points that even the last man standing won't matter. So now they're moving in and coming in for the kill there, which is very funny. All right, so here it comes, a little Godzilla. This is very thematic. This is some Warhammer shit right here. Vampire coming in for the rear charge, but going to get absolutely slapped by that tree. The vampires don't really have good AP is their problem. So this vampire only has 430. Well, not only, but it doesn't have AP to get through the giant tree. The erect tree is going to be a menace for sure. Necromancer going to get slapped as well, so he's going to eat a branch to the face. It looks like his melee defense did hold firm as the tree failed to connect. Remember, the tree man is very tired as well. Oh my god, are the vampires going to get this? Maximillionaire? No. That's the Necromancer in heavy critical binding, and he's going to crumble and wither to dust here. As the other tree man going to be turning about face and getting ready to absolutely pimp slap this flying vampire. Tree men are very cool. Value on the tree men about 3,000. Beast Slayers are just kind of marching slowly to maintain their vigor, which is a good call. And yeah, Vampirella is done here. She is not going to make it. Although pretty good value for Maximillionaire. Okay, Maximillionaire still has a win con. If somehow he can get ahead of Hitman Hippo on value here, which he is right now, and then the Bretonnians win, but won't have enough for last man standing, there is an avenue for victory here. Although the tree man probably going to get it done. The vampire is crumbling out right now. And zoom in and watch this glorious fight here. There it goes, slapping the vampire. She's putting up a good fight. Immortal Will does, of course, give her some healing. Hitman Hippo not really getting points because he's not hitting it. It's mainly just the crumbling. And yeah, Hitman Hippo could be in some danger of losing the vampires here, actually. Not the tree itself, but the halberds are going to probably finish off the tree man here, which is going to be funny. Yeah. The tree's exhausted, you know, so its stats are going to be lowered. Its melee attack, everything is lowered. Its armor, its leadership, you name it. Vampire, though, is... oh, there you go. All right, so Hippo did... Why did Hippo not get points for hitting that vampire? That's very weird. See how his points aren't going up for smacking this vampire? It's very strange. You know, Creative Assembly works in mysterious ways, you know? All right. So here it goes. Currently, yeah, the points for the vampires are higher than that of Hitman Hippo. Let's put it on fast forward, guys. Fast forward it up. Rule 21, Hippo, fast forward the shit. We're not going to sit here. Dude, this is one of the closer FFAs we've had in some time, though. So basically, Hippo is just going to rest because he doesn't need to move forward, right? So they got 14 minutes left. And, you know, the initiative, I guess we do have a timer. So if the Bretonnians don't attack, you know, they would lose on time potentially. So losing to a bug would be sad, yeah. Well, you know, it's CA. There's always going to be some janky bugs in their games. Okay, they want to go to regular speed? Is that what you guys want? Okay, there they go. All right, so the fast forward is going. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The battle is here. The Bretonnians are going to hold, but the Terror Rod, if they get Terror Rod, they just lose. So that's the one thing that they need to watch out for, but they're getting it done. We got the tree versus the Beast Slayers. Beast Slayers are taking some big damage, but they're also giving it back to the tree. Rule 21 is creeping up in points here, guys, but a single Terror Route will end the Bretonnians. It will just end the game, so they really, really gotta hope that doesn't happen. 2,500, the Beast Slayers of Bastogne, the Chad Bretonnians fighting tooth and nail, but they're not going to have enough points. Hitman Hippo does get over 12,000 and will be claiming victory most likely because it's 2,500 for last man standing. All right, yeah, they're hanging in there. Is the Terror Route going to happen? And a valiant defeat for the Chaos Dwarves, but let's see who won the game. That was very good. That was very, very good. That was a super fun FFA match. I really hope you guys enjoyed that one because I sure did. The Dowizar gun lines are very fun. Hitman Hippo wins. Oh my god. He beats Maximillionaire by like 100 points. Less than 100 points. And then Rule 21 lost by like 300 points. That was a great little match right there. Man, GG well played, guys. GG well played. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. I had a blast. Our Fireglaves did okay. You know, not the strongest build, but it sent a message. And yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. I'm going to go hang out with my smoking hot wife. If you guys enjoyed the stream, drop a like on the way out. If we actually have this many people here, we should be able to pump those numbers up. So let's do that. We're at 427 right now. 420, blaze it, bro. But let's pump those numbers up. And yeah, we'll be back streaming. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's my lovely wife's birthday, but I will have 2 videos for you guys tomorrow. I have a really good High Elf game coming out, which is going to get posted tomorrow. So I'm pretty pumped for that one. And aside from that, yeah. That's going to be it. Adios, Do widzenia. See you guys around. And congrats to Harrison, by the way, for the glorious Lizardman victory in tonight's tournament grand finals, which was very, very fun to see. All right, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. And once again, wherever you guys may come from, whether you be dreaded AI watching the channel or actual people, thanks for joining. See you guys around. And that is going to be it for today.